Yeah, let's go.
You're live.
All right. We're live. We're live. Don't worry. There's the audio. Hell yeah. I can set up
I
stream.
go live on shorts too. Live on shorts.
Fortnite fam, welcome to the FNCS. Today's 6 games
Hell yeah,
will
what's up,
determine
Zeke?
who holds the axe of champion
Zeke!
in NAC, and of course, who's going to qualify in the top 13 spots going on over to the Summit Land. Also, breaking
Anything's gonna
news,
qual.
in case you didn't see the updates to the Summit, go check out FN Comp on socials. There's a lot to break down on that, and we would love to take time to do that, but we have 6 games ahead of us today. There's still so much story to be told in the right here, in the right now. I want to bring in Kelly Link and Vivid.
Yo, what's up, Hockey Bear?
Friends, day 2, obviously, big announcement comes out, but right now, we're looking at a close race. And of course,
Aviv wins this for sure. Nah,
Fortnite.
Cold,
Crazy
bro.
things will
What
happen.
about
Players will
Cold?
win games, players will lose games, players will rise and fall.
Cold better win
And we
this
have
shit,
6
bro.
games to determine it all, Kelly.
Oh man, I mean, we just wrapped up EU and it was so exciting over there. Sky and Scroll. walked
Sky and
away
Scroll
as
took the
our
W in
winners.
EU.
One for EU, and then obviously over in OCE, more crazy things happening. Alex being the first ever 7-time
Something wrong with
winner
her
for the
mic.
FNCS finals, also getting 7 victory royales. I mean, those are the other regions though. Vivid. We are here for NA Central, and if anything like what we got to see from yesterday, is that we are in all for some crazy action.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
NA will definitely deliver. And yeah, you mentioned it, right? EU kind of popping off earlier today. It was so funny for me to sit there and watch EU because you're kind of reminded that, hey, listen, yeah, we've got this race that's going on at the top. Every single game matters for those guys because they're so close at the top. But then decisions made by those type of players, those top of the leaderboard players, like pushing somebody who's in like 22nd place, 2 spots away from qualifying to the land. There's just so much at stake here. And we got to keep reminding ourselves that, yeah, we are looking to crown an FNCS champion, but we're also looking to have some of these players make it to land.
There we go.
Man. Oh man, let's take a look. We have a little graphic here for the players who have already qualified on through to the summit. You can take a nice little look now. Obviously, some of the regions are all done, right? They've got themselves wrapped up, but we still need to see how things unfold for ourselves. Again, as Kelly pointed out,
Come on.
Sky Scroll, congratulations over in EU, NAC. Brazil still waiting to happen, right? Like especially NA West.
We're
Lots of
watching
big
FNCS.
things and stories.
It's
to
day 2.
include.
This is
guys,
this
obviously
is
we only have so much time before
NA
games start.
Central.
Why don't we get into it? Why don't we start off?
And it's
with
very
the
heated
list, right? We are the
between
four
2
battles.
players.
Top 13 is what we're targeting.
2
if we
teams,
want
Clicks
to
and
hit
Peterbot.
the summit. Right now, QK and Khan at 197.
Also,
Okay,
top
yeah.
13
Yeah.
goes to a
Even by
LAN.
look of just one more placement. Muzz and Sphinx only a point ahead.
So
Goes to
this
LAN?
is
LAN.
major finals. Whoever wins this wins $100,000.
Hold on to this top 13.
$100,000.
Or if you're outside that top
Yeah.
13, you really need to do everything you can to break through.
I mean,
That's a lot of
QK
money.
and Khan
Split
in our
between 2
final game
people,
from day
so
number
50,000
one, a great
per person.
example to show just how crazy things can shift in a single game. They were beyond our stage 2 for our standings, and to get that final victory royale of the day, rocketing them up to that coveted 13th spot, because that is where the Dusseldorf tickets are earned.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm in
of course,
Discord
there's only
too.
6
Yeah.
more games to go, and
Chad, I
still
finally
big
found a
names
game.
outside of
I
that
found a
range,
game.
and
You know that, like,
anything can change.
the one game
Yeah, the
where
second page is
you just
scary.
like
Gotta
you
be sure
played
to
it when
keep
you were a kid,
tabs
but you
on
don't know
this
what
to
it's
kind of see
you
how
don't
this is
remember what
going
it's
throughout
called,
the
and you
day.
spend your whole
Obviously,
life
we know
trying
how
to find
yesterday
it.
went towards the top
I
of
found
the
that shit. I
standings.
finally found my
1
game.
point
So in
separated
between
first and second
these
place.
games
And
of
who better
FNCS,
than
we're
Acre
gonna be
and Bolt
playing
and
that
Cold
game.
and Rapid to go ahead and fill those spots up. Now, they just had an incredible run yesterday, both of these teams, and it was all about consistency. And obviously, you know, we're in this new little bit of competitive Fortnite where storm surges change and all these players are going to have to keep adjusting their strategies and everything like that. But what made it possible for these 2 teams to be all the way towards the top of the leaderboard was how consistently they were able to make it into the end game.
Yeah, I'm in
And, Zeke,
Discord
we know
call
exactly how that
with
starts.
Ethan
It's
right
going to
now.
start with some of the damage down.
That's right, man. Let's take a look at some of these numbers. When we took a look at these, we were like, wait, hold on. You said how much damage? But yeah, I mean, as we compare the two duos, I think what's interesting is when we look at zones 1 to 7, Acorn and Bolts, they have more damage, right? But Kelly, when we flip on over to those later zones, it actually flips again, right? Cold and Rapid now have more damage.
Well, it's definitely indicative of their style. Acorn and Bolts liking to rotate early,
Just setting up
establish
stream right
themselves
now.
so they can get Storm Surge tags, whereas Cold and Rapid are definitely in-game players. Destroying that mid and low ground Vivid is what they are known for, but Acorn and Bolts definitely have a different play style.
Yeah, we can see it right there. First and foremost, zone 1 through 7, Acorn and Bolts have more damage dealt than in the moving zones of the game. Like, that's crazy. Usually, you know, you're box to box with people, you're doing all that shotgun damage. But
I swear
what
Acorn
kicks it off
always
is
plays
Acorn and
with
Bolts are
someone
landing
that
all the way
kinda
on the
looks
north
like
side of the
him.
map. They have access to a launch pad. They're, of course, going to combine the effects of a mist and an overdrive grenade to make sure that they can fly as high as they possibly can. What this allows them to do is, even though they're landing all the way on the north side of the map, they can kind of fly all the way across the map and still secure themselves a very good position inside of the zone. What this kind of allows them to do is base up, just deal all the damage that they need to do. Like we saw zones 1 through 7, it's an incredible amount of damage that they are able to do. But because they're so safe, because they're able to land in those high priority spots, they don't really take any damage. And with the way that the new Storm Surge works, they're able to consistently make it in every single one of these end games. And that's why they're towards the top of the leaderboard right now.
He's due.
It's so crazy. We gotta look on the other side.
But
right?
it's
Let's
like
talk about
there's
Cold
points
and
on day
Rapid. I
2
think
are
it's
worth so much
insane
more.
Oh
that
yeah.
we are coming in
It's like
a
double
single
points or something.
difference. But for these guys, they're landing middle of the map, right? So talk to me about their
Cold.
what it's like them being so successful.
I mean, it's Cold, right? I think you can just put that name right there and then everyone can see the pathway to success. When he is locked in, he really locks in. And Cold
Yes,
and
sir.
Rapid have really shown themselves of kind of being able to just handle this mid-ground. They have the center of the map, which allows them to kind of have these easy rotations, Vivid.
Yeah, it's going to be a similar strategy to what Acorn and Bolts are doing. A little bit different, right? Because they're not going to be utilizing a launch pad, but because they do land center of the map, they're usually pretty close to all of the zones, right? They can kind of just walk over, base up, and again, from there on out, it's pretty much just the same thing. You've got this tall tower. You don't really take damage while you're in it, but you're in one of these high priority spots where a lot of teams are going to be rotating by.
So you found a game that you played a while ago.
And
like 10 years ago.
They're focused on one thing, and that's going to be getting Cold to the end game.
It's called Good Game Empire. It's kind of like a temporary Classic Clans. If you close the tab, you lose all your progress. Or actually no, you have an account. Before I didn't know that, so I just kept making new accounts every time I played it.
Day 2 will bring
I just played on guest
a lot of
accounts.
players have taken time to just bot review, take a step back, refresh themselves, and now we're thinking
Oh shit.
6 brand new games.
Why are we on 144p?
A lot of players have taken time to just bot review.
Why not?
Will bring new things. A lot of players have taken time to just bot review, take a step back, refresh themselves, and now we're thinking, hey, 6 brand new games. Anything can happen. Now, before we continue the conversation, why don't we go meet up with our casters? Jacob P. Arts, MDF, say hello.
Well, today is going to be a great day for sure, Monster. We crowned an FNCS champion, but as well as some of our duos are playing, I need to point out the individual factors that are going down in some of these games, these solo impact points that some of these guys are clutching up. We talk about the 1-point differential in first place. Well, look at that man on top of the list, Bolts. 88 solo impact points. You also
Yo, what's up, Anton?
who are also in the top 10.
If you're reading this, I play Fortnite.
On that leaderboard. So I'm even
Sorry, guys.
wondering, when things
I keep forgetting to ask you how to set up a goal or a poll for chat. I had a video idea. You can probably help with or give some advice. No, Aiden, I don't play 2K. Never really
Who
have.
plays 2K at this
Chat,
point?
when you have the live open, just look at the go on the account that you have your live stream on. Go on the account that you are live, like, you know, you go on the Fatal Beast account, and then you basically in your live stream, in your chat, you can create a poll, and then on the bottom right, you can create a poll. On the top left of the chat, you can create a goal. Sorry, I didn't answer right away.
He's the one that kind
I
of
was
made those exciting clutches
locked
popular in
in.
the past couple of seasons. Will that change? I don't know. We still got 6 games to find out. Zeke, Kelly, and Vivid. What do you guys think?
Jacob, you know, I love that you bring up these solo impact points, right? We think about if we you know,
Solo
cast our
impact
minds back
points.
yesterday, Game 6. For a moment, I thought, is this a solos competition? Because it's just every high-profile duo are all solos, right? And they come in to
Oh, yeah,
game
I
number
remember that.
game number 6, and they put on such a show. But
5
have
minutes
to
till
see,
game
right,
7.
Like I said right before, with a
Oh, are you
brand
done
new day,
using?
anything can
Yeah.
happen, and we're excited to see what these
It
players
only says
have
set up
prepared
super
for us.
chat.
Because again, top 13, and we're also playing. For
Maybe
an
he doesn't
Axis
have
of
goals
Champions.
unlocked. I don't know.
And I
Maybe
was
yeah,
excited this
maybe you don't have like
conversation. Why
them
don't we
unlocked
talk
or
about some
something.
of the players we are
I don't know,
excited
'cause
to
it's
see? Visual
if you
Braids
can't
immediately
find
comes
it,
to mind.
like it's
Fourth
pretty
place
simple to
currently
find. I'm not saying you're
311
stupid.
points.
I'm just saying
Talk
there
to me
might be
about
something
these
wrong.
guys in the lens of like, what do you think they prepared coming in for day number 2?
I mean, for visuals and braids, I think they're just gonna. This is such a silly thing to say, but I think they're just playing standard Fortnite to the best. Bruce Lee once said, "I don't fear the man that's done 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the man that's done one kick 1,000 times." And I feel like visuals and braids.
You have to
play
look
the
it up.
same
Yeah, I
game
mean,
over
I
and
can't
over
have
and
members,
over
and
again. They
I
kind of
figured
have a
it
little
out.
bit of a
I
passive
figured
early
out
game to
why.
Make sure to get a few tags. They go into the end game with just a little bit above storm damage, but they make sure to always enter the good, smart engagement, and then they disengage when they need to, and then they have a ton of heals because they didn't enter these early engagements, so that they're able to survive and make it all the way to the end. And although
Luke,
they're
Luke,
not
Luke,
able to
Luke,
grab
Luke.
a ton of
So,
eliminations,
you
they're
know on
still
Bernal,
getting
right?
those placement points. But this
Yeah.
right here is
The
numbers that I
floating,
wanted to talk about, that they have played
there's
10
floating
consecutive
structures, right?
FNCS finals together,
Like the
more
distant
than
ones.
any other team that we have in our region.
Yeah.
And I would be hard pressed to find any
If
other
you have
duo
the cash
in the
out in one of
world.
those and you're
However,
defending,
Vivid, fun
and
fact,
you have a
the
winch
only
heavy on
other
your
duo
team,
that has
would it
been
not be a
on
good
an
idea to
FNCS
winch it
finals
out
together
into the
Oh,
open?
this
FNCS
conversation
finals is
again.
you and me.
Oh, is it? Are you complaining about
Really-
Ethan?
I was really
No,
Nah,
no,
you
it's
good.
not.
I know what you mean.
Maybe
If I don't have it unlocked, it just won't be an option until I earn it.
We have been
Yeah,
here for a
I don't
long
know.
time.
I
Shout
feel like
to
that's
my
not
duo
something that
partner
you
here,
should
Kevin,
have
of
to
course,
have
Zeke, always
unlocked,
keeping
you know?
us,
Maybe if
on
you're
our
in the
toes.
call
Man, I
later,
don't
I
know what
can-
was gonna say
you can
after
show
that
me
one.
like what it
Visual
looks like
Braids,
because
fourth
I don't know
place,
what it looks like from
unbelievable
your
right now,
perspective.
28 points behind first
don't have
place.
the
And I gotta
gifts
tell you,
on.
Kay, I'm happy that you kind of broke it
Maybe
down,
yeah,
because
maybe you
we
don't.
talked about all the chaos
Yeah.
kind of
I
coming
don't
into
know.
this season with all the new duos. The fact that these guys
But
have
Luke,
stuck
Luke,
together,
would
and
it
it's
not be a
working
better
right now,
idea to winch
really
it out
happy
into
to
the
kinda
open
see
than leave
how
it
that's
there?
panning out. And I gotta tell you, I'm looking at their match history over here, and their last game yesterday was a 46th place with 0 eliminations. They got 0
Feeling-
points that game. If they had a good game like they did in all of the other
Ignored
games,
us.
they'd be in first place
Yeah,
right
Luke,
now.
stop ignoring me. Answer my
I'm
question.
not
I hope you see that
ignoring
what
you.
me and Vivid see all the time get on these
I'm focused on
broadcasts.
something
Kelly
else.
is a menace. Okay. Why don't we talk about one last duo? It's Javi and Diminished. You know, they're currently in 5th place, right?
I'm watching
270
FNCS. I'm
points, but
playing this
again,
game,
what can we expect
waiting
from these
for
guys,
the
right?
first
A
game to
brand new
start,
day, new strategy, time
and I'm
to
getting
learn.
asked by
you.
Robust.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
try
you
to
say the
focus on
word
the
new,
question
and
this
that immediately
time.
makes
Go
me think
shoot
of
the
how
question
this
at me.
team form, and it's
If
such a
you're
beautiful
on- if
story
you
to
have
be
the
written
cash
in
out
conjunction with
on one
visuals
of
and
the,
braids, because Diminished is the
distant
third of that
floating
trio that
platform
we
thing,
saw compete all last year
would it not
together,
be a good
and
idea
we
to
know that
winch it
Javi
out
was
into the
officially
open
playing
and
for
defend
three
from up
of,
on there?
before
Off
major
the
one. Javi
platform
was
and
the
defend
Yes.
from
first
on
that
top.
major one
Yeah.
starting. So to see
What
Exactly, yeah.
does
form
Ethan not
together and
agree
be
with
this new
that?
duo
No,
with
Kata
No.
doesn't.
Kata-
juxtaposition,
what?
Kata doesn't.
great
What do you mean?
long-lasting duo, and to see them
He wanted to
still
keep it up
doing
there, and then
well,
you guys
playing
lost.
Yes.
to what their advantage
Well,
is,
we
and
brought
what
it down,
they
and
want
3
to see.
teams got there, and we
They are
still almost
making
got it.
to the end game,
But
and I
he
know
said
that
that
sounds
we
silly,
would have
Vivid,
still got it
but
if we had it
when
on
comes
top.
to the
What
FNCS,
is this
sometimes
like?
Yeah, but it's like
Doesn't sound silly at all.
That's just what you
Consistency
do,
is
you know,
key when
you
comes
winch
down
it
to
off.
It's a new
Fortnite.
I
It
know,
breaks down
that's
to
what
guys
you
that
drop the
average
cash
level
of,
five
you know,
with
like
20
when,
plus
but
points.
like
So they're
you
kind
should
of
have a
consistently making
C4
plays
and
later
drop
stages
it
of the game.
when
A
they
couple
start
Yeah,
stealing
I
the
put
first
C4
time,
on it.
Looking at some of our
and then
top
it'll
teams
just
and
drop
No, I
automatically.
can
You
winch
won't
it
have to
off.
waste a
It's
winch.
just
I don't
one
know.
word.
But if you
is
have
this map?
time,
And
then
then
winch
Diminished
it
is kind of
off.
up there.
I don't know,
They
like
each
That
that
like
just seems
this
like
big.
something you
around,
can
like, 20
do
each, where
that
some of our other top
also
teams, I
can
saw
be
Visuals and
successful, and
Braids
it's not
0
really.
times for both of
That's
those guys.
not
They
the
kind of both
reason you
0
guys
times.
lost
So
it.
Javi Diminished just
I
a
know,
couple of fumbles when
Yeah,
concerns
winching it
storm
off
surge,
wasn't the
but
reason you
if they can
lost.
fix that, man, they could make a run
I
for
know.
that top 3,
That's what I
top
said.
2. They could win it too.
Wonders of
This map
science.
is kinda
Another we actually didn't talk about is currently in third place.
Yeah, this
Aegis
map is
Ritual,
new to
331
season 10.
points.
Complete for
Kelly,
free.
that's
It's for
only
only,
8 points behind Acorn and Bolts. I mean,
Hi.
come on.
It's only
Stay
for
there to make
Holy
this happen.
upgrade
left
for-
and
Yeah, it's Ages and Rituals.
Holy
They already got
shit.
Victory Royale. They
Behind
already
me,
got
behind
the
me, behind
second
me.
place. There's a few games
What
that
level
are
am
making
I?
it to the very end, and they're just not being
7.
able to stick
I need to be
together
level
and survive
15.
to the
I want,
final moments.
like,
We'll talk about that.
upgrading your keep is the one thing I want to do.
But Ages and Rituals are definitely within contention.
Nah,
It's
I've
crazy.
showed
Look
you
at
the
this
last time you
leaderboard.
showed me with your
Literally any of our top
statistics.
8 could make some crazy
Oh,
plays
like-
today, Vivid,
no,
and
but,
jump
like,
into that first place spot.
I'm
happy that you mentioned.
I wanna
top
see
eight.
it
What
when
about
you're
top
live.
7? I see Clicks and Higgs
set
sitting
everything
in
up.
7th place
Always
right now.
drop
They
it and
started
watch
yesterday
from
so
above
hot. It looked
because
like they were
then the
gonna
other
run
two
away.
teams have to kill each
Exactly,
other
yeah.
before they can
So
attack your
clean.
team and try to take
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
And there's like
Kata-
one
Kata
people
is
that
the
have,
only
like,
one that's saying that we're wrong.
I know, and like every single like
I feel like
Kata-
I don't know.
coach I've talked to, that's what they say to do.
Can't build this shit.
Like Artie says to do that. Artie,
I'm not buying
Apple-
something from
Apple
the
says to
shop
do
for a
that.
quest. What is this? Buy 6,500 rubies? Why would I want to do that? I'm not spending money on this shit.
I keep going to press I to change my
loadout.
loadout
Who
now.
actually had the chance to win? I went in my head all the way down to 8th place.
What'd you
Reed
guys
Cooper,
do
then I
yesterday
thought
after I
Colin
left?
Madden,
Why
they're
is there-
playing well. Venom
We were
Curve,
shooting
they
each
know
other
how to
with.
take
I built
over
a
games.
catapult and we
Threads
were
and
shooting
Fear,
each
they
other
have
with
been
rocks.
performing phenomenally. So when I go
That's.
with
I think that's
I'm
pretty
like,
much
who
it.
do you really think can pull off the win?
It is fun.
And that's the
But we
thing,
saved
you know, we have
before.
these teams that are
Yo, there's
notoriously
3
better
Aries
on
over
We
there.
defense
They
than
have all heavy
demolishing the
shooting.
house by
You see that
accident because we were
breakaway
chasing each other with
performance.
chainsaws.
Some
I
teams just get a
360
little
no scope
lucky. Some
Caleb
players
with
just
the
No.
bow.
outperform, play above and
What
beyond
are
their
we
usual
doing?
selves, like we saw with
That was
Colts
fun.
yesterday. Really taking it far here. So Jacob, I mean, I'm with you. I do think obviously
The bus is going. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, they
Let's
have
go.
4
Game
heavies.
7.
What is this?
Game 7.
Throughout
I love
Oh,
watching
man.
Fortnite competitive,
We've
bro.
seen big games, over 100-point games, almost every single one by at least one of those teams. So I kind of agree with you.
Let's go.
Crazy to think a lot of these teams can't catch up, but with a day break in between, a chance to VOD review.
Just don't
fix
give
some of
Kata
these
an option.
mistakes.
Just
We
drop
got a new
it.
chance
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Life, Dragon,
I did,
Leon,
but like,
Jack, and Pen, they're still
These-
going head
then
to
he's
head.
just like, what are you
still
doing?
lost
Be
it.
a 50-50 instead
No,
of trying to
not
take
end
two
Pen.
different sides. End Pen getting
Nice
tagged
shot.
up down to 26.
We almost actually got it back.
Oh no, Jack's down.
The Dragon, he can't clean it up though. He just falls short of that mark.
No.
N-Pen to try to push in, but he
N-Pen
gets
goes down
taken
right
down
away.
as well, Creon really clutching up.
Yeah, this why is this like
this has
so
just gone
close to
back and
bust?
forth. You
And
know,
Pen
each
only had a
team having
pistol.
Their individual moments essentially, but
Yo,
Oh,
this
he's
is
cooked.
heavy.
He's cooked. He's dead. He's dead.
There's a bunch of heavies just sitting behind this building.
Himself.
Bunch
And
about to
no,
break,
you
dude.
know
Creon's
they're gonna
cooked.
push here, especially after seeing the shield crack. There's no reason not to. And
The
not only
minigun in that building
don't
is
forget,
low.
Electra was playing really good yesterday. I mean, they even got the best of Venno and
Sledgehammer
Curve
pushing.
at some point. So this is not a team that you could just
Oh
roll
man. Well, they won. They won a fight, so
they
they
won a day 2. Electro and
they
Volk
got
were one of those
some
teams.
points.
They landed up here. They landed
When
at
your friends are
Battlewood,
dead,
they
I'm
came
always
back
alive,
up
and
here.
they try and
So
tell
overall, you can
me
see
what
the
to
feeling
do.
start their
I know
day.
it's like
We're
backseat
better off
gaming
towards
type
the
shit.
top.
Like
Let's
give
do two
comms,
things
you know,
out,
like
and let's
oh
try
there's
to
a guy
crash
there,
that
you know, if
third
you
party
didn't
and
see
clean it up.
something, they give
Paper and
comms. That's
Resi, a
fine,
few
but it's like
struggles yesterday.
don't be
Paper
telling
going
me
down
what
to
to
the ball
do.
damage
Like I
beat on
played
some
this
fights.
game as
One
well,
thing
you know.
I've learned about Paper over
That
the
kind of
last
thing.
2
Like you
years, he's
play
someone
the
I feel like
game.
you could
You're
never
gonna do
count
what
out,
you
no matter
do.
how
If you
bleak
make a
it
mistake,
looks,
you're
somebody
probably
that
gonna
usually
say
ends up inside
sorry.
of the bubble.
But like
Yeah,
they
he
can't
finds his
just.
way, man. When there's
it's
a will,
like
there's
telling
definitely
you
a
what
way,
to
and
do when
Paper
you're
I
dead.
is
made
a
this
vet
made
that's
this
been
game
around the
possible.
block
Help.
I mean,
quite some
obviously,
time.
maybe from
They're
them,
all
respect
looking
other
at
teams,
me.
it's a
wanna,
better thing to
see
do.
a little bit more from today is obviously
One
Venom's
kill, one
team
kill, one
in
kill.
the end game. We saw how much of an explosive early game they had.
Go.
Finding
What?
those extra
We were
eliminations,
tied.
rotating and
We were
continuing.
tied.
Finals
Yeah.
is really a
Yeah.
game for me where I just try to have fun and focus on making
Min,
content
the
more
team
than
fight right
actually
now is the
like
first from Neo.
grinding.
Noisy have zipped
Like,
it
and I've
down
gotten
right
better
now.
through
Void
that.
just playing
Russell,
roll
we should
around
go.
here.
I'm
to
not
try to
really
stay
a
in the
ranked
game
the
right now.
finals
They might have given
player.
him a little
I'd
too
rather
much
just like
space
get
to work with
clips
here.
and make content
Russ
off
is
of it. You know,
Luke, we were
dead
tied. We're
people
playing
don't
team
talk.
deathmatch.
He's gonna. Yeah, dead men tell no tales.
Luke, we're playing
No,
team
he-
deathmatch. In the first round, we were both at 2600, and it gave us the win.
He always going to be able to clean up that first knock, the elimination. Scythe quickly goes in,
Yeah.
It
gets
should be like
material.
Yeah,
it should be
Team
like
Deathmatch too easy for me.
Surviving and going down to
No, yeah,
Neo,
we're warming up.
pressing this fight.
Yeah,
Definitely
Yo,
like what I'm
they're
seeing
all
right now,
heavies,
but you know,
though.
yeah. Same.
At the end
Only
of the
play
day,
quick cash.
Neo gets a little opportunity to back off and
Yeah, I don't know. I
it's
just
good for him
I
to
don't
do
take
that.
it like
He
that.
understands
I
the
don't take.
general
Okay,
area
obviously I get mad at the
dynamic is that
game
there
and I
are
take
other
it
duos here as
seriously and
well,
I
right?
want
This
to
is no
win. But like as soon as you
surprise
actually focus
to
on
them at
wanting to
least,
win, it's
obviously,
like you
given
start.
yesterday
I
they
start
had all
raging
types of third parties show up.
when I don't.
Tyler and
So
Chance on the
I
other
just
side
try to
seem
like,
be
I just go
thinking a little
from
differently here.
player to
Battlewood,
player,
they know
player
that
v
team
player,
moves
from
towards the
each
south.
interaction to the other. This is a crazy.
They're lurking up on one.
This is a
just
crazy
little
lurk.
cheeky shot, not much build confidence. They realize
Come
they have
on,
the numbers
he
advantage.
literally-
They're
he
trying to
almost
take it
clipped
while
him.
they can
He almost
and
clipped him.
instantly get that first knock onto Slips without even taking too much damage, Monster. That's
I
one
think
thing
getting
we
I just
always
yeah, I go
point out
from
in moments
interaction to
like this. It's
interaction,
great
not
to get the
not
elimination,
game to
but how
game.
much damage did you take back because of Surge?
Like,
Threats
we're
getting-
also
here
just gonna
with
start
off
like
spawn
from fight
itself,
to
we gotta be
fight,
careful
you know.
here.
Like
Goes down
I
to
just
the sliver
focus
of
on the
HP.
fights.
Yeah,
and
talk
on
about that
fighting
damage
people.
exchange. That's
And
You
not
like
the
you
kind of
imagine
position you want to be
flip
in when you're
and,
finishing it up. A lot of it obviously is.
Yo, who just
gifting
yeeted their
back to
healing
the
ball at me
opponent.
from the other team?
I don't
Such a
really,
different
I
type
don't
of
know.
game.
I like the
Plus,
finals
when
because of the
you're
gunplay. I don't really care about the.
Chance and Tyler doing
not
a
like
good job
I
right
don't
here, though.
go
Pushing
for
down
quick
Toronto.
the cash,
Toronto
but it's-
missing those
I haven't
important
played
shots
in
that are
so
at least going to
long.
buy him a little bit of room. Gets one counter
in
fire
a
off,
while that I just
but in the end,
that's just
Tyler
how I
Chance
say it
find
honestly.
themselves with a clean elimination here. And Jacob,
in our
a
house, in our
lot
house.
of players
You
are
think?
now
Oh my
officially
goodness.
eliminated this
Peter
game.
Bot
has
We're
no
down to just
audio.
76 or so. You see even Peterbot there.
Why'd that always happen?
Recognizing that they
Yeah.
have to play for a
we're
big,
back.
big game right now. You know,
Oh.
Peterbot's someone that
Bus coming out.
yesterday towards the tail end, I'd
Yeah,
say
I'm
the last 2 or 3 games,
low-key dead here.
seemed to be playing
Yep, I
really
had to
aggressive in
winch.
the early game.
I got so many
Yeah, I
kills.
think you
in
kind of realize, especially with a lot of these
Yeah, you're
teams,
14
like
kills
Eggs,
right
Peter
now.
Bot,
I'm
Foyo, and you even saw Acorn and Bolts in
I'd have
some
pinged Chandler.
instances
Maybe
where
he wants
I'm
to.
they were either on the line of Storm Surge
My cat
barely
just
ahead,
rubbed up
or in
against
some
my leg.
instances below that actual
A
damage
what?
threshold. So sometimes
My cat just rubbed
you have
up
to
against
think
my leg.
differently And try to pull out one of your tricks. We know Peter
L.
Bot can get aggressive and flip that switch.
Did you
in a
say
moment's
L?
Notice, and I think a
Yeah.
lot of players are feeling that same way, whether they're contested or
I'm
not.
here.
I think Kelly was one of the ones that
It's also
spoke about
hard for
point
you and me
differential
when
in
we want
eliminations from
the
a
win,
1-point format,
trying to
a
make
3-point
content, getting
format. This is
kills,
4
playing with
points per
someone who
elimination.
only
We
cares
broke it
about
down
ending the
yesterday.
game
very
as soon as
last major that
possible.
we had in NA
Yeah,
Central
yeah.
was decided by
I don't know.
3 points. That's one elimination.
Exactly,
Honestly,
right?
that's
Like, I
2
don't wanna play
plays
quick
difference
cash and win in 2
to winning
caches. It's
the
like-
actual FNCS.
It just gets boring.
Yeah, we saw.
I
Like,
just-
there was a
That's
moment
why I
yesterday
play
when
like I
Clix was
play,
going for
because
that
I
victory
know
royale that
if I
they
play like
knew
that,
and
the
he
game
knew
will go
he had to
longer,
risk it
you
all,
know?
and he was willing to go into
Like,
the storm.
few games
just to
do
try
I
to secure
play
those extra
on my
eliminations.
own, and
He knows
we
better
win
than
in 2
anyone how
games because of
close
the way I'm
things can
playing.
get towards the end.
Makes so the games go
Wanna
longer.
put it all
I
on the table
want.
for
I
G-Monster,
would
and
rather
remember
the
them, you see
enemy
there,
team
they
win
have officially been
after
exposed.
4 cash outs or me win than me win in 2. You know what I'm saying?
Get you a little
That's
bit of
That's
shield,
like-
but doesn't really help when you're already full of shield.
It's
She
just
Am I the
more
only way?
game time.
Yeah,
It's
you're
more.
right.
It's just
Shot
funner
straight to the face. Neko's going to attack from the other
to
side.
play for longer.
Unti's there, still trying to put
I'm
pressure
gonna
on,
follow
playing a
Sheen.
little bit more
This guy
careful.
is-
Doesn't have shield.
That's a
Easily
light.
Yeah.
get
They're
one
all
shot
heavies.
here. Instead of using
Yeah, I
it, she's trying to
understand
put down
kinda what you're
pressure with
saying.
Neko, but
Where
now
are
It's
they?
just a
and
different
G-Money
kind of
have
play
heals, so it
style.
might be a
And
wise
I
decision
understand
to finally pop
that
those heals.
some people don't like it.
Eventually, that wave will burst through this area and break all the build spot if you're ready for it. 20 with a cheeky
Come on,
angle,
20.
landing some good shots onto G-Money yet
They're down
again.
how many
This is such a
kills?
claustrophobic
Come on,
fight
20.
here with 20 and Neko still having a huge advantage.
This is very
They're
bad
just
fight.
shitty.
Like I
However,
hate
they've
fighting in
already
this
gone
place,
through
and they're just
2 of their flow
they've been here
variants,
for so long.
Big investment so far. This has to come to a
Around the side, around the
screeching
side.
halt here soon, or it's not going to be looking good for anyone involved in this fight right
When are
now.
the builds gonna break?
G-Money jumps back over, gets some of those extra heals, and I think they're trying to find an exit
We're wrestling
strategy.
with you, we're wrestling with you.
Yeah, it's not every day you see fights going down
Nice.
underneath.
Especially
in
since I
these
like to
tunnels,
play
where
sniper
there's
a
kind
lot.
of the 2 ways in and
Sometimes
out
I
that you
take a
kind of
break
port
from
through,
sniper
then
because
usually
I
one
like-
exit. So
But
we'll see if that
I
fight
mostly
does
played
continue as
sniper
either
when playing the
team do Try to
finals.
disengage out. Peter Bot
And
Foyo
that has
this time
really
around.
curated
I
the
know you
kind of
talked
game
about
style
that one elimination, but it seems like teams are getting
that,
more and more comfortable.
They went
rotating
all
brings
heavy and they're
really short.
picking
Maybe
the
after
best
account
clips.
yesterday, one
No,
of the
one's
big
a medium.
focal points of their strategy
Oh,
was
one is.
building that massive surge
One's a
tower
medium and a
just
light.
outside towards the gas station. Teams are maybe saying, hey,
They have a
go
light
in,
now?
sneak some,
Yeah.
maybe
That
try
guy
to
just
hold
moved.
it. But a different change of pace for Peter Bot and
Peter
Foyo.
Bot.
They're actually going in, looting up the entire
Peter Bot's gonna
POI.
quit.
So
Damn,
for
they're-
Crazy and Raven,
they're-
this might be a chance for
what?
them to lurk or get caught
He's
off guard.
teabagging me even though, like, as
Yeah,
he loses.
definitely. Or you can think
and
about
I
how
have
aggressive they
18
were playing. They
kills
were
and he
actually
has
leaving their
6.
POI to try to fight other teams.
That's
So
Crazy.
for CDZ and Raven,
Anyway,
maybe
that guy
some
had
of their
12
strategy.
They can't handle the
reveals
smoke, so
wanna-
they gotta cope
we can never
somehow.
come around. They might not
I
even
had, the,
be here.
I had the least amount of
Clearly
deaths.
not the case here in Game 1. Virtual Agers can't quite catch
I
a
went
lurk onto
7,
Visual
9, and
Embrace.
6.
That would have been a massive elimination
no
right
one
there.
else
One that
would
would have
play it.
surely shaken up the leaderboards. Given that both teams are neck and neck right
That was a
now.
good warm warm up.
Those two teams are like
Visual
really
and
close to
Braids
each
get
other on
lucky
the
enough
top of the
here.
leaderboard.
Don't let their guard
Visual
down.
and Braids.
Yeah, this is the blessing and the curse for Visual and Braids though is because in the last game of the day yesterday, they went down to a team
What's up,
working
Neil?
on this exact spot. Visual and Braids, for the most part, since they land just outside of Dark Dominion on this split drop, and there's mountains, and then on top of that, Monster at center zone. How much better can it get? They usually stay here for the first
10 teams
4
have died?
to 5
No.
zones, depending on
No.
where it pulls.
There's 40
and
teams left.
consistently gets damaged because no matter where the zone goes, north, south,
How many
east, or
people?
west, the chances are very, very high. Teams will have to rotate around Visual and Braids in order to get inside
79
the zone.
people left. 40
Just make it
teams
a
alive.
huge focal point of their
10
strategy.
teams
You
have
guys
died.
reviewed yesterday coming into
It's
today. You
getting
kind of
heated.
see that in terms of visual grades. Maybe
Yeah,
some trying
I
to
mean,
find
first
it.
game on 2-2, it's
With Vivid breaking down their
everybody's
rotation, backside of their POI,
just the
that
pressure is
long
building.
launch pad that they mix with the utility, and another instance of that as they quickly get to zone.
One of two teams that had a near perfect day for the most
We're
part.
playing right.
Not really dropping any rounds, but
Yeah.
talking about teams falling short right now. You have Reap falling here.
Triple light might
Off from
or
a
triple
team in the
Phoenix might be
distance.
the
Must
play.
and Sphinx recognize the danger immediately after the full comes down, and in they go to get the
unless
finish up
Neil,
right there.
unless I'm
It
unless
does
I
seem like they are now
qualified,
rewarded.
unless I go back in
Triple
time
Mega.
and I
Triple
somehow
Mega.
qualify
Cooper
for this
rotates right
major
into
and you do
CC.
the
Yeah.
same,
Puts
I
down
don't
some
think
good
we're playing
pressure
together,
onto
bro.
Raven there.
LHM.
But do they
I don't think
recognize
it's
there could be
possible, man, unless you got
just
some
a
kind of
solo here
time
on the other side of the
machine.
wall? That is the question.
Two
here. I think Cooper
LHMs and
knows
then one full
he's in
medium.
big danger here, so off he goes.
Cooper all alone.
Man, it's just continuously
Teammate
getting
Reed
worse
dead.
where he's rotating
Going
and
straight to
Pollo.
Peter and
they're
Pollo.
one
He is
team for
cooked.
certain. If they know you're a solo, especially
No,
isolated like this, they're
yeah,
gonna
he's
go. They see
cooked,
Cooper
bro.
trying to rotate in.
Oh,
Big
no.
damage coming out
1
off the
HP.
both of them. Cooper backed up against
Cooper
the wall.
wins,
They
Cooper
continuously
wins.
try to spray it
He
in.
does
One of
not.
those shots.
I wish.
He's getting
Because
sprayed.
He's 1 HP and he's got both Polio and Peter bot.
If he plays it right, he wins.
Able to get minimal
Oh
amount
shit,
of
but
shield.
like they just don't stop shooting.
He's not fighting back. He's got
Yeah,
to
what's
like,
up, Steak?
Continuously on the look again. They
That could be
know this
pre-fire,
player
okay.
Cooper
Like,
is
if he was
a
pre-fire,
solo, so they're
and
not
he
gonna stop
died.
until they secure
We
that
would not have-
elimination. Four
Yes,
more
he
points
would.
for Peter Bot and
Yes,
Pollo
he
in the game. That's
would.
looking
He would
very
not
good.
have won.
Gifted. Gifted
could
that
have
time
won,
around as well, just landing right on
Does
them
he
as
know
they
what
were trying to
pre-fires are?
finalize their medal reserves
He's
for
a
the
pro. What do you
mid
think?
game here. Meanwhile,
Hey,
look at
then
this.
why
Veno
isn't he
and
doing
Curve. No
it?
elims just yet. This is definitely a huge surprise.
Crazy
to us,
lurk
as
on
we've seen them
Aviv.
Be overly
Vino,
consistent
come on, man.
when it comes to elims in the early game.
Yeah, robust on us.
What is Veno gonna do? Is he gonna chop this down? Like, I'm curious at this point.
Sword on me, sword on me, sword on
It's
me.
much easier to chop
Yo.
some
Yo.
metal and
Just
brick
wood.
bases
Get the
that we're
defib, get the
seeing. He's
defib.
going for it. Doesn't
Oh,
look
they
like
heard
a
him, they
beam,
heard
but
him.
King got the signal.
Oh,
Yeah, at
here
the
they
tail
come.
end, they're dropping
This is
down.
his.
This actually Veno. Yeah, this was actually Veno's
Bonnie.
base. So
Neo,
maybe they
Neo.
had an inkling he was gonna lurk on over.
Or
Why is
Yo,
it-
dude, if they didn't, if they didn't hear that,
There's a sword on me.
disaster there as Veno just scurries away, reunites
Defib
back
the
to
sword.
First Row. He has
Shit.
his base set up at one of the main buildings
Other than that,
north
fine.
side of the Battlewood
would've
Boulevard.
been- that
But
would've
you
been
see
base.
where the zone is actually pulling, so you see why Veno and Curve are taking a different
we can
mountain
kill
or a
this team.
different
We can
approach to
kill
this
this
game than
team.
usually every other.
Yeah, definitely interesting there. Almost edited the
Yeah,
whole
it'd be
base
nice if
there.
our
I'll just
teammate
have to
didn't
take
die
the extra
instantly.
piece of wood there.
Yeah.
Ends up working out though in the end. Brett's V on the other side. There's two elims here. Have them set up, and
dude, only
it's
two
a bit
teams
of a
have
different
died.
end game for us, right? We have Riptides.
Ooh,
Right
makes
now.
sense. It's like the same every game, same amount of people.
So yeah,
People
this
don't
ends
die
up
too
playing out.
quick.
All the zones that came this way pretty much.
Dude,
clicks and
imagine the
paste
zone like
performed
circled around this right
absurdly
here.
well.
That'd be cool. That
See
circle
if they
right
can
there in
continue
the
to
map.
pick up the pace here and
What are the
propel themselves
chances
back
that
into a
happening?
top 3 position. Cold and
Zero.
Rapid on the other side,
Alright.
were
Come here, guys, come here.
the team that was finding
for me, wait for
all
me to go.
those
Just,
Yeah.
okay, so, alright,
eliminations
guess
in
we're
the
going.
endgame, right? The amount of success Cold and Rapid managed to string together when it came to end game elimination.
Come on, Cold.
Clearly showed on
One
Fuck,
shot.
I just hit
You
in the
got
back, I hit
this.
in the
Get the win right out the gate. Play some mind
insane
games.
amount of points based off of elimination.
Behind
Get
on
the win
thing,
right out the
behind
gate.
thing.
5 games, Monster, they had 30 eliminations,
aim.
with their worst game
There
being
you
a 7th place. Unfortunately, that
This is
last
not
game
good
of the
'cause
day,
they
they
can just
got
get
one
the steal.
elimination. They
Or
went
Enough
the
actually
to
almost
26th
won the
place,
other
so
day. Like,
outside of placement, that's
you almost
all
got
they
a
is
victory
those
royale
deals.
in a game
I know,
4,
I
game
saw that.
6.
Day one to get
Saw
that
you short on
1-point
that.
lead with the
Like, it was
victory
actually
royale.
peak.
See
The
how
solo
things
clutch
continue
was
to shake
really
out.
good, but
Javi in a minute here,
like, I
sitting
wish
on
enough
leaderboard,
won that.
fifth
Thank you,
place
thank you,
going
thank you.
into this game. And this is where there's a little
Bring it
bit
back
more
up,
of a
we gotta
gap.
get out there
Everybody in
quick.
the top 4 has 311 points or more. Javi and Aminish are sitting at
Behind us,
270 points on the overall
Got one dead.
tournament. You can see 15th place.
Yeah, I had a-
I
I
got
had
one
a-
dead, but there's
Everybody
one on my
was
pod.
surge.
Their starting game, and each and every
Yeah,
one
I'm
got
dead.
better.
What the fuck is this guy
Bolts
doing?
is rotating. That's nice for them.
Minish Javi here
nice
on
for
the
a Minish.
move. Playing the outsides. I kind of like this,
We got
right?
teammates
Using
there,
the storm
teammates.
to tank here and go for the north
Booty
side.
cheeks.
Definitely.
Oh, okay,
is
they're
a
in zone here.
strat. Now, this is a team that
Nobody's on our
didn't
cash out,
take
though.
Storm early, right? So they actually have the luxury,
Oh,
Jacob, here to take
Orange
a
is
little
on
bit of
our
Storm, right?
Astro.
Other teams will find themselves more in the Storm
Yeah, our
sickness
team is pretty bad.
kind of danger zone, but
Yeah.
here they are.
Nice.
The zone moves right into them now, and
W
they have a
rotate.
relatively strong
I think
position
we got
here.
this. If we
It
go
wouldn't be
there
ranked
slow,
without that.
Mountain, so he can
Here,
easily
jump
pull
head right
off
here,
of that
jump head right
mountain,
here.
but
Zen-
if you're up there, you
Zen
can
and Bucky
shockwave
still
off,
alive.
you can go ahead and take high, or just simply use the running shockwave to cover distance. Fifth zone,
Yeah, I know.
going into 6, so it is going to be
Really close.
2
We'd have to go in
tick of
instantly.
damage inside of the storm. Gonna be changing
Kingling
to
just
5
went
in about
down.
20 seconds
That's
when it
crazy.
close.
Yeah,
So you're seeing why a lot of these
Blah,
teams
blah.
are staggering themselves so long into the
I'm
storm.
getting
They have
shot
extra
at,
white
like,
HP
fucking
heals,
40
and
Almost
they
like
just
that's
want to
what
dodge
happens
all
in
the
this
chaos
game.
of this mid.
Yeah, I know.
Typically, you will take damage from other players trying to rotate in. Visual and Braids, they spot out Max, they spot out Moppings in the distance. We see them kind of building.
Yeah.
and
Bucky's still alive.
rotating
Zen and
very well.
Bucky's
They
still
didn't
alive.
take too much damage. Bucky and Zen, though, they're in
Only
the
18
One's one shot, one's
above.
one shot, one's one shot.
They're getting very much lobby focused.
As the dust settles, they're gonna fall below, but Zen once
Yeah,
again
come here, guys,
takes
come here,
some
come here,
damage, 103, and he gets a good shot coming out from
Oh,
Bucky
let's go,
on
let's
top,
go.
back to back.
Nice.
Gets the elimination as well. That sends
Let's
them
go, Bucky.
high up that Storm Surge leaderboard.
Let's go,
That was
Bucky.
crazy. Big performance, big opportunity there for
Right here,
Bucky
right
to
here.
keep his team in the game now. They went from danger territory to well above and safe now. They just have to survive
Yeah,
the
over here,
onslaught.
over
And look at this. They eliminated that team long before they can even get situated and start digging into the heals that they
Nice.
were pretty much saving up here in the reserves. But
Let's go, let's
Ritual,
go.
it
Okay,
is
he's
not
getting-
Yo, why
looking
does he
good
have
for
a
him right
pet?
now, as he is
Bucky
down
brought
now.
SpongeBob
He's
into
Aegis
majors.
now.
What
He's putting his team on the back here. Picks up a little bit of the loot that was left
W
over.
Bucky.
Might get the extra heal here. We'll see if he ends up having time to double back now as the zone is pushing
Bomb,
there.
dude,
There it
realize.
is. And luckily for him, I mean, the pressure eases up. Now, we are in
Agers.
the in-game, right? So Agers is
Ritual
positioned
died.
just well enough
Agers
with
is a
shockwaves,
solo.
all the extra mats and heals here to
we
actually
doing?
clutch this out and turn this still
Right
into
here.
a positive sum game for them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
gotta take
264
it
above the damage threshold. That can teeter-totter.
He's
before
in
the
zone, though.
goes. He needs
We
to
have
try
3
to
minutes,
go
we
ahead
have
and
3
grab
minutes.
shots on players rotating to the sky. He's not the only solo there.
Yeah,
You
they're
see
gonna
Salt
look like this.
Ooh,
and
Peter and
some others
Pollo
on that
really
side of the
close to
map.
visuals and
Easing
braids
the
here.
tension, though, since they're all solos, the chances of getting aggressed on are going to be very, very slim. As opposed to this side of the map where you have Peter Bot, Pollo,
Yeah,
and a
they're
few
gonna
other
have
duos
to plug
positioned
it.
600 above
To get
the
the
damage
plug.
Technically,
threshold.
no,
And you're seeing almost a
but
different approach
or-
to
or
start the
Orange will
games
plug that,
yesterday
so.
to start
I think
the
Orange is gonna
games
come
today.
plug this.
Yesterday, they were elevated pretty
No,
high
they're
up
gonna
in
go to
most
D.
of these end games, going from
You
zone to
sure?
zone. This time around,
Yeah.
they're going to start at the low ground and
Yeah,
probably
'cause-
elevate themselves with
Alright,
each
try to
new
not
passing
get
zone.
seen.
Gonna have to definitely find some new positioning. Not sure if I've ever seen
Bucky and Zen still alive.
Polya be so passively tucked in the low ground on the backside of zone here.
Feel less
Zone's
easy
gonna pull
loading.
far
Cold and
into
rapid.
valley.
Right here, right here.
Now again, they have that natural terrain
good.
to
They got
play
a
off
far
of here, so
storm-
they're gonna get a
storm
lot
pull,
of value
though.
for their
Rush me, I'm
shockwaves.
looking at that.
Real catch is if
Damn.
opponents start to base up sooner rather than later.
Nice,
you
Yeah.
good
get
job.
pretty much a
Where's
bit of that.
Bob?
high
Wait, where's
ground.
Clicks
Will
and Higgs?
be able to be opened up to a bunch of
Oh, enough.
fire.
I am enough. Still alive.
Threats and Veer find themselves below
Bro,
the
Clicks
surge.
and
They're
Higgs
actually
out.
trying to out-survive this.
Enough
waiting
is
for
the
moving
underdog
zone here
pick.
as opposed to
Oh, yeah.
looking for a fight right now. So this is a team that's going to be fishing for damage
I don't
here
see
on the
them.
moving storm.
Right here. On me, purple,
Below,
purple.
Even with that contested off spawn fight,
It's a
you gotta
flamethrower, it's a
imagine,
flamethrower.
I'm stuck, I'm
since
stuck,
it
I'm
is
stuck.
off
How did he
spawn,
pull out his
100
thing with his
HP, if they
flamethrower?
took damage, you saw
don't know,
Veer
pull out his
down a
shield.
sliver of HP at one point to start the game. So
I fell.
just because
Oh,
you're
don't fall.
contested, just because you win, doesn't
Don't
mean
fall.
it's all
Okay.
joy at the end of the day. But you were right. It does look like their first
Give me
attempt
some
is going to be
spread,
to
where's my
outclear, but
moving?
17 players need
Oh, I
to
think
go
Clicks and
down.
Higgs are on height.
Just on that line, 45 damage. They spot Skidler and his
Got
duo
one, got one.
above. They're trying to get one of those shots to
I pick
bleed
it up, I
through.
pick it up.
They have the Thunderburst, the consistent pressure, but no luck on their side.
I
60
know.
below, taking damage. They have no extra heal
No, what
monster
the
in this
fuck?
moment.
Why
They
are-
are going to jump above. Storm Surge for them is not going to be a thing, but they need to be persistent, try to put down the pressure, because just because they're ahead here doesn't mean they're going to be ahead in the next
Yeah, they're
zone.
just gonna.
Peter Bot Boya, though, continues to
this
do what they
team
do. We said that they were looking
doing?
How did you still
uncharacteristically
leave?
positioned on the
Polyo
backside of zone. You
still-
see it's ending
Oh, yeah,
up
Clicks and
playing
Higgs on
out
height.
in their favor. They
Polyo
find the
still has
Elam
no
here, and
audio.
then they rotate in smoothly right afterwards. But when you start looking up
We
towards
can't
height,
win
when you
this,
start
because
looking
even
at
if we
get it,
trying
we
to
can't-
position
even
for
if
the
we get
big
it.
win once
King's
again
on
here,
there. What is
it's
King's
Clicks
not even
and
shooting
Higgs.
at them?
I love that they're trying to
It's
take on
King's-
this
King's
identity
just
as a
walking.
high ground team,
Get the
and
Jeep,
one
get the
that's
Jeep.
willing to put everything on the line doing it.
Yeah, I
Yep.
should have just defense.
8th zone though, we see
Go teammate.
so many instances yesterday with team after
Solo
team after
and
team
below
standing it
surge.
for that high ground trying to fight. Agers was one of them, but it's not going to be one of them in this game. 77
Nice.
below the
Nice,
damage
nice, go, go,
threshold
go,
by
go.
himself. Tries to sneak a shot in onto Jarku and Corillion.
That's the
Doesn't
last
find
of his
anyone
heals.
there, but he needs to be
there's
persistent
so
because
many
he is
mines
out
on there.
of heals.
Oh, what the
165
fuck?
HP. Can only take about 8 ticks of this zone
Like,
total.
we're just
Even if
griefing
he
at
was
this
full
point.
health and those
You gotta
ticks
buff, you gotta
are
buff.
being a huge difference maker,
We gotta get this
forcing
one.
him
We gotta get 5.
to try to make a play here. 145. He's going to be able to make it above on that last one because of the shockwave of somebody else. But now
Oh
he's
my
just trying
goodness,
to try
a
to
little
shockwave
bit
him.
high.
He takes that same
have
amount
to
of
get
damage.
5.
The blessing here, though, Monster, for him is Storm Surge just deactivated.
That's right. We are inside that top 40
Nice.
from the high ground, though. Clicks and Higgs doing exactly what they
We
do
just gotta
best.
plug
Already
one.
finding several
Yeah,
sets
good
of
air.
elimination. Little extra
Zen is
damage.
fighting
Look
Higgs for height.
to
What
be
is
Curve
this?
and Higgs there, bro. While we look away, Zen tries to
That
come
is what
up
he's
here.
good
This
at,
is,
though.
of course, Bucky
Yeah,
and
but-
Zen trying to make a play for height, but Clicks and Higgs
Where did Bucky
shut it
go?
down,
You're
and
not
they
gonna
remain
miss with us.
successfully
Yes, we
in
are.
control here at the
We're
moment. Now,
not.
do keep in mind, they
25
committed very
seconds.
early
We have a
here, and
second
they
to get
didn't
it in
have
after
max
this.
material. All that they're trying to
Oh,
do
do
right
we?
now is show that they are willing to dominate height here
Oh
and play
no,
for the win.
Bucky's dead.
What's our teammate
Okay.
He's
doing?
finally getting that elimination, getting cleaned up for Bucky, looking towards the backside of the zone, trying to find Loop, and instead he finds
Poyo?
Tyler Chance.
Told
Not
you.
sure if they see Peter
Where's
Bot Poyo
Robust,
either.
robust, robust.
There's a shockwave to the front, not just
okay.
yet
Told you.
going for height. We still got to
I only
saw
Poyo there. I was worried for a
possibility,
sec.
but if you look at their material
Yeah,
count,
I know.
they might have to get an elimination first.
Nice
Mud
kills
Sphinx
on
would be above.
paper.
Acorn and
Yeah, I'm
Bolts
not
down
gonna-
below in the mud.
This
Find
does not look
themselves
good.
2 more eliminations here. Acorn not getting one, so no siphon for him, so he has to beeline it to the zone. Not a lot on the Chug Jug either, so a dangerous position here for Acorn to be in.
And there's opponents in the storm as well.
Clicks and
Bolts
Higgs chilling on
somewhat
height.
left behind here, trapped in the build. Meanwhile, Cold and
Come
Rapid,
on,
they
Cold.
single Elam, but this is where we've seen them do best. I won't count Cold
They don't
out
have a lot of
any further,
Elams.
as
That
I've
might
done
mean
that
they
once
win this.
before, and I made the mistake
Come on.
by saying so. Venno, Curve on the other side have 4 eliminations. Pressure coming in here. This is what we wanted to see from Venno and Curve. Yesterday, they just couldn't quite figure out their end game and find their
Enough
footing.
and Salt
But now here we
still
are,
full
seeing a
health on
stronger than
both.
ever Venno.
Yeah, and they
Peter
have
Bot trying to jump
maxed
in
out
someone's
material
box.
compared to everybody else. Peter Bot Poyo running out, trying to get into the box. They don't find any opportunities there, so they just continue on getting to the front side of the zone. Chug
This is
Chug,
intense.
Beats does. Poyo has plan B ready. If
Higgs
it
getting
does come
contested
down
on
to
height.
high ground, gets
He's
contested,
almost
Clicks
cracked.
falls. Higgs being forced out of zone. It's solid.
Oh, enough is on height.
New team
Enough is on height.
ready to make day number 2 count here. They already have those 3 eliminations. and
Enough
they're
has a
looking up,
very
making sure
unique
nobody
play
else
style.
is up
Like,
there.
you
Oh
can
no,
tell
Curve
about-
and Venno.
Immediately
Oh my
set
goodness, they
eyes
just
back
killed.
down low,
They just killed
and
enough.
that was the
Instant
distraction.
contest.
That was the mistake.
Contest.
Flying from outside of the zone.
Holy
Curve
shit.
And Venno
They can get the
are now our
reboot,
new
trust
teams on
me.
high ground.
Excellent execution as well.
Right.
From practice to
Ethan,
putting
I
it
want
into
you to
play
just
here.
sit
Curve
on
and Venno
him here.
have the high ground here. No heals though, so
Okay,
we'll keep an
and I'll
eye on
play
them.
with you
Oyo is
Peter
down and out.
Bot.
Peter Bot left to clutch this up by himself. He makes
By
it
himself,
right into
very
the
low
top
health.
10.
Peter Bot goes down.
The HP there, but unfortunately will fall just
Curve and
short.
Venno on
Now
height.
Curve and Venno assessing
Venno
the
They are
situation.
chilling
They have
right
max to
now.
play with.
Zen
They
is
have the
still
height
alive,
and
though.
The distance from the rest of the opponents.
Enough
They
is
can't make
down,
the
but his
pressure down.
teammate Salt is
Yeah,
still
coming
up.
into this game in 10th place on the leaderboard, not where they have hoped. And one
There's
thing
some
we were both
crazy
questioning
placement
is
for them.
what
I'm-
is
I
going
like-
wrong in their mid to end
It's actually
games,
crazy
because
placement.
If they can make it there,
They're
they
doing
can
so
make
good.
plays
That's
happen.
far.
And they're showing it here early in game
Nice
number
kill.
1. Cold and
Rapid.
get pushed.
Come
Cold
on,
goes
Rapid.
Down. A sacrifice for
Carry
Rapid.
the-
He's
carry
got
the
Elam.
torch
He's
for
trying
Cold.
to get out. Wagers goes down to Muzz and Sphinx. This is just chaos
Zen down.
ensuing on the low ground. And for
Cold
Muzz and
down.
Sphinx, they might be the
Rapid
only
down.
duo left alive down below, 'cause Rapid
Last
goes
team,
out.
Sphinx
Aldo goes
Muzz.
down. They have full
Curve and
control
Venno,
of the
full
bottom side
height.
of the map.
Now
Venno
they can
was
just get a
in the
little
zone.
bit of
They're
material
so high
for
up
these
there.
refreshes. They'll be in huge shape here. It's actually
If it's
fighting
at
for
full
the win
health,
right now.
it
There it
doesn't
is,
run out
the
of
most important Elam.
Venno drop down.
Sure, you
Are
won't
really
have it be
down and
over
out.
you, 'cause
They're
it's
pretty
very
much
bad to
down
over
bad
you.
here.
He's
This is gonna
lurking
come
in
down to
final
all
zone.
accuracy.
It's better if I just stop
See
you.
Venno just
Oh my goodness, what a knock. Venno, what a knock. Trying to get that siphon.
Or at least he's trying to keep himself alive.
Damn.
Disruptor against Muzz, Curve,
Dude, what the
and
fuck?
Venno.
GG's.
I don't wanna
Number
go.
1, Game 7 on fire.
And
That's
Venno
that's-
is that guy. He's the guy that
Right,
we knew
that-
coming
Enough had
into
height
a
there.
second
I'm gonna
day,
look at the
he's gonna
leaderboard.
tweak the game plan. He's gonna make sure he's gonna be able
Right
to
there.
perform here,
Never
Jacob. And they did
See where
just
we're at.
that. What a win for them right there. They're going to wrap up the first
Acorn and
game
Bolt
here
still in
on the second
first.
day. Game
Cold and
7
Rapid,
is
1
now
point
officially
away from
wraps.
them. They are so close.
Venno.
Holy shit.
Venno, no way.
They're actually so
Did I just
close.
see
And
that
Cold and Rapid
insane shot?
haven't
Venno.
gotten.
Oh,
That's their
I
worst
cannot believe
placement.
this,
That
guys.
game was their
I-
worst placement
I
with
thought to
26th
myself, game one
place.
has to
What?
start strong, right? Like
They did not get
game one
26th
of
place.
6 today has
Oh,
to start start strong.
Game 7 still
And
stats still have to
Curve
come in.
and Venno get a 9 elim victory royale.
Damn, wait, really?
Kelly, I'm
9 Elam victory
They
royale.
are, but they aren't. And
where
I
are
think
they
that there
now?
was a lot of us wondering if they were losing it
10th
after
place?
day number 1, ending the day off in 10th place, which,
What
you know,
the
reasonably
fuck?
isn't
They're over
that bad
100
of a
points
position,
behind
but when
first.
Curve
Where am I
and
getting
Venom, we were
hit
kind of
from,
expecting
dude?
On the
them to be in
roof.
top 5 after day number 1. But
Where's
if
game
they
7?
continue to play like this, Vivid, if they're able to
Yeah,
run that mid
There's-
game
there's one
and then
more.
wait for the
Oh, wait,
opportunity
no.
to
These leaderboards,
steal
boy.
height, just like
Aye.
they did in game number 7, then I can imagine we'll be seeing Curve and Venom climbing
Reed?
up that
Yo,
leaderboard as the day goes
Reed
on.
and Cooper got in
I mean, Venom
39.
coming over to NA, he was one of those players that people were kind of expecting
QK, the
to
solo
see
clutch
from
on the
yesterday,
high
got
ground,
in
and that
37th.
conversation kind of fizzled out. It felt like kind of,
Aviv and
coming
Kingling
into
got
these grand
36th.
finals, Clifton Higgs, Peterbot, and Ployo, they were the two main contenders that everybody
You
was
gotta
going to talk
stick on
about.
him,
And
man.
it feels like finally
20
in
got
game number
4th,
7,
40th.
we get to see exactly
Just watch his
why
back.
those initial
And then if
thoughts
you
of
see
Venom
someone-
looking
And Penn
to
still
control
in
the
last
tournament
place
even
with
a thing
12
to begin
points.
with.
Either heal him
And I
or
gotta
shoot him.
tell you,
That's just
this is very,
unfortunate.
very
They couldn't
scary
play the
Yeah.
first
for
two
this
games.
grand finals and
50th,
everybody
46th,
that was
46th,
above
30th,
Venom and
50th.
Curve
That's
at
a
how
the
we're
start
bad.
of
gonna
the
win
day.
this.
Because
Yeah.
yesterday in
And
game
Penn
in
is
day number
just
1,
doing it for the
they
doing
did
it
not
for the
have
love of the
any
game at this
singular
point.
game, but they got better than 10th place. This
Bucky
was their
and Zen are
first
in
time
35th.
jumping into the single digits
how
of
much money do they make
placements,
35th
and they
place?
win it. And they look disgusting. I mean, that shot right there from Veno, you guys couldn't see me.
1500.
My jaw was
All right,
literally as
let's go. We
far
got
down as
750
it
bucks.
possibly could go. He looks like he's in form right now. The duo's looking good.
One light half.
Good
They made
shit.
it to the end
Good
game
shit,
all the
Venom.
way.
All right,
They
let's
were
go,
on
let's
the
go, let's
high
go.
ground.
Jump on him.
I don't know.
Gotta keep
I'm
reloading
scared.
this page.
Oh my gosh, this is why sometimes we talk about like
I'm gonna
day
steal, I'm
2
gonna steal, I'm
teams,
gonna
right?
steal.
Day 2, they come
Yeah,
back
there's someone
even
down there, someone
stronger.
down
Has Veno been set free? Is he
So
off
top
the leash?
13
Yeah,
Is
we
he
gotta
going
get rid of
crazy?
the Major 1
Summit.
Oh,
Right now,
This
top
guy,
13
Okay. Don't worry.
is.
We still have 5 games
We don't
left.
like-
I
We're
mean,
gonna
Muzz
take a
just
short
won.
break.
Muzz
When
and
we
Sphinx
come
just
out,
won,
come
so
back,
they're
you
probably a
know we
little
have to
bit
take a look at those
farther
standings 'cause
because they are
there's been some
Okay.
changes. We'll see you in just a minute.
standings. Damn it. 3 minutes. When is this leaderboard gonna? Liquipedia was so early yesterday. Now it's so late. Are they not allowed to put it out now till because it's finals? Like it's because it's day 2 maybe? Because they can't put it out till the live stream does? Because the lowest place on the leaderboard right now is 31st.
All right. Ethan, stick on him.
After
I know,
30th
I'm being a
place,
bit
they just
repetitive.
don't. Yeah. After 30th place of the game, they don't place anything else
Find you,
until
find you.
they put the standings out. Maybe.
Dead. Two of them back there.
FNCS Major 1 Summit.
I'm one of the guys.
Wait, how much is this
I mean-
prize?
Got one of them.
Hold up.
One more, there's one more.
Yeah, he shot me, right there.
Upcoming.
I went around.
He's over here.
Oh, that's okay. NAC.
He's one.
Coming to you, Rubos.
Prize pool is $412,000 USD. It's not bad. It's not bad.
He rezzed.
Would have liked
What?
it if they evened it out at 500K.
Sorry,
Are they
what?
rezzing? Are they rezzing?
Yeah, you can't have everything.
No, there's two of them though.
Did they update?
Wait, are we in third party? Alright, just go to D, just go to D, go to D. Bro, I got you. Did you see where my body was? They were down here and got me shot through that.
Wait, if you're mid, wait. 100.
Yeah, no, they don't have
Back up,
anybody
back up, back up,
past
Ethan, back up. Okay.
Yeah,
30
what happened?
first.
Point.
Huh.
There's so many
Yeah,
people
let's-
there.
And I don't know how
The rest of them coined.
Interesting.
You're not used to losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this. These players are just so locked
Bro,
in.
why
Could it
would
be
he
the milk?
grapple up?
I don't know. Give me the coin. No, I don't have any coins. Or I did.
Level 8.
I saw 0 next time.
Alright,
I hate
coin.
this
Coin.
commercial.
Ethan, coin.
Stay there.
I coined,
You
I
think
coined.
pull?
I
Okay, good.
did, they coined.
We'll see the standings in a second. They're not showing it on Liquipedia.
For you.
On me.
I I don't want to hire an overseer.
Welcome
are you
back,
doing?
Fortnite fam, to the FNCS Game 1 of the day. 7 overall goes
teammate
over
doing,
to
bro?
Curve and Venno. 9
What's our
Elim.
Yo, what's up,
teammate
Kobe?
doing?
They're all
Victory
one.
Royale. Now, I mentioned
They were
before,
all one.
Carhartt. Look up Carhartt,
Who's
chat.
Shift.
Look up
Kelly called
Carhartt.
out, yeah, Curve and Venno were in the
Wait.
top 10. You know, that's kind of
They
crazy.
don't know how to get
but,
up here. Oh, they have to
You know,
do
Kelly,
it.
I
it just
have to
takes
upgrade
one
my-
game of
have to
Fortnite
upgrade?
to kind of change
Upgrade woodcutter.
everything around. And of
Oh.
course, wouldn't you know it,
Okay.
Curve and Venno have actually jumped up from
Yeah.
that
Bro,
place.
they were
That's
all
10th
one
place.
shot.
327 points. I guess, Kelly,
upgrade my
without
woodcutter.
spoiling it, where do you think they landed? I'm going to answer for you.
Espionage.
Top five.
Cold's in first. Let's go.
That's just
Cold's
what we
in
were talking about,
first.
and you
Good
can
answer, good
see
answer.
Chat, Cold's in
that,
first.
Calling from sundown from
Yes.
the shooting is happening right now. From
Yes.
first to fifth place, we
It's
have
only
around
game
a
7.
71
It's only
point
game
difference.
7,
We
but
know
I'm just
that 71
I'm just
points
saying
easily gained in a
he's in
single
first,
game,
and
Vivid.
he's
So
20
to see
points
Curve
over
and
20
Venno,
points
who are
ahead
at the bottom
Acorn
of this list in
and
page number
Bolts.
1, jump up all the way.
I'm just
I feel like
saying.
not only inspires me, but also
the gateway,
inspires the
the
rest of the
gateway
lobby to
on
do
that
the same.
box.
Cold gonna win
Yeah,
this shit.
huge for them to go ahead and do this. And coming into today, Kelly kind of already
Let's
talked
go,
about how
chat.
many points they are
Let's
behind
go.
right now. Coming into today after the first 6
Where's
games
Clicks
on
and
day
Higgs
number
are
one,
in 7th.
Venno, when they were
Peterbot
sitting in
and
10th place,
Pollo in
Fortnite were
6th.
sitting in
This
first.
one's
Muzz
really
and
easy.
Sphinx went up to
113
9th.
points was the difference
from
between
that win.
Venno and Curve and first place after day number 1. Like Kelly mentioned,
I feel
they're now
like
71 points behind, which means that they closed the gap that
Cole and
game
Rapid
by
could take
42
this.
points.
Even in
So
game, just
technically speaking,
game,
if we
just
were to run that exact game number 7 back 2 more times,
Break this up.
Curve and Venno would be in first place right now. Anything's possible. These standings are a lot closer than it currently may seem. And Zeke, can we just talk about this elimination column? How in the heck are these guys leading right now? They have 40 eliminations.
They are getting active,
know,
Vivid.
like
Oh my
Crazy.
goodness, Curve and
Crazy,
Venno
right?
have
The
40
overall
40
placement they
elims.
have may
That's
not
crazy.
be the
Okay,
craziest,
as long as
right?
Purple
But
doesn't
I mean,
get
when
this,
you
which they
have
shouldn't.
40 eliminations, 40. They have an average placement
He's
of
averaging
17,
40.
But it doesn't matter, right? This is what's that
How are you
difference maker
averaging
was with that
40
additional
eliminations
point
in grand
from Elim.
finals?
But guys, also just look at this
Bro,
leaderboard, right?
come
Look at the
on,
little
man.
numbers right next to
What?
their placement.
I'm just
right? We
saying,
see
like, how do
doesn't
you,
know
how's that
ball.
possible?
Acorn and Bolts, they swap places, but
Doesn't know
everyone
ball.
else besides
Is it 40
Venno
points
and
from
Curve
elimination?
have
He
not
doesn't
moved,
know
right? That
ball.
top 6 right before they jumped in here.
That would
are
make more
all
sense than a
Wait,
10
so I'm
elims
saying
per game.
together. It's so insane. I mean, even look at like Peterbot and Pollo and
I
Clicks and
can't hear
Higgs,
anything.
and now we also have to look at.
Okay, I don't know
Tommy
why
and
he's
Diminish
going over
because
there.
Clicks and
Pink
Higgs
is
are
probably
now
gonna
tied
get
with them
that, or
points
orange at
wise,
least.
but Peterbot and Pollo are only 10 points ahead of
No, I
them.
don't think so.
I just can't believe
Oh
how
my.
close.
Like,
all of
Peterbot
this
and
has to
Clicks
become
are, like,
after a
games-
You wanna
single
take a
game.
kill?
Like literally just neck and neck.
Yeah, and I mean,
This
we're
one
taking a
time.
quick
We
look at
don't- we just
Peterbot
want
and
someone
Pollo
else
right
to
now,
get
and that
this-
looked actually like that could have been a
besides it.
very
We want Pink to
successful
get
game
this.
for them. However, Peter was a solo
If
player
Peter
towards
does
the
get
end
it,
right
you know.
there and did go down, I believe, in 9th place. There was a moment in that game, though, where it looked like they were taking a peek up on to
I don't
Height.
know what
They saw
Orange
that it was
doing.
Clicks and
Orange
Higgs,
has
for
to
sure. I
get
thought they were
that.
going to go and steal for Height again. But it didn't look like it went that way for
Our
them,
team is
Vivid.
out.
However,
you
it does seem
can
like they're
upgrade the
already
tower
starting
over
to change
here.
up their strategy
Need to
just a little
team
bit
wipe
from
them.
what we saw from day number 1. So I can expect
Treasure
some more changes
chest.
as well.
No,
from day
Pink's
to
not
come.
gonna get this.
Yeah, I saw a little bit more
we
aggressive
get it, though.
plays out of them.
Oh,
I mean, we're
let it
kind
go, let
of
him steal,
used to
let him
that in past seasons.
Let's
Did look
back
like
up.
they were going for a couple of extra
It's
fights,
too-
but
they
I mean,
didn't
once
get
again,
it.
we jump over to them when they're in the end game, and they just have nothing. You know, no builds to kind of work with. Not sure what's happening on some of those rotates to where they have to invest so much stuff, but we have not been able to see Peterbot and Pollo be healthy enough in the end game to kind of push for any of these victory royales.
You know, and it's tough because this is just the first game of the day. We have 5 more, but we also can't really skip a beat, can we, Vivid? Like, we need to make sure now more than ever
Well,
we are
well,
minimizing those
yeah,
little
well,
mistakes or whatever. Like,
well,
again, look at
there's
the
a
top of the
dispute.
leaderboard, right? We came in,
Thief
Acorn and
has
Bolts
been
was
caught
1
red-handed.
point
The
ahead
scoundrel
because of
wants to
this
steal
last
from
game.
your
Acorn and
personal
Bolts fell
storehouse.
in
What
12th
should we
place
do with this
only
rogue?
2 elims. You look up Cold and Rapid, in 4th place with 3. This is gonna come down to this over like the next 5 games, right, Kelly?
Why would
A
I
single
release him?
mistake.
He's
Everybody
just gonna.
is
He
taking
tried to.
farther and farther
He
up the
wanted
leaderboard.
to
A
steal.
single mistake will suddenly shift everything, and enough of those chain together.
If he
suddenly
doesn't
the
change his
point
actions,
thresholds
he
are
will
gonna
be
see that
executed.
patented shooting like Sundown called out.
No, just executing at this
Well,
point.
you say these single mistakes, and I think in reflection of that is that you can't just have these teams that are kind of playing a little passively, right? They're going for placements, maybe they get a handful of eliminations. You need
I
these
can't
teams that are
expand my
able to pull
castle
out
again.
these pop-off
You
games.
dumb shit.
And that is why Cold and Rapid, although they might not be having these wins that all these other teams in our top 5 are having, they did have that 11 elimination second place. So these pop-off games are now what's going to be separating our top from the rest of the lobby.
Golden Rapid, man, they continue to be consistent. They're trying to pull away. A couple of teams are on the hunt. 5 more games to do it.
Oh, man. Let's get right back into it. Game 8 is ready. So, casters, take it away.
Game 8 coming up.
Monster, they're talking about 5 games left. It almost feels like that's a lot of time, but you and I both know these games will go quick. We already seen an accelerated game 1 in terms of eliminations.
Yeah, definitely. That game 1 started off so fast. We looked up, 76 players were eliminated or left in the lobby. There was no first kind of surge warning that we're really used to seeing with ED+. So we just kind of jumped into the mid game and things were so different. The dynamic, you can tell, is already shifting. You know, there's something new in the air here, and our top teams are starting to break away. So let's just go on the battle bus one more time.
Game number 8. Cold's in first. Let's go, Cold.
You
got this shit, bro.
Much closer than
I believe in you, bro.
And you can even look down to that qualification spot into the top 13. That is as stacked as the race at the top of the leaderboard. So we'll have our eyes peeled on both the top and those qualifications.
Why is there 4 of them?
Today, but Curve and Veno, when I was kind of looking at some of those stats, there are the top 5 players in damage. Curve and Veno are 2.
Wait, they're not contested.
5 players. Both of these guys are firing off cylinders.
No.
And this is when we were going into
Who used to contest these guys? I swear there was someone contesting these guys.
Obviously, the accolades aren't there on Curve, but it reminds me so much of that
Wasn't it paper?
and Veno duo that dominated EU for so long.
Yeah,
Where did they?
Definitely see it, and you know,
they're
we
cooked.
called it out at several different
what are we
points
doing
last
now
time.
over here?
Game 1, Curve and Veno's, you know, ability to
does not have a gun. He
multiple
just got
teams at different
he
vending
just got
machines
killed.
was honestly commendable. And then we tune in like game 3 or 4,
Wow,
and they have
paper.
like 7 elims in the early game. So clearly,
No wonder Muzz dropped
you.
you. No, I'm kidding.
That part out. And if today it's all end games with Veno and Curve, I mean, all they've been doing all season long.
It was
is
paper and Muzz.
practicing Psychoing for height and dominating, right? And hey, this is the 3rd time now Veno basically makes an endgame, 2 of which he went for high ground. So he's showing us if he's got a shot at it, they're gonna take it.
Paper's teammate.
So many teams just kind of emerge and their game plan set in stone, but these quick off-spawn fights
N-Pen
kind of be the difference.
gets a kill.
Mafia gets
Jack
back, and N-Pen
really low here.
1 elimination.
N-Pen needs to help his teammate.
N-Pen. Mafia is going to be the one going down, but they kind of switch up their drop spot a little bit. It's not too far away.
N-Pen and Jack versus 1 solo. Will they do it or will they get killed?
Side of Frigid Fortress this time around.
You never know. You never know.
Change or an overall game plan adjustment for Jack.
Osid lurking.
But you got to be careful because
Diminished.
you got Minished on the other side. You got Osid and Scare on the north side, so it's not going to be.
He wants that loot.
There's a lot going on.
He wants that
here.
loot.
Definitely, they're kind of in the mix here. Now they do have, like you said, that early elim here. So it's a single player left in the duo. Stick there. Just going to buy his time here. It seems like he finally finds an opportunity to jump back in the mix. Jack has to come to the rescue.
Oh no, he just got 200 pumped.
Josh, what a shot by
Holy
the tick
crap.
here. And this is what, you know,
no.
this is what happens at the highest level of play, right, Jacob? Like, anything can happen. Pros do have their moments.
No.
Although he does get full finish here, it doesn't matter. N-Pen is now in a much worse position.
Well, yeah, now it's the roles have switched. Diminished. Where did Diminished go?
You can kind of see in the feed that N-Pen
Now it's
did not get eliminated.
now N-Pen's all alone.
This might be a
And it's
blessing for N-Pen
him
to try
versus
to get
2
out.
other
He
teams.
does have the zip line though, leaves you open to take a shot. Creon Dragon not slowing down. Big shot onto Osid. It's gonna push him back into the box. They have to try to find a way out. Creon's down on the other side. They even get through. Dragon pulling full aggression on this fight against Osid and Scare. They already get the first knock. Creon with the other angle. They get a full-on wipe.
They played that perfectly as well. Leaving that weakened wall there while Dragon distracted from the high ground and then takes it at the prime time there. The timing just couldn't have been better. Looks Karis trapped, caught with this pickaxe out. Just not much you can do here. Meanwhile, Falcons, Peterbot and Boyo back at it. This time onto Chris and Drew. We've seen this fight happen before. The last time Chris and Drew were left almost in shambles, chased across a big section of the map. And it seemed pretty similar when the zone was kind of keeping Squibbly in play.
He's mad this guy copied his name.
Peterbot and Boyo early on are willing to take some of these risks. But you can say Peterbot
What's
takes
the
a
hype
big
around this
shot,
skin? I'm
forced
not
it back
gonna
up.
lie,
They didn't
it's
necessarily
not that
win the
good.
trades here when it
The
comes
other
to Surge.
Catwoman.
They're gonna have to go back on over to
the hype?
Squibbly, where in essence they do have almost infinite heals that do spawn
Pick up,
over
pick
towards
it up,
that rift.
pick it up.
But Riptide,
They'll respect
saw
it.
threats in
They won't
Veer.
shoot you. They'll
Win
respect
the
it.
fight in that last game. Veer almost going down. You can see it kind of led into them being affected by Storm Surge, but Mako and Blanks, a team that qualified out of Frigid Fortress with
I think that's gonna be pretty good.
Just changing up their drop spot here again today.
Huh?
And that's
Like,
sometimes
obviously,
what you have to
like,
do.
I think
Day
it
one
could
to
be a little
day two,
better,
you hit
but
the VODs, you figure out what
it's not
changes you
terrible.
can make.
What?
Threats and Veer successful in
Catwoman
the
skin?
last game this time.
Oh.
Threats is left to play
Yeah,
this one out
it's
by
not
himself,
terrible,
at least
but
here
there's
at the
another
start.
Catwoman skin that's better.
And once again, though, Jake, I'm looking at that overall player count.
Yeah,
78 remaining. So it seems like the early day jitters are out the window here
It's
now.
a
Here's
it's a
back
sweat
to
skin
Curve and
apparently.
Venno playing similar to the last
Yeah.
time. It made sense why there was that big wooden base. This is just the early game strategy. Committing here to play for a
Venno
Surge
and
tower.
Curve. Haven't seen them lurk at all this game. They've one kill.
Where he's going to give up all the loot to Curve right now. You know, Curve is kind of, I wouldn't say the mastermind by any means, but he's
Wait.
the main guy, the main source of
Really?
their early game damage. Trying to get
Cool.
Surge, see them
Healing.
breaking open the tops of buildings.
Smart.
That way nobody can safely lurk nearby. And I think that's one thing for
There
Surge,
it is,
because we
right
saw
as I
them try to
die.
make that attempt in that last game, lurk back towards the Surge base that was momentarily stolen.
Like, what's the point of healing if I'm already
Wonder if
dead?
That's why. You see a lot of these Surge bases, monster,
Cold.
metal, brick. Venno and Curve,
He's got
for the
the
most part, they build
mythic.
it in wood.
Yeah, they know it's temporary. They don't want to attract too much
He needs
attention.
some milk.
And maybe
Yo,
when
good
it's
job,
wood, it kind of
team.
signals to other people, no one's going to be based up in wood, right? Surely not.
Oh,
Part of the strategy. Mind games at play here. H-Cube and Cryptid do end up finding threats there. So from solo
That's
now
not
back to
good.
the lobby there. Got a little update here with Cold and Rapid.
back to the VOD review.
For threats going down though, and Veer, that's a huge loss. You know, coming into this game alone, they're in 11th place. They're 20
Hello.
points ahead of the line, 13th place for that Summit land
What's up?
spot. So they're gonna have to really hope the rest of the competition
Cold's in
is fair
first.
as well in this game, kind of giving them a couple of chances to close out the day.
Cold.
4 more games left for them.
That's why I want to win,
Five
and he's in first.
overall, including this one for Cold.
He's a
and
good
Clicks
Cold.
is in,
Cold
like,
right now.
ninth.
As usual, set up center
Right
mass
behind
over
Peterbot.
at Minion. Cold was
He's
able
gooning
to
to
get
Cold
the
right
mythic
now.
Chaos Reloader, and you can see all the
You're
sorts
fucking
of
weird,
goodies
bro.
that they have.
Bro,
Multiple
Buzz, are you
pizzas,
actually gonna
med
play
kits.
the finals
So they
with
can
me if I
honestly
play?
stay here just like they normally
Probably,
do.
yeah.
Rotate late and just kind of pad
Liar.
that surge that.
Yeah, at least 4 or so games
All
yesterday.
right.
I think whenever we tuned in,
I guess you
essentially,
don't
they
wanna-
had
But
a
you
mythic
can't
shot.
show
I
the
would.
finals. It's on Xbox One.
I do want to
They
play.
have had a fair
Last
amount
time,
of
you
success
said
with
I'll
the
play
with you. And then you were like, I got on you
loadout
like,
situation.
never
Well,
mind.
Well,
We're
both
not
you
gonna
and
know.
Kata, both you and
It's a
Kata
bit of
said
a
no.
messy one. You see other teams.
It was
putting their
halfway
influence
you.
into the mix here.
What? No,
Throwing
I
their
said
ammo
I didn't want to
into
play with him.
the bucket, if you will.
Exactly.
Electro managed
Okay,
to
that
sneak
doesn't
out
mean
the
I
side,
didn't
though.
want to play.
Turned
The
up
game
around,
with
puts himself
you
in
besides
between
off the
those
fucking
firing
game.
shots.
That's
Funny
fair.
thing is,
What's the funny
What's
thing?
the funny thing?
Was prepared for this. Big form,
nothing.
but For Electro and Oak, they don't want to overstay their welcome here.
Fire.
What?
Shockwave outside
What,
of
is it
range
when
for
Luke
Acorn
asked
Bulls,
me to
but
play
they
the
end up in
finals
the
with him
range
and
of
I
pulling
said
that.
no? 'cause I
No,
didn't get
no,
it?
no, no.
Performance
I wasn't
so
gonna say
far
that.
On day number one,
Yeah.
it looks like
Surprise.
Electro
Definitely
hoping to
not.
get aggressive here, maybe for some early surge or eliminations, depending on what they're looking for overall. If they
I'm
want to try to
surprised they
fly
didn't
up
say
that
that.
leaderboard, but there are 4 teams directly
I
in
didn't
I was
actually
going
get
to
the
say,
game.
Acorn and Bolts all the way
um,
towards the north, and a couple of teams.
the funny
stacked
thing
up
is,
in
if
between.
Kata
Electro
hears
got all of that information through the past couple of
you
shockwaves,
wanna-
and I do
you
think
don't
they're
wanna
making
play
the
with
right
him,
decision.
but you
Focus
wanna
on
play with
getting into
Robust,
zone instead of staying on
there's
the
gonna be
stack bench.
some
Especially
find
for
right
their
here.
loadouts. Yeah, they don't have
I
nothing.
don't give a fuck. Kid is a
unnecessary
fucking corny ass
confusion.
Pushed up
fucking-
floppers already. They're gonna have to
20-year-old.
get their material count back. But you saw there, Cold, they
belittled
thought they
minors
were
for the
spotted
fun of
out.
it.
That's why they based up
Like a fucking
almost
goof.
defensively out the gate, which gave Electro the signal. Like, yo, wait a second.
Yeah,
These dudes are
what's
hiding
the
from
argument
us.
about that
Maybe
now?
we should take this fight.
Well, he'll have an argument. He has
He's
an
out though.
argument
Peter
for everything.
Rapoya back at it right now,
Yeah, he
finding
was fucking
CZ and
bummed.
Raven here. It's like the worst nightmare for CDC and Raven. You know, we gave them a lot of grace yesterday.
There's no way.
We watched them continue to improve game to game.
Player takes down
What are
Riley.
they doing right now? They're ending up in the warpath with Peter by Pollo. I don't like
Bro,
it.
my teammate
I'm sure
gets
they don't either.
revived. He instantly goes and steps on a mine and dies.
On to Pollo. That's an
Like,
factor. He does
this
get
is
that
what's
elimination.
hardest about
It almost
ranked.
makes you wonder if
The
CDC and Raven
teammates, if you
rotated
solo
towards
queue.
Swiftly in that last game. They did not fight Peterbot and Pollo. So they're probably thinking like Peterbot and Pollo, they're not going to be here. They're going to rotate on out. This time a whole different plan for Pete and Pollo. They stay around Swiftly Shores. They spot out the team rotating in. And they just fight for those eliminations. 8 more points for them as they continue to rise up that leaderboard. They close the gap already with game number 1. And they're
And we
already
wonder
closing
why
the
he
gap
doesn't- why
again,
Kay doesn't
depending on
want
how
both.
many eliminations that Curve and Benno have been able to get so far. This game started with a
Why are we
13-point
sitting
lead
in a
between
corner,
5th and
bro?
6th place. Well, they've already cut it down to 5.
Quicks and Pigs want to do that as well. I mean, clearly the #1 problem with their
How did that guy
entire
not kill you? You're
situation right now is that they need
didn't have
way
amp.
more eliminations. They came into this with roughly 15 or so. If you look at all the teams inside of the top 10, they are definitely towards the bottom. of the
Bro, my
ELIM
teammates are
activity.
so bad.
Their placement points are exceptional, though.
Wait,
I mean,
if
they
someone
even
other
do
than
have
Ritual's
this-
AFK.
Let's not forget that, right? Like that's
Oh.
super impressive.
sounds like
all in
me.
all.
For a moment yesterday, had me believing that Clicks Higgs, first time FNC as champions, they're going to be able to channel that. They're not going to get high elimination games. They really need to start to build consistent
They're just sitting in
inside of the
Storm.
top 5.
I do want to see what the
Ritual.
benefits are.
Uncontested
I
at
get the
Sandy
Iron
Strip.
Bound
For the most
25
part, this is one of those
XP
POIs. We don't see
Were you
very,
lucky
very
ninja?
many teams
What the fuck is a
rotate
multi
in
bow?
and around. I
Are
think
you
they know
lucky
how
ninja?
aggressive Ritual and Agers
What?
Just like
how long
feedback.
they actually
Are you
stay
lucky
in
ninja?
this
yeah,
POI to
yeah.
protect that many machine. Get some early surge.
It's like a
And avoid
multi-bug.
rotating around
Why'd
so they
you
don't
say
take any
Ninga?
free
Multi-buck
damage.
is a
Some
multi-buck?
rotate late in the next couple of zones.
No, it's
but
like a
Javi
V-buck.
and Aminish,
Oh,
they've already made it
okay.
priority to rotate in
Well, I'm
towards the
gonna add
zone.
in my
Not
thing.
too
I didn't
far
know
away.
when
If you
he
look at
was
the
a
mini map,
sniper.
those little blue arrows. Yep, that's
Are you
Visual
gonna
Very
go
Braids, kind of taking a
light?
page
The only thing I
out of
don't
their
like
playbook.
watching
A
about
little
Yeah, I'm
bit
gonna
of
go
zones,
light.
spawn them
about
out in the
watching,
center of zone, and hope
like
the teams make
comp
mistakes rotating.
Fortnite is
Their
is
strategy
this.
hasn't changed. I mean, even
Everybody's
last
just
game
kinda
was
like
not too
sitting,
bad, and they could have just pushed it a little bit
waiting.
further.
You
haven't
Which
even
is
played this
still
game enough to
inside of
play
third, but
ranked.
16th is
Yeah.
still an end game, you know, overall.
I've
That's
never
crazy.
played this game
All he
before,
has to do is
ever.
get the light
However,
class with
big
the
points
M11
to
and
really
he'll
add up if
cook.
you break into the top
What's the
10,
M11?
closer to that
Is the
top
M11 the
5.
SMG?
It's like a Mac 10.
Dude.
Wasn't Sphinx
Or
here.
get him the
Don't see
XP50
Sphinx. Yep, looks like he must
Yeah,
or
he's
have
on
been
it.
ARN.
Yeah.
Some
Get
of the
this guy
action
light
here.
class with dash.
Ooh, ARM might be
Look,
good.
Jacob,
Get
we were
this guy
talking
light
about
class.
fast,
Just
you know,
tell
that
him
first,
actually
tell him
grapple
exactly
would be-
tell him exactly what Lodo to go as a light. Get him that class and he'll start fucking destroying people.
on,
Robust.
Brad.
Feeling of some of these
Find the
contested
vault,
drops
this
and
closet,
surrounding
the cash
lands.
box,
There's a little bit of
the
freedom
cash
because
box.
everybody has that time limit where they have to drop, they
Alright.
have to
What is
get
this
their
game
loot, they
about?
have to mat up, they have to grab their resources.
mom.
So maybe that's
That
the
doesn't
little
answer.
window of
Or the
opportunity some of
boundless.
these
I wanna
teams
be the
are
big
going ahead
splash.
and taking.
We're already the boundless though. You can't
But I want
choose.
to be the big splash.
Play out here.
Yo, this is like a tournament,
Fresh
bro.
is going to be the name of the game.
Yeah.
If you're looking to make
Come
up
on,
with some of
Brad.
those points, you see Benno and Curve already
Hey,
doing it.
it's
We've
just
seen
how it
Peterbot
is.
come online with doing it.
Shouldn't
Sonar
play
grenade
quick
is
cash with
flash.
him.
About some of the
No,
same
we're not
He hasn't
playing
played
quick
the
cash
game.
with him. We
Aegis
are
wasn't
not
necessarily
playing
on
quick
that
cash with
list,
him.
You
but
should
if we
play
would've
quick
kept
cash
the
with
list
him
I'm not
to
putting him in
introduce
quick cash.
added on
to
top of
I'm not
Aegis
putting him in
did
quick
move,
cash.
I
What the
believe,
fuck
from
is
Luke,
your problem?
why are you
So
setting
baby.
me up for failure, bro?
I'm not turning
kind of
him into
position to
another
start
loop.
catching up. Talk
I'm
about
only
being
playing
Ew.
quick
journey, right? Look at this. The
Nice.
zone's pulling south, and this
Luke,
actually
why are you
Nice.
setting me
for
up
them
for failure?
Ethan,
because
after
they
this game,
have
you
some
gotta join.
distance from the edge, and they can
Okay.
see all of these potential
'Cause,
opportunities of
the
teams
14-year-old
that
joined
have
us.
to move long
Forgot
before
his
them.
name.
So they have their clear
15.
pathway to
When did you turn
success
15?
to overdrive
I've
out.
been 15.
Then they have teams all
I'll go
across here
fishing
kind
in
of pick apart the
Louisiana.
process. Meanwhile, though, Clicks
Huh?
is actually in
been
world of trouble.
15.
Why in the world
I'll
would
go
he
I've
have to find a
been
dark
15
domain
for
and
a
just
long
figure that
You're
one
the
out in
real
a second?
15.
These lost Clicks in the process.
You're the real
Higgs
10.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the
I don't know,
real
I'm just
big
running.
boy.
Plan here, and you can see it almost looks like they might have been rotating
Go,
under
go,
Going
fishing
to
in Louisiana.
why Rapid
Hey, bro.
and Cold would be down there, but you can see why they were getting aggressive. They're going to be 250.
Ah!
Already honest, it's orange.
Clicks is actually
Clicks is Clicks is pushing them.
I'm not sure if this is the plan right now or just to simply
What are we
try to push
doing?
them back for the free
That-
reboot card. Either way, a brave play coming out from Clicks.
What are we doing,
Probably knowing that
Clicks?
Cold was
Yeah, our
weak,
team is
a
terrible.
lot of HP missing. He's
Louisiana's
actually going
not
to be able to
it.
steal away a pizza out of the hands of Cold and Rapid.
They left.
It's just a matter of Cold and Rapid
I feel like
rotating
you would be
out.
good at
Quick
quick
Pop
gas,
checking to
though.
make sure, and now everybody is out.
So
of
in
guard.
I
this
just
game,
thought
what
it'd
you
be a
really
good
have to play
idea
This moment,
to
Monster,
teach
it
him
looks like
through that.
disaster strikes.
Yeah.
They're gonna have
Or maybe go into
fresh
practice.
air and time to breathe.
Yo,
if he can get that
You don't have to
reset.
shut me up
The
so
only
hard.
thing I can think of, and if we will have to
I
go
know,
to the
but
replays to find out, he had to have been fighting
He's
for
gotta
I want to
his
know
use
that
the
there's-
right?
pistol,
There's no way
bro. Come on, bro.
he's just gonna go challenge.
Come
It's not like he's gonna be
a team
playing
like
a
that,
lot
right?
though.
Like not for no reason, at least not as a solo. So in the end, though, it plays off. He ends up doing exactly what he needs to do, and he comes out ahead. You know, the extra pizza
Who's
box is
winning? Luke.
definitely gonna be a huge win.
Cold.
Especially given that they're in the zone.
Cold is in
So-
first.
Speed about for you though.
In this,
a bit
we
of a
really
standout.
wanna
That's
work
where I
it.
want him.
And they have the zone. Okay, this is
Okay,
actually
First
I'm
place.
on,
Before we
I'm
win.
on height. I'm on height. I'm on height.
material count not
They're
exactly
up here.
maxed out. However, though, they have everything else going for them.
To see
One is one shot.
Louisiana.
Team next to him.
Say what I hear,
on the
bro.
other side, trying to
Mr.
put down
Washington
pressure.
is
Possibly
one
force
shot,
Peter
bro.
Bot and Foyo back, but
Mr.
Which
Washington.
one is that?
in a moment.
Washington.
Oh, the one that
One
looks
of
like
the
it.
orange, bro.
Take the zone, and we tune into Rate right now.
Yo, I can't
Cooper
grab
is
The
one.
Reed's a solo.
Yeah, 'cause
Multiple
did you get,
teams, looks like they
did you get
spot him out as a
rebooted?
Solo.
Yeah.
Send some fire his
Then
way,
you
trying to put
can't-
down pressure.
you can't,
Zone max pulls
well, like,
yet again
was
away
it
from Reed. Got to see if he
like
can
where
actually try to
he
go
walked
for the
away
revive
as
here
you
with
got
very little
revived?
materials or played out
Yeah.
the solo. I think he has no other
You
choice
can't
but to
use
play this one
your
out
like
as a
abilities
solo.
and stuff till
It's
like
not
5
enough
seconds
time
after
to
that.
get
They
the
do it that
revive.
way.
Both of them will end up going down. So Reed, a lot of pressure on your shoulders here to finish this
That would have
game.
been nice to
Pressure
know.
on Bolts and Acorn as well here. Below the surge.
Yeah, it's just it's
we
a
were
bunch of
highlighting
little
the
stuff
fact
like
that teams like Acorn and Bolts didn't have problems with the Storm Surge at all, at least doing damage to them. And then we come in now,
Oh
and
shit.
already that's not the same story here at all. Acorn, so
Oh,
much pressure, he
nice
doesn't
crack.
even have time to run and heal. But
I'm 1
Bolts
HP.
comes in to back him up here. This is onto paper. This is really going to come
That's-
down to
Oh
whether or
my
not Bolt's
goodness,
been
what
buying
an
his
angle.
teammate a little bit of time. He's done it so far. He finds paper there.
Where you at?
Paper goes rolling away off to the side. Resi now in a one-on-one against Acorn. Acorn, you gotta fend for
Rez on my
yourself,
body.
son. This is gonna be tough. Resi's trying to hold
Oh,
it down.
no.
Acorn,
On my body, on my-
The big
Acorn gets
Acorn
on.
Oh my God,
is
this
here,
one, this one,
and he
this one,
does
this
what he
one.
needs to do.
He's running,
to
he's running,
stay
he's running.
in
Yeah,
the
right there.
game.
Oh no!
Oh, that's Mr. Washington.
Oh my
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
meant the one that
awesome.
looked
Yo, what's
like
up, Wyatt? No, enough. Enough is down. Enough is down. Bucky's still up though.
Now we got the cash out. So if you look in the top left,
It's getting heated. It's getting heated. Bucky and Zen getting focused.
But just gets cut a
Hey, if you
little
look at the top
too
left,
short.
yeah.
This
Illush,
one,
we're
this
blue.
game
We're
right
always
here
blue.
in
We're
terms
first?
of the leaderboard, Monster,
Yeah,
they
right now
are
we are in
going to
first.
feel for
But
sure
if someone
outside
were to
of
steal
Eden,
this
those
cash
are
out
the
from
only
us,
points they
we'd
got.
only have 5,000.
Possibly going down around
Because
20.
you
Now we
only
got
get the
13.
money from it.
No
You only get the
points
money
for
from
that
it
effort.
as
Peter
you
Bot
finish.
Foyer, though, surviving a little bit of an onslaught.
Yeah.
Not
But
able
if-
to get
If
elimination,
two
but
other
a little
teams
bit
get
of
more money
cleanup.
than us,
Some
then we're
extra
Let's
not
go to
we're
3.
in
Let's go
third
to
or
3.
fourth.
Let's go to 3.
This is something
Yeah.
I think Cold and Rapid.
But if
need.
other
You
teams
saw
get
them
more
chased
money
by
than us
Clicks
and we're in third or
underneath,
fourth, we
trying
get
to
knocked
revenge
down to
for
make it to
Higgs.
the
You can see what that has done to their
2
progression in
rounds.
this game. Barely
This is
3
ranked,
above the
right?
damage threshold.
No,
Cold
you
with a
have not
huge
played enough
chunk
to play
of shield
ranked.
missing. It's
Like
put
it
him so
physically
far
won't
back.
let you.
There's
just
2
thinking,
rounds
like,
with 4 teams in
Cold
each
and
game.
Rapid have a chance to
And then
break
the last
so far
round
ahead
is
of the
2
competition.
teams.
It's going to be a huge
3v3.
problem in the rest of the lobby right now.
Reed
If
getting
they have a big
beamed.
end game right here.
Trying to get these shields.
No one's played perfect though.
Alright,
Just
they
got
have
tagged
that
again.
turret
He's
up
only
there.
28
Bro.
health.
For him here, just taking damage from
What do we do with this
Storm,
vault?
taking damage from Storm Surge, no extra HP, he's 93 below.
Oh!
Deactivated for a moment.
Oh!
my God.
I got a vault. What do I do
Holy
now?
shit!
Literally, if it was still actually
was that?
active Monster, he would have been taken
Take
down
it
for
to-
sure,
we
but
gotta go to
Reed
C.
making a play.
They're kinda in the
4 more
way.
points in this game. 2 teams
You
need to
shit
go
on
down,
somebody.
and he's going to start getting rewarded with placement points.
Hey man, he's back like he
Okay.
never left right here. It's got 2 big pots as well to bounce back in the game. Pressure on Briggs and visuals from the side here. These are his walls too. He can get in and make some pretty dirty plays here. But talk about a way to
Damn.
claw your way out of the grave
What
for
are
a
these
second.
door
Visuals
things
embrace that.
open, bro?
Look at what happened here. Just
Ooh,
shortly
and
before they made that
then-
rotate, they actually find an elimination there, an important one as well. At 3 HP, the siphon is what's going to keep them in the game, remaining competitive. I saw
Yo,
that while we were
open
hopping
your
around,
things, bro.
Clicks actually eliminated
Thank
too.
you.
So we have some pretty big top 10 teams now
Visual
fully out of the
grades.
game. This is
Oh
going to
my
shake
goodness.
up
They're
everything
cooked. cooked.
we
He's
know
1
it.
HP.
68 below though. Visuals Braid's
Yeah,
got a little
visuals
bit of
gone.
breathe, but it's not gonna last very long.
Where?
Down here.
Raids had some
East
extra
4 bar.
shield, allowing him to take the tick, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to find the damage, especially in a zone like this.
Vino and Curve, full health.
down here, down here, down here.
Side of zone to
He's
contest the
gonna
high
revive,
ground.
never mind.
Nobody's really making themselves known
Nice.
as the team above the rest. They're not necessarily ready
Yo,
for
he's
it.
still
Sometimes
alive?
down.
we say
I
it's a
didn't.
little
I
bit
thought
too
RGB
early.
killed
Flex and
I
Hanks.
think everybody has that same
Last
sense
one.
in the back of their mind, saving the material, saving the shockwaves, make a play for it, maybe in the next couple of zones. But for now, Agers and Ritual, looking at what's in front of them. That's Slepsy, that's Wagers, put down damage, trying to spray through the box. A couple of those are going to connect, but not enough to give them the green light to go.
Yeah, there's one thing about the way Clicks and
yeah.
Hicks played. They played these
Throw
single
that.
towers and not really overcommit with the tarps. And I would love to see teams do that
Where they
because
at?
high ground is completely free right now. Even Rituals and Ages are looking up like, wait a second.
Rituals
bro,
and Agers
no
taking
one's
height.
up here, and you saw him kind of break off for it.
Nice kill by
on the other
Braids.
side, though, just popping off right here, playing the
Nice.
other zone, gets a little siphon going.
Foyo,
and
Peter
now
Bot
look,
going
you
for
got
height. Cracks
Peter
one.
secures it.
Another one
Peter
almost
Bot
cracked.
goes up.
Cracked
We're just waiting
another.
for someone to build the
They took
foundation.
the height.
Up here,
And
up
now
here.
they come in
Foyo,
to try
Peter
to
Bot
take
take
the
height.
investment away from them, and it actually works off.
Yeah, massive damage.
Agers
onto
going
Agers,
down.
onto Ritual, forcing them away, but you still got to be careful. Curve
20
Venom,
still
full
alive.
HP front side of zone. Agers gets left by himself. Talk
Got
about
one.
him moving possibly
Nice,
to the
where?
top 5.
Refresh,
Solo
W
refresh.
impact points in this game, and this is another chance for him to do just that. There's a
Right
bunch
here.
of points
Dead.
in terms of placement still left on the board.
Yo,
4
and-
points
and-
per
and-
elimination
and the-
if he can
and the-
clean
and the
those
room,
up,
and the
but he
room.
has to
He's
watch
going
out
downstairs.
because Peter Bot and Foyo not
So
only
far, I've
have
only
the
in
high
this
ground,
tournament,
they
we've
know
only
that second height,
seen
put
like
down a little
one
bit of
game
pressure,
where it
force
was a
them
heal
down
off.
a whole nother layer, and then set their focus onto 20 and Echo as well. They're building up step by step,
So
taking a lot of
good.
focus from Peter Bot
Yeah,
and
so
Foyo.
let's see.
Holden Rapid may not have won a
Why
game
would
this
you
weekend, but they've
point
been
Rapid
very
down?
well.
You only
Because
have-
just
as I'm
carrying-
about to celebrate
carrying
their key
the
position,
What?
they get rolled
torch
up on
from
front
here.
line.
Two of those.
Meanwhile, Curve
And when
Cold
you
still
guys
up.
tell me
doing the
this?
same thing they did before,
I-
play
Rapid's
defense,
down.
come
He
bouncing
didn't.
way on in
I did.
with the Flowberry miss
didn't.
of just
I don't
support
think
them here for the high ground take, but Venom's got to be
did not
careful.
tell me.
Cold's
Right
still
outside the
alive
box,
on 30 health.
Foyo, it seems like they've conceded
He's
to
getting
give
full
away the high
pressured, but
ground,
getting a
and
little
it
bit
is
of shield
theirs
here.
now. Veno and
So,
Curve here,
if
Jacob,
we
are
can see
trying
the
to
kill
put
so we
it
get
back
that
to
siphon.
Foyo's down
This
and
one's
out
really-
in the
Don't
this
let
zone.
him
one's-
get pudding
It's all
because
up
they're
to Peter
not
Bot to
winning.
clutch it.
Oh no!
Back in
No,
the
Cold went down in like 10th
possible,
place.
especially with the tough competition
Peter Bot at
of the
6
lobby.
HP is
Really
solo.
takes out Cold. Their run has come to an end. Vivid was talking about if they can repeat that same game, they can close the gap. But now with first, second, and third place out of your way, this is an opportunity to do it. But Peter Bot by himself,
Why would you
6
do that?
HP and a dream, finds a little
people-
crevice there to hold
think
on
20
to
still
down
alive.
below. Not
Vino-
able to get the elimination,
Vino and
but he gets
Curve.
taken out. Top
Vino and
six
Curve are gonna get 2 wins in a row.
solos running around. 3 duos still intact. Veno
Oh my
and Curve
goodness.
are still up above.
Alright, there's only
raining
40 seconds
down
left, so we
fire,
just
not
wanna
really
hold
giving
this.
anybody a chance to
And
breathe.
also,
and be
everything in
outside
here
of
is
the box, which
destructible.
Forts and Seek to take this storm
I
damage.
know.
It's
Yep.
his only
Veno and Curve are gonna get
play
2 wins in a
plays
row.
points.
Love what we're seeing right now. Veno coming down here. No material,
though.
just forced to play.
It's like
Maybe,
everything
maybe. We don't know. We actually don't know. We don't know. They could. They
Here
could.
comes the miss. Just give them a little
So
bit
if we
of a
don't
relief
get
here,
this
but
bug, as
Tyler
you see,
comes
we're
in
Missed that
for
shot.
a pop shot, doesn't quite hit it.
So,
and Tyler's
we
got
win.
enough mats to actually do work here. Jacob,
Dude,
this
use
is
your
not
mats.
a safe endgame
Get up there.
by any means. It really is going
Why
to come
have we
down to
only
whether or not
seen one?
Tyler wants to contest them on height
That's
or
just
jump
because
down
now
low for some
the other teams are
elimination
going
points.
for the other boxes the
Not
entire
just the
time.
build,
They're
but
both,
I'm looking
like,
at, it's
around
that
the same
nifty
amount of health.
reloader that can turn the tides of fights in the blink of an eye.
They're dropping.
He's getting pushed by the
Oh
solo
my!
down below.
There was
Seek
two
gets the elimination.
solos. It wasn't duos.
200
Curve and Vino are gonna win
HP,
this.
More builds to work with, but up above Curve and Vino, they're refusing to drop down low.
Tyler going up. Tyler cracks. Cracks Curve. It's a 1v1. Gets the siphon. Gets a hit on Vino. Gets another hit on Vino.
Vino doesn't have mats.
He just needs the one chance.
Vino doesn't have
He's already
mats.
down. He's by himself. 1v1.
Oh my goodness! It's another solo
what
clutch.
a
Tyler
clutch.
solo clutches against Vino and Curve.
You know what? That might have been his
That was
biggest
so
play of
peak.
his career, and he
That was
definitely deserves it. There's one thing you cannot deny: a professional player with
We
build
made it
is
to second
dangerous
round.
no matter who
Man.
you are. Well played
Sorry.
to Tyler and Chance there. What an
GGs.
exceptional game number 8 there we just saw, Jacob.
That was great. That was awesome.
He needs a chance, but as soon as there's a
I
chance,
thought
he's
for sure
almost
Ty-
squeak out that
Curve and
second
Vino had that
opportunity.
shit.
He ran away with it.
What,
see,
AJ?
How long
are
will
you
this
not
take
excited?
until the
They
other
have
group-
7 seconds left because they went into overtime.
And here's Zeke.
Because they plugged one in
I'm
time
sitting
right
there,
now, so it's just
wow.
finishing.
Tyler's walking around
So
taking
they
shots.
just
I'm like,
finished.
oh, myself, you know. Get out of the way, you know.
I'm guessing the P90 is and
You know, it's one of those
that,
situations.
Holy, they're good at the
where you're
game.
like,
Not as
dude,
good as you.
this is
I'm
Curve
pretty
best,
sure
right?
they're
Like,
better
we're
than
about to
me,
see
bro.
the back-to-back day
No, they're
2
not.
grands.
Holy
And then
glaze.
the moment we pop over to Tyler, and
Yeah,
you just
holy
look at his build,
glaze.
you're like,
I
this
know.
guy
Y'all are
has
fucking
90
toxic.
builds.
Shut up.
no.
Like,
What?
GG, just
Kidding,
kidding,
bro.
it's all
Yeah.
fun. Like, Kelly, and then just to hit
If
Do
those
you
shots.
think we'll win?
To hit those shots again, like in a 1v2.
Me?
in a
Eve is
grand
Do I
definitely-
think you win?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
I know no one wants to be stuck in the low ground
No,
when there's
talking
so
to
much
Robust.
chaos
Robust,
going
you
on,
think
but
we'll win?
having 90
It's
builds
really
in the
hard to
final
tell.
moment
It's
right
really
there,
hard to
where there
tell.
was literally only 3
If
other
I switch
players
my gun,
alive,
I don't like
just
this gun
goes
at
to
all.
show that maybe
So,
getting those refreshes
if
can be
you
so
have
beneficial
a gun
because
in
you
your
just stay
reserve,
so
you can
stocked-
switch your
you
gun.
stay so stocked
No,
up.
my
But
reserve
man,
is a
Tyler there,
sniper.
he played that low ground so well.
So you
and
can
that's
switch your
not
gun.
to the detriment of Veno and Curve. They played high.
Usually we would
That
want
looks
to
like
go
Here our
one
cats are
light,
talking
one
about it.
medium,
They
and
don't
one
want to drop
heavy.
down. They don't want to give them that chance. So that gives you that kind of understanding that
Whatever.
Veno and Curve were
Yeah,
aware
it's
of
not
the
that deep.
position that Tyler was in. And look at this.
Nah,
Even in these
dude.
moments, he didn't have any build.
Right
but
there.
getting that
Look at
refresh
that.
right there
I
is what
believe in
made the
Robust
difference.
soap.
We tuned
my
in.
carry.
He was in 11th zone and he had 1 build.
With the
Skip
M11.
ahead 1 elimination.
Yeah, with the
When's the
M11.
last time we
M11.
saw
Yeah.
anybody in any
So thermal
competition
bore is
with
not the best.
triple-digit
Just letting you know.
builds
And
in
Pyro
the
isn't
final
also
zone
that good,
of the game?
but
And I
they're
mean,
both-
listen, I
Nobody
wanted
told me
Veno
the
and Curve to go
Clippers
ahead and
Yeah.
win this game because the
I know,
circles
I'm
up the
just telling
leaderboard,
you
yeah, that would've
now,
helped
and
them
I'll,
just that
after the
much
game,
more.
we'll get you a
But as
load
soon
of
as
it.
I saw
Game.
100 plus materials, 100 plus builds on Tyler, I was like, this one
I really
is
do
going to
not
be
want
an
to go against
absolute hassle
Why?
to take down, and he absolutely
I don't know,
proved
they
it.
look
Shout out
good.
to Veno though, because even
No, they
with the
don't.
odds stacked against
Trust.
sub, took him down to 3 HP. It was close.
It was,
I also need to
man.
switch some of my
I cannot
settings.
believe how much day 2 is
Oh, yeah.
delivering. 208
Also, you
points,
get money from like
and now
everything. You
we
get
are
money from
looking
kills,
to
you get money from
cement
opening the
ourselves
hall.
in
Laid
top
waste to these
13.
poor people's
Shout-outs
village. Will you give them
to Tyler
shelter?
Over
and
there?
Chance. Okay, we're gonna go to a break.
Yeah,
When
sure.
we
I
return,
don't care.
again,
It's a
we've got to take a look
repeater,
at these standings.
maybe?
How are things developing?
Bro, I can't
More
level
after
this shit.
break.
Almost dead.
Stay tuned.
Right here on us. It's a sword. Watch out. Don't let me ghost you.
Hello?
Back up below if you can. The sword's pushing
Oh,
you.
I can level up my barracks. Nice.
That was awesome. Do I use my thing?
No. Never on the first fight here. Yo, I'm lagging.
My bad.
No, you're good.
I was just saying what my thing said. DT13's about to die. Oh, this is so peak. Yo, I'm stuck.
Did you coin? Or did he res?
Yeah! You know it. Yeah?
In here on me, in here on me.
What is
Ah.
that?
You know how heavy this shit is.
The fuck is this?
Cheesecake.
The fuck?
Gonna end up looking like fucking wet snakes.
You're gonna
AJ,
look
look
like
at that guy.
fucking
Right
Shrek.
there, right there. On two, on two. Okay.
Is that the Lamborghini I gave you? No. That is.
Okay, what is that, bro?
Where did I?
He went over
Where the
too.
fuck
Damn
did
it.
I just throw him?
No, he's calling because he knew you weren't able enough to res him. Alright.
Yo,
Let's
go.
go.
See, bro. We need to get
That's
this shit
20.
back.
Let's go. Back up.
He's one. He's one. He's one. Must be moving with the sniper, bro.
Oh, I thought you meant the medium.
Oh, I'm so glad I got 20 there. Oh my.
Watch out for repeaters. Man, dude.
I just died to a fucking sword.
Are you serious, bro?
Sorry, why are we fighting?
And I don't know
Why
how
are
to
we
feel
fighting
about it.
purple?
You're not used to losing.
What?
Like,
Getting
our
beaten?
teammate died to
Not
purple.
like this.
Our teammate is a
These
fucking
players are
retard.
just
That's what
so
happened.
locked in.
Could it be the milk?
Danger here. Let's attack Cash O B. Danger here. We were on B, you fucking retard.
Yeah, he was the only one not on B.
Nice. 100.
Stay there.
Heavy's half.
Where did I just die?
It should highlight him.
Nice.
Oh, that guy's
It's
on
he's
the fucking
stealing.
tree. He's on roof. He's on roof. Watch roof.
Oh man! Oh, wait till you guys see the standing. First off, in case you missed it,
Never mind, he's
welcome
not
back
on there
to the
anymore.
FNCS. It
One
is
of them's
great
dead.
Day to be watching Fortnite.
Damn it.
We just watched an incredible game, but Curvin Benno
I just
almost got
blew us both up.
another
but
battle
Um,
royale.
who the
Second
fuck is
place,
listening to Michael Jackson and copyrighted my
I told
stream?
you we'd have to look at these standings,
Damn.
right? Because
What?
I'm telling you, game to game,
What?
it
Nobody's
feels
listening
like,
to Michael
Ethan
Jackson.
was.
It feels like I have no sense of
Ethan
stability.
was.
Kelly.
I
It feels
heard
like
Michael
every time
Jackson.
I have a semblance of like,
Bro.
this must be the way this is going,
Ethan,
right?
bro.
Is that
Because
new
the
for you?
Stop, mute that
You're gonna be in
mic,
called.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I don't want to
sorry.
be a
I feel
bitch
like
like that, but
instability
like,
is part of your
can we just, like,
lifestyle, Zeke. I don't think that's anything
try to-
new
and I'm
whatsoever.
live,
But
just
for
kinda
the
look out
FNCS
for that.
broadcast,
Try to
seeing
look
the
out for me.
leaderboard shake up this
How
much,
did
maybe
why did our
okay,
teammates
a
get
horrible.
little
this
bit
on this
new.
deal?
I definitely thought the leaderboard was going to be ready. There we go.
I'm
Okay,
switching
Vivi,
back.
take it away.
Curve and Venno
Ooh, I wanna die.
started the day in 10th place.
Oh,
I talked
Colt-
about it. They
Colt's
were
still in first.
113 points
We're
behind.
Third
halftime,
over,
but we're-
just
After
about
just
30
2
points
games,
ahead of
they're
second
now
place.
27
Alright,
Curve
they're
and
still
Venno,
possible for
oh my
behind
goodness.
first
Curve and Venno got to
place.
second. They were
That
just in
Elam
ninth.
column, it just keeps getting crazier. Zeke, you talked about it. It was
Oh
at
my,
40, now
that's a
it's at
crazy.
49.
That's crazy.
I am just shocked.
They started
you know,
today in like
I-
14th, by the way,
Something
and now
that
they're in
Kelly
second.
said at the start of like yesterday, right? When we kind of like were hinting at this extra point, right?
What the
Again, it's
fuck?
like 1 point really
Those
doesn't
things have a
sound
timer
like
on
a
them?
lot, but when you put it in the
If you
hands
hit 'em,
of
yeah.
like a Curve and Venno, who
I didn't.
want to get aggressive,
I was
they
just
want to
holding
get in
it.
these boxes, they want to take these fights. I mean, look at how
So
it's
that nigga
paying off. We
teleported.
just after 2 games,
That
we
guy just
started the
teleported.
day, Kelly, in 10th. We are now
BP
second.
13's about to die.
And it's not even like they're just kind of running on the low ground getting these eliminations. No, they're
Boston
also making
Pizza
sure that they're stealing
13
height, checking high
is
ground,
dead.
making sure that they're taking away other opportunities from other teams. So it's not, again, what are they doing right, but what are they taking away from everyone else? And Curve and Venno are doing a great job of those sneaky heights. I'd love to
I'm gonna
see
use my
it towards you,
coin.
and to
No,
see them
don't.
use that
I
strategy
wiped
to
them.
be able to even just punish
No,
height.
bro.
Obviously, coming into
Don't
this
coin
final
unless I
moment,
tell
the
you to.
1v2
Okay.
against Chance.
I
Or
have
Venno,
solo wipe
probably
pink
not
again.
the
No, it's
position
fine.
that Venno wanted to be in right now, but regardless of
I'm
that,
not sure what
they
that
are
did,
pushing
but-
themselves up the leaderboard
That's
right
a
now.
healing
And
ball.
you know, I'm looking at EU.
I'm not
trying
the
to be
most
mean, I'm just saying,
eliminations
like-
we saw out of a team coming
Well,
from
you
Europe
gotta like
was
tell me
Sky and
these
Scroll
things.
with
I don't know.
57
half the shit I'm doing.
eliminations. And
Okay,
see,
Peterbot
39
pulled
for Curve
way
and Venno.
ahead.
And considering the
Okay,
game
not way
versus
ahead.
that they had yesterday,
They pulled ahead of
that they're
Clicks and
having
Higgs.
today,
Higgs are in
I
ninth,
wonder if
Peterbot
they're
and
gonna end
Poyo
up
are in
with
fifth.
more elims than them.
Gotta say,
Damn,
Gee, what a
bro.
weird lobby that
This
was.
is my-
too, with,
this
like,
is
the
my-
high, like, at
this
one
is
point
my
there was,
tournament.
Nobody up
this.
there, and all
Nah.
of a sudden, Peterbot and Player kind of going for
It
it.
isn't.
And then when Curve and Venno went for it, there was nobody up there as well. Like Peterbot and Player had to fall down and did that huge
Nice.
overdrive grenade again,
It's a
right where they're
different
all
team
the way
here.
up in the sky. And I was looking up and I was like, oh my gosh, look, is that a bird? It's a plane. No, it's the
I just got the
plane that
fucking
brought
sword again.
Venno over from EU to NA all the way up there, man. That's how high they're getting for some of these
All right,
height
just-
retakes. I mean,
okay,
it's
okay.
incredible. Game 7, Game 8, it went the exact same way. They took height at the exact same time. And
I
like
glitched off the
mentioned,
edge.
man,
I was
Game
not.
7, they look like a different duo. Game 8, they repeated it. 4 more games. These guys look like they're gonna win this thing.
Oh
It
man,
sounds
guys,
cool.
we can't forget, right? Golden Rapid, look at him up there right now. Of course,
Yo, what's up, Gage?
not a ton of points
What's good? How's the
ahead,
stream
but
going?
What strikes me,
Pretty good,
as
pretty good.
crazy as Golden
Crazy
Rapid,
games so far,
this
crazy
last
end
game,
games
they hit it
in
10 plays with
FNCS.
4 elims. They have only
Fuck
had
yeah.
Lagging so
one
terribly.
game outside
The
of
funniest
top
thing
ten.
I'm
happened.
gambling right
Only
now,
one game,
waiting for
and that
game
was at
9.
26-1. That we called
Dude,
it
I
quote-unquote
just
mistake, right?
lost.
The little- the blunder that kind of
before I
cost
could
them
watch
all
your
of these
stream.
additional
What?
points. But even in
I
these
had 3
situations where
ads
they're
before I
finding
could watch your
themselves in
stream.
shambles
Ad
situations,
revenue.
Yeah,
pulling off
but they were the
top 10
unskippable
with
short
4
ones though.
elims.
They were short.
That's
Right?
scary stuff, Kelly.
No.
Yeah, and that is
They were
exactly
really-
what Cold and Rapid are
Oh.
doing so well. Is that even though they're not
Maybe
You're
I-
moving
like,
up
even
in
if
the
they
world.
don't get their
Oh,
pop-off
yeah,
game,
thanks,
they're
man.
still
Yeah,
making sure
do
that
you like
they
Big
are
eyes.
making the very final
pretty
moments,
fire. I do,
push
it's
those
pretty cool.
placement points, and then when they do have everything
Thanks,
right,
Pam.
that's when they pull off the pop-off game. So I'd love to see another
Who's
game
that
like
dude?
that coming out of them.
That's a healing
Or
gun.
Rapid, they keep
I've
trying to
missed
build
basically
some sort of
everything, so I
elite,
didn't
but
do
teams,
much.
they just keep keeping themselves close. They're like, what the heck? Where did Curve and Veno come from? I thought we were fine, right?
Alright, so we got this. Now we're in second. So as
Oh,
long
man,
as
these guys gotta be
we should
sweating,
go
but
to
they're cool,
5
calm, collected.
and make sure
More
they
games
don't
left
put
to
it
go.
in.
Hopefully they can hold on.
Oh,
can
put
it
game number 9. Only 4 left.
No, but if they
before we
put it in,
conclude the grand finals.
then we have a
Casters,
chance of
We're
losing.
gonna send it your way to prepare us for game number 9.
But if we're second, doesn't that mean that we get a still?
I'm glad you guys
Yeah,
have a
we
little
still make-
moment to breathe
Yeah,
and
that's
relax
why.
there. One thing's
Yo,
for
yo,
certain,
yo, he's
Jacob,
going, he's
2
going, he's
games
going,
can
he's going.
change so
Nope.
much of the dynamic right now. Curve and Veno proving that every team that is due for a pop-off will have it.
Some the
To
other
go
one?
back to back like that. So impressive.
He's half.
It's definitely going to be tough, but one
Alright,
thing
I'll
that
chase
I've
him down.
learned from Fortnite, I've
Yes.
heard from Fortnite over the years,
Oh,
high
I'm so
ground,
dead.
They might win games,
Me too.
but low ground tends to win championships.
Wait,
and I'm not
purple
sure
doesn't
we'll
go.
see
Yeah, purple
Cold
doesn't
and
go. I don't
Rapid
think it-
on high
Just
ground
don't die.
once
Do not. Oh wait, no, it's
out
not
this
ranked.
week.
You're good to
I'm not
die
sure
if you
how
want.
much that would change, but the next game is ready, so let's jump right into the
Alright,
action.
top 2. Sorry about this.
No.
Ethan.
What?
We're in top 2.
Major 1 Finals Game 9 begins here and
I went
now
0-6 there.
you're just
That's how
tuning
you know
in.
I'm
You've
the
missed
shit.
quite the
I went
weekend, the
12 and
ups,
5.
the downs, the emotional roller coaster we have been going
I
through
went
is all coming
0-0-6-0-0.
to an end here soon. Just 4 games ahead of us now,
It's
Jacob,
the
as we're
settings,
getting
bro,
into
I'm
the
telling
deep
you.
end.
We're not
deep
even
water
halfway through
of
day
this
2
FNC
and they're saying it's
competition.
ending
Curve and Venom
soon.
just proven to us that
It's
hey,
your
yesterday,
positioning.
they clearly had
Nah,
everything
it's
on
the
lock.
settings, it's
Things
the
just
settings.
Especially
didn't
as a
quite
light,
line
you
up
don't
for
want
them
to
in
take
the
these
end game.
face-on
But
fights.
today,
Well,
it
I
is
don't
starting
really
to play
know what I'm doing.
different. Tyler and
You gotta
Jimmy
get-
are
yeah, that's
a
fine.
team that's had a
Trying
lot
to
to deal
feel
with
the
as
game.
well. But
Yeah, you
Tyler
gotta
popping
each
off right now,
purple
really getting his
chaos.
money's
Honestly,
worth. And don't forget,
for people
they
who are
haven't been
starting,
perfect
I
either,
like
but they
recommending
found themselves inside the top
either
10
medium or
off of
heavy.
that monstrous performance.
Unless you're used to like
Big moments
playing
here,
that same
kinda
play
close to
style.
the day, 4 games left. Might seem like a lot, but it definitely isn't.
Does that make
Threats and Beer
sense?
probably are feeling it in that last game.
Because like for heavies, you just jump in
They went down
and shoot like
relatively early
everything you have
and
at them.
fell all the way down to 5th
For mediums, you
place
just kind of
because
stand
these
behind
off-spawn
heavy and heal
contested
them.
Fights. So with Blanks
And then for
Mako,
light, you
can
kind
see
of have
they're
to like
trying to make a last-ditch effort towards
it's
the
like
top
you got to
of the
go for certain
leaderboard.
angles and
Threats
stuff.
Beer, they're right there. So we talk
And
about
if you're like
mind
if you
games.
play
What
it like
does
a
that do
heavy,
to a
it's
team like
not
Threats
gonna
and
go
Beer?
well.
Do you play
And
aggressive?
that's kind of what
Do
you've
you
been
try
doing.
to go ahead and
I'll
disengage,
learn
split the drop?
eventually.
I think there's a lot of decisions
Yeah.
to be made for Threats and
Just-
Beer, and
just-
there's not a lot of time to make those decisions.
Yeah, last
It's
game
all
they
my
only survived
movement
for
buttons,
5
bro. I
minutes.
feel like a
5
bum.
minutes means they fell in 41st place.
You
They
look
were
like
on
one, too.
track to remain in
You know what? I hope you get
qualification
raped by
range.
an
Of
otter.
course, for that land spot, the prestigious
he's streaming,
land
you
spots
can't say
that are
that.
available. And now they slip down to 15.
an
So that
animal.
20-point gap that you talked about, I mean,
That
that
looks
was
like a
given and then
ferret.
some. Now it's an uphill battle for them to find their way back into the race. Well,
Yo,
Peterbot on
My
the other
grappling
side.
hook do not want to grapple
You know,
or what?
We're trying to figure out what's going on with this team here. They've had, overall, if you just look at the overall performances, pretty good. However, the best of the best, right? Those that are up at the very top.
One heavy dead, one
are
heavy dead.
just outpacing
Teammates
them
gonna
by
get the
a
res.
significant margin as far as overall consistency. So
Just keep annoying
will
them.
Peterbot
Don't let
and
them
Foyo
get
get their
don't let them press their
moment
teammate.
to finally win a game is the question.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, they're all holding
There we
on.
go.
some
All
of
right.
these teams at the top of the leaderboard and their
So,
overall match history, and you kind of look
worst
at it from
placement
was
anybody
26.
else, you're like,
I
man,
told
that's a
Banana.
good match history. But for the teams like Peterbot and Foyo, for the teams like this Clicks and Higgs, when you start
kills,
off the
9
first
kills,
3
8
games
kills,
with Clicks
8
and Higgs
kills.
with victory royales,
7,
it
5.
kind of sets the tone and the pages
Yo,
for
what-
the rest of the
what am I
tournament.
stuck
These guys
on?
are
Then
placement.
things don't necessarily
These guys are
go
kills.
your way. With one of the best POIs, they got 4 games left. I think anything
I mean,
is
Cold and
possible,
Rapid are really pulling
especially
ahead
since
as
the last
first
couple games
place.
to start the day. And
Bruh.
their head on straight. They're
Okay.
still staying to their plan, going
Be a
for
major
high ground
upset
when
if
they
one of
can.
these
It's just
three
unfortunate. I
teams
think more and more
here,
teams
two
are ready to
teams
make the
here
risk with
pulled
everything
ahead
on
of
the line
them.
today.
For me, I still
I'd
can't be the
say
only one who's wondering why
They picked
in
it
the
up.
world
all
They
they
picked
these
it up.
snip
teams
at
right
the
here,
to be-
Curve,
Dominion,
going to
Venom,
be-
Ager's Ritual,
Rapid, who
Acre
are
Bolts,
clearly
Pewterbot,
playing
Polio, Visuals, and
that's
Braids.
a
They could
cut
all
above the
pull
rest of
ahead
the
of them
competition right now,
somehow
so
if
we'll
there
keep
was a
eyes on this.
major
This is
upset.
obviously one of the stronger draw spot
No,
teams
I'd
tend to
quick win
rotate
this.
into
To
for Metal.
6th place.
Let's
He
get
definitely has
here.
this.
Some action.
Clicks and Higgs
Noisy
gotta get
and
way
Neo
more
holding
kills.
down the
Just
sanctuary
like
once
I
again,
don't
finding
understand
nice
what
little
Going up on the
they
river.
gotta
there.
get so many, like
Meanwhile,
way more
Tyler and
kills per
Chance survived
match.
the
He's
Boulevard.
rebar.
Looks like Curve and Venno have not decided to push down south towards his team, and instead they end up disengaging and out towards the
Well,
southern
I
edge
may
of
or
the
may
map.
not have rushed in there with a bomb.
This is something we saw Tyler and Chance do in that last game. They landed the
I
south
didn't know I
side
was
of
revived.
Battlewood. Sometimes it can be a little contested, so they immediately go towards the south and try
That's
to cut
my
off
bad.
the loot path of
Yo,
any
Luke.
of these
Yeah.
teams
Oh, fuck,
that are on
yo.
this portion of
Go
the map.
check
Gonna be
my
plenty of
Discord
opportunity
profile
depending on
now.
what your
Hopefully it's
timing is, but
changed.
it seems like Tyler
Okay.
and Chance barely missed
Uh,
that window.
save.
Players gonna go ahead and rotate around
Give me a
4-3.
second.
Aviv
There we
and
go.
King, though,
There's
another
the
team.
dead
Aviv, we're talking about solo clutch,
Nah,
big impact
bro.
points. Aviv was one of those players.
Yo,
on the
Tommy's
top
got
of the
like that
leaderboards, but
80s
taken to
haircut right
fact,
now.
like the eval finals
know,
right
dude.
before FNCS
Do I
started.
use it?
They were the only team to
Yeah,
win
yeah.
2 different
80s
games,
rockstar
so they have
haircut
the
over there.
blueprint. Just unfortunately, we really haven't
Dude,
seen
he's
the
licking
success
brownie
that
batter
we'd
off
hope for
spatula.
from a team like this.
You're a fucking spatula.
Kind of seeing if they can
I
really
wish.
bounce back in today's tournament. I think there's plenty of
Why,
time
so
and
women can lick
opportunity.
you?
They're at
That'll never
174
man.
points, though. About 80 points down away
Dude.
from that top 13 window.
Curve and
Yeah,
Venno,
it looks
the
like
lurk
every
masters.
other game they're making somewhat of a
Whoa,
semblance
whoa,
towards
whoa.
the
Just
end
wait for us
game,
to
but
come.
not
Just sit
quite
there and wait.
being able to push the boulder past the peak of the mountain there, get that momentum going. But
They are
Venno and
100%
Curve
gonna see you.
actually find Magma here trying to set up.
No!
I don't thought he was spotted out. Magma's had no idea that he's actually approaching this close here.
He was
I don't know
so
if he's gonna go
clueless,
for
dude.
the
I
high
didn't
ground
even
player or
see
the
me.
low ground ones. G-Monster's is exposed as well.
I think they
I
might
almost
just go
got
for a
it off,
straight chop,
too.
but Magma's dropping down
Shot
low,
it.
so he's probably gonna wait for the window
Yeah,
to
honestly,
open.
just wait
He go
for
ahead
the
and
window.
disengage out. G-Money gets stuck on the other side. Don't take your pick.
These
at
guys are
this
crazy
point.
lurkers.
Damn,
Oh my
Ready to go
goodness!
all in, boxes up one, slides into the box on the Magma. Now they're gonna go ahead and take down G-Money. And quick
Yo, that's
smash
crazy.
eliminations. Venno and Curve, they're not slowing down.
And
They
I think
are
the veteran
slowing
in that
down.
time
The
to know
lurk is
exactly what his
crazy.
thought process there, right? Put the
I mean,
pressure
like,
down on the other
it's like
opponent. The
they're
other
not
one's gonna
slowing
get
down, but
risky.
they are
He
because
plays
they're
the
just
switch,
lurking on
reverse
everybody
card,
and
lands
getting
on
the
a box,
kills.
him up before he even
Yo,
recognizes
solo
he's actually the
kills.
one that's the target.
That's
Venno
blocked by
is
that guy.
just playing
Who?
different
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, yo,
And
what's up,
again,
Robbie?
This is no different
How you
than
guys
what we
doing?
saw yesterday.
Pretty good.
Hi, Robbie.
They have been overly
Feeling any
successful
better?
in the early game. And
Yeah.
now that they're
I
finding
still
the
kind of feel
end game
nasally, but
kind of
it's alright.
formula, right? The solution to their problems. That's why they've
you
been able
using
to
Well,
your
close
yesterday
out
I can tell you what
so
happened with
fast.
the forest, like where
waiting
we're
for him
at.
to die, basically.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Basically,
you have a coin?
we made a base, and then we realized, and then my brother found a better spot for a base, so we left that one, and went to the new base. So we have 2 bases now, but one main, one like kind of side piece.
We've never been back to
Um,
the old.
No, we haven't yet. But we explored a cave,
We moved out at this
and then Robust had to leave, so we explored a cave, got a chainsaw. We got the chainsaw.
Oh, yeah.
So we could take you down there
Kind of build that confidence back up.
again, so you can get the chainsaw. Like,
Tagged back in exchange there
found
a
the
few
boat,
times
got
to
some
just give away
lore.
Some of that damage that they're
there's like a
Yo,
sailboat in the
that
ocean.
game is
Yo,
so
our teammate's
fun.
aim is fucking
And then
Super
in the
boss,
end
like
of
you
the
mentioned,
gameplay, we
early
made a
last time, right?
catapult
So
and
there
started
is some
shooting each other with it.
Yeah.
work
So
to be
pretty productive
Realize
day,
that
I'm not gonna
he
lie.
needs to die for us to
Yeah.
actually do anything.
Nice.
It's just kinda
In
sneak out,
that
find another
game, you
player
guys
here,
need to
look
grab
at the
turtle
box.
shells and make a
Cleaning
fucking
things up
massive
here.
ramp,
Visual Braids finds
and then
himself
ride
under
the
some
turtle shells
serious
down
We
it.
just find a big ass hill, climb up one of the mountains.
Now I was gonna mention normally
No,
by
dude, you
now they're
gotta
already
make the ramp.
situated in
It's
a
so much
monstrous
faster.
surge base.
Yo, does he want to die? So
Quite
we
gotten
can
to do that just yet. You see
Oh, yeah.
nice cat metal
There's this
though.
bug where you're pushing the wood cart. If you go over a rock, you go flying in the air.
I'm not sure if they
Did
heard
that
the
a couple
noise
times.
from Blake and Preston. Maybe a
One's on
reboot, not
roof.
sure.
Went
but
up
they
like
see
50 meters into
Preston
the air
by
for some
himself.
reason.
I'm looking at the
Two
mini
here.
map. I don't see Blake anywhere in
Damn.
sight. Gotta imagine he's either gone or outside of the lobby. So Preston on the clock, inside of the zone. It's only gonna be a 1 tick here, but they are tracing him down. He gets the patch up, which is
Alright,
huge.
so
Back
after
to back,
the
50 HP
final
being
round,
regenerated. No
there's
time
2
to pop the
cash
shield
outs,
though.
and
So he
whoever
finds
is
himself
the-
a
well,
good
there's
amount of
technically
time. The
3,
longer
and
they stay in
whoever
the
is the
zone,
first
if
to get
Agent and
2.
Ritual don't heal up, they could be 1 shot away, but they sneak the shot through in yet again, and the numbers advantage work in their favor. Aegis and Rich will solidify their second elimination
Okay.
here.
Damage, my
My
guy.
only question, Monster, is how much damage they
damaged all
took
of them.
overall chasing that one down.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the cleanest fight. SU Dozer.
There might not be
Acorn
double
Bolts right now
points
on the edge
though.
of Storm
I don't know
Runner.
if there are double points.
Dozer SU looking to
Oh yeah, I never got to ask.
rotate
What
out
was the
right now.
server
Little
for?
do they know though. Seems like there might be a duo
this
here
one?
watching.
Yeah.
This one has
little
been here,
angle. It's
been
actually
around for like
Ravens and
4 years.
CDZ who have a bit of a choke point
damn.
here down in the low ground.
The other one is
Acorn and
because
Bolts
we
hold
kicked
strong. They
Kata.
want to maintain
basis
position
is
here in the
he,
bush.
kinda
CDZ had no
disrespected
idea
somebody.
they were there.
Yeah.
There it
Yeah,
is.
who
They
was
get a couple
that?
attacks.
I don't know.
They go.
Gio told me a little bit
Rotation
about
here, Great
the
Corner Bolts, putting them much ahead of the curve. But one
happening?
thing I noticed, kind of looking at that
I don't
leaderboard,
even
got
care
Cold and
that we got
Rapid
knocked
first,
out.
Venom and Curve in
Fucking
second
hate that.
place.
Yeah, it wasn't the funnest
Which is thinking
experience,
both
but I
great
tried
teams, right? But remember the
mediating it the
reason
best I
why
could.
Venno came
So
from
we still wanna
EU
play
to
lethal
play
with
out
Kata, it's
NA
just
in the first place.
We,
It was to
two
play
other
with
people
Cold.
couldn't be
They
in
had a
the,
bunch
wanna
of
be in the
lackluster
server when Kata was
performances
in
I
it.
think
that
I'd
caused
much
them
rather
to
use an
split
AR than
different
that
ways.
shit
Those
At
guys
one
were my
point, you saw the
buddies.
Peterbot and Poyo
Huh?
split up. Venno was going to play with
the
Peter,
first
but then he
SMG
went
that I
with
was
Curve.
using, that
Cold
shit's
was like,
ass.
I'm going with Rapid. They already qualified for the
Yeah,
Reload
there's-
Elite Series finals,
That's
so they
pretty
already
fun.
had that
Wait,
chemistry.
Luke,
I
are
think
you
the
streaming
community
right now?
saw that one
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
from a
I'm
mile away.
watching
So it's
FNCS.
interesting to see two
Oh,
teammates
okay.
who
Get in here.
broke up
I need
now
to
fighting
bro.
for first and second place on the leaderboard.
Or no,
That's
Ethan.
right, and Minish has that land experience as
Ethan
well,
left.
right? So bringing something
Wait, no,
totally new to
Ethan
this
is-
team here.
Yo,
Sounds
Bucky's
weird.
still
Continue to
alive. Let's
continue
go.
to,
Okay.
You know, do what they're doing and
I really
stay on
think you should
track
try
to
heavy
make it to
though.
land.
AJ. I
That's
think
gonna
it would,
pay
I
off.
think you'd like it.
for
I
sure.
think it'd be better
Where
for the way you
Bucky?
play.
Heavy.
Yeah.
His positioning here from
Do you-
Bucky and
do you know how
Zen
to switch?
underneath the bases
I
of
do.
Noise and
I'm
Neo.
looking
Bucky's
at it right
in,
now.
Bucky's in 32nd place. They were in
Nice shield,
35th,
like
so
it.
they're going up.
Don't take too much damage, too much
104
focus.
points.
Kind of makes it a little bit easier to rotate without
27,
shockwaving a high
20,
distance away to take damage.
Best place at the minute was 6th.
But they're not going to get as
Not
much
bad.
opportunity to get served. The team above is going to get first strike at that, and by the time they can even open up their walls,
Hello,
try to get their
Rocket
own shots to connect.
Monster.
They have to get to 30th
Yeah.
to go up in. Whoa.
Oh, that's
What
my little
happened?
brother.
I'm gonna use the rocket launcher, the M3.
Did we just-
See,
Okay,
the
we're
zone
good, we're
not
good, we're
too
good.
far away from Dark Dominion at the current time. Cold and Rapid position up above.
Clip.
And honestly, there's no real reason for Cold and Rapid to stray away from their strategy. You know,
Hell
don't
yeah.
fix what isn't
We
broken.
gotta get to
If the worst
30th to go up in
placing is going to be a
earnings.
26
Damn, this
and
guy
kind of an
big as
outlier
fuck.
game, and after that,
Yeah,
it's
they
a
got to
many
different
more
place.
games do you have
to get some
Honestly,
good earnings.
you'd be
Like,
a-
Ethan, you might be
crazy
muted.
to switch things up for no reason.
And then they go to the land.
I
as
was
well.
trying to think, you know, should we be upset if Venom
Alright.
flies in from EU and then wins an FNCS here?
Let's
man?
win
You
these
know, now we
games.
got to start like asking these types
I
of
don't know,
questions
man.
here. I don't know how to feel about it.
Don't know if it'll
It's
fit,
getting pretty contentious up at the
but
top.
dude, it's a $1.40
It's definitely going to help his case because you know how he
Fuck up,
feels about the comparison for
Hey,
EU
shut up,
to
man.
NA, and he's just right
I'm like
there.
a
Honestly, less than
watch a pretty
20
guy.
points
Peter
away
Buzzy
at
here.
this current
About
time.
it.
Closing the gap as the game does go
Boo.
on. See Reet and Cooper on the distance trying to make up for that last
Where's
game.
Reed?
You like my gun,
See
bro?
them kind of waiting, biding
Oh,
their
yeah.
time, and this is where a
That
lot of
one is
teams,
kinda
you
hard
know,
to
if you
use,
look at
though.
Strategy from
Cooper.
Hicks and
Never
Higgs.
mind,
You're
I'm
asking
using
the
their
question, how did
Akimbo.
Higgs go
Cooper.
down?
Oh, they're
You
in
know,
the
it's a
Cooper.
natural
They
situation
qual
like
for the
this,
land.
coming in, using the
If they-
wonky
That's pretty
wheel,
good.
and a lot of these
The
teams,
M60,
just like,
that's pretty
you know,
easy to use.
Reet and Cooper,
Reet,
Cole and
Shaq
Rapid
is also
are
pretty
positioned
good.
high up in
Lewis
their
gun,
surge tower
Carillion,
bases, so you're not going to be
Chance.
You
out
can also
of
change
render
the
distance
scopes on
as
your
you
guns,
think.
by the way.
I can.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
eyes
you
on
just,
the boxes, right? Like, already kind
You're
of
hovering
Yes.
over, you hit
for
customize.
I figured
teams that are
it.
positioned up in these bases do tend
Damn,
to
they got
wait
a
things
10
out,
kill
try to
win.
look for opportunity for those
You're a
that are gonna
10 kill win,
ability
bro.
pass.
Clicks, Muzz.
Damn, this is game
Diminished.
number 9.
Raids, Poyo,
12, 2-day format
Oh,
here,
Jake
always
Horn.
keeping us on our
Ritual
toes.
Agers.
Oh, wait,
Those things are
no.
starting to heat up. The 50-50 zone's gonna pop, and it's coming up this
was
way. You know, and this
Gauge
is kind of risky, right? Like, you know, Jacob, we talked about teams that
It's a
kind
crack.
of play deep into the storm right here, and then the zone pulls your
Good
way, and you just
surge.
stay here, right? And you kind of tank all of this storm. Now, what you're doing is you're opening yourself up to potential sickness, but also, obviously, it's going to cost you a lot of heals.
Yeah, a lot of your
Sorry,
resources.
even
That's kind of
moving
the
yet?
give and take of a game like this.
10
You talk
seconds
about a
till
similar
it moves.
scenario when
Flamethrower.
somebody's getting struck
just
down
sitting in
by
storm.
stormers. Do you out
Pretty
heal
decent.
it? Do you
I mean,
try
it's
to get
smart,
eliminations?
but doesn't look like
So
they have
hopefully
many
with their
heals.
position here, that you pull
Maybe
zone.
it's on the bottom on
and
their
Cooper. They're gonna
base or
go
something.
through their splashes, maybe some pizzas to try to maintain their position, not only on high ground, on the north side of the map where it's going to open up. It's going to be a little bit
That's
slower
pretty good,
to travel
but it's
through,
a little
but
hard to
Sphinx
use.
Storm Surge does
74
activate
people remaining.
175 above the damage threshold.
17.
Okay, so I got an
they're only peeking
RPG
for
7.
small opportunities. They're
That's
level
good.
with the ground, so they're not going to get as much
And then what else are you
information
using?
from all the teams rotating in.
And then the
Something literally
N60.
fell out the sky. I'm like,
M60
do we
is
have
good.
an
What
in-game
other
event happening
gadgets?
right now? What was that?
I
Buzz just
was
kind of
worried
hanging out
about-
right now. I like the spot that they're in, 150 above. Not too bad, not exactly safe. However, it can go either way. See Curve, Venno now.
Healing
already
emitter and
They
fright.
found themselves pretty
End
content,
zone.
right? They find their elimination. They
So I
have
would
a
recommend
big
doing
cleanup here, and they haven't quite
I
let
do-
took the surge base and have turned it into
I do
the
mesh shield,
strategy.
yeah, M60,
No, they're just out of
Zones
zone.
seem to
RPG.
be this way.
Then I do.
I'm gonna change my settings right now.
I do
Someone's
see a shot at.
Someone's
Four
waiting for them to
and,
make that move. A little bit of damage on the curve, but Venno goes untouched.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, those are
C4.
the risks versus the reward that I
There's
kind of look at in situations
C4
where
and
you're
dome shield,
shockwaving off
C4 and
the
dome
height.
shield.
Pre-made this tower here. That's
You have a
good.
good bird's eye view when you're able to kind of be up here, Monster, but once you shockwave down, you kind of leave yourself open to taking the shots, just like you saw there, but they were very, very proactive in the early game. They're
I'm
able
still
to
doing
pad
my
that
sense-
push in
my
when it comes to
settings.
Clicks and
storm
Higgs
surge,
looking
they
good.
can take minimal damage just like
Going
that.
for the
You
rotate.
see Clicks and Higgs still
That'll
rotating
be
in
good,
from
though.
Wonky Land. A little bit slower rotation than others. They're taking
Why
a
are you
lot of the
screaming?
focus, and this is what happens when you fall
All right,
behind
Ethan,
the
you
rest
here?
of the
You
pack.
ready?
Yeah.
You're really quiet,
Wondering
Ethan.
if we're
You
gonna
sense
get a
that
little update
too.
on Clicks and Higgs here.
I know.
It's because
think he's
it's
mad
because
that
he
we're
copyrighted my
definitely
stream.
Coming up
He's
short
sad
from
that I
what
won't
we
make any money.
expected. Hard to live up to that hot
Just
start.
restart
Look
the
at this
stream.
though.
Oh no, Slepsy.
10 wagers here, tries to go up and over.
Could you not
Again,
just restart
slow
the stream?
process. Also find themselves below
Imagine
the
being
surge.
on like
This
height
all
and then
has
you see a
problems
body
here to
just
deal
fly
with.
by
Meanwhile,
you.
It takes full
Just
advantage.
ragdoll.
They get the
Restart the
refresh
stream,
that they
bro.
need. They might
Yeah.
even build into the zone
Get
here
your 10
with a
cents.
monstrous metal base if they wanted to. I was gonna say
Get your
they
10 cents,
obviously have
bro.
enough mass to do so. Let's take a
It's
look at
fine.
it. It's Venno who connects there, Jacob.
Just big.
It's
damage.
on
I'm not
until
sure
I upload it.
what
It's
Slepsy
still,
was
I think
thinking,
it
but I
still
saw
works
Oh,
until
yeah,
I,
look at
it's
the
still
big
on
guy.
until I
Yeah.
upload it,
He's
and then
probably trying to
it
drop
go,
on
like
anybody.
checks the whole
On the
stream
big
for
one.
copyright, and then I have to like
But I did see,
Alright.
the
clip
teammate
out,
just kind of go down right behind Paper.
edit
Who was
out
looking
in the YouTube
not
studio
even in that
stuff that gets
direction.
copyrighted,
Probably
and
after
then
the
it's fine.
elimination got cleaned up.
Robust,
Luke
look.
kind of made itself known. Paper looks around like, ooh, what is this? Kind of getting
Yes.
rewarded there. Cold and rapid. See them continuously staying on these mid
They're
layers.
here on it,
They don't want to have a target on their back
Orange.
going for high ground, especially since they're already
Cold.
in for
The
a
heavy
race.
does
They
not
don't
look
have to
very
change
good.
up anything here.
Looking good.
313 damage.
One
Above
tap,
the
one tap.
threshold, just waiting for the next zone to pull, and more than half of
Heavy.
the lobby just got a max pull over towards Humble Hills.
That is not what one tap means.
Damn, they all
One
just
tap means I
congested.
can tap him once,
Have it,
and I
things are
put
about
like
to start
three
getting
bursts.
I said
real
he's
quick.
half.
Everybody, oh my, yeah.
You said he's half? I heard
Final
The
moments of
congestion
game
guess
number
just
nine.
got max pull.
Endgame is on.
It's gonna be a hard
Surge
rotate.
is here. And Clicks and Higgs are
Go
150
frag
below
it.
right now.
Clicks and Higgs, 150
Still
below.
plenty
What the
of
heck?
room
No.
of damage to be had here, so they have to play
Oh my
aggressive into
goodness,
the box.
Higgs
They go.
goes
Higgs
down.
gets a monster shot.
Clicks
into the
finishes
box.
them off.
Wow.
Getting
Clicks
pressured.
does what he needs to, but no.
Clicks and Higgs
Invaders and
down
Rituals are
in
here to clean it up,
27th place.
and
Oh
they
my
take out
goodness.
some
What
of
are we
that
doing?
close-
What the heck are we
Come on,
doing?
you can just
competition there
race.
in Clicks and Higgs, and the runway is starting to
That is
open
an
up now.
upset.
Meanwhile, Curve and Venno, clear as day. Blue skies for the
okay.
team over here. They have
Zen and
high
Bucky
ground
still alive.
and
Bucky
max material
really
once
low.
again. This just doesn't get
Zen
better
also
for
low,
them.
but has shields.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these were all of their bases
He's
or
not
not. But
coming.
essentially,
Vino and Curve
they
on
moved
height.
From base to
Shooting
base
down
to
at Paper.
base in the last couple of
Alright,
zones to
nice.
make sure they maintain their presence up above.
Yeah,
You see him
yeah,
look
I kinda
all
like
the
that
way
Peterbot's a
down.
solo,
Has
I
better
think.
damage.
No,
Necessarily
Peterbot
to
still
hold
has his
the start,
teammate.
but just to get their edge inside of the zone. Peterbot and foryou feeling the same struggle. For a moment, one below the
Where y'all
damage
going?
Sure, guys,
threshold.
less-
They
that's
quickly
less
prop
good.
themselves
I don't
back up, 89
Oh,
above.
you.
foryou looking toward the backside of zone, trying to get some easy damage. Peterbot
I'm
on
just
the
These
outside
high-level
of his
teams
zone.
actually struggling
Almost
with
bites off
surge
more than he
right
could
here.
chew in
Some
that
of them
moment.
anyway. And
But either
only
way,
some
foryou was able to
games,
pick
I
up at least
guess.
one elimination and continue to build up on
Every
that
other-
storm
not
surge.
every
Only
other
3
game.
players need to go down before it deactivates.
I
And
missed
as
my
they
grab
get
lane.
eliminated,
Nice kill there by
so do
Cold.
Cold and Rapid. There goes another another one for Cold, adding
Where
to his
they
total.
I got
It's crazy, man. The
Shot.
amount of eliminations they managed to find.
They
in
probably
one
passed
game is
40
so
by now.
impressive, and they're in the lead, mind you, right? So this is
All right.
really gonna give them that room to run
AJ,
away
we're gonna
with
need
it.
you to go. No, don't do that.
And you start
Okay,
looking
bro,
at players
it's
like
literally
Raph, you
faster
start
to
looking
load.
at players like Curve.
All right,
Having
AJ,
FNCS
hold out your med shield and
championship
go
under
on
your
the zip
belt
line.
is one thing, but having it on NA just hits a little different too. So for some, they're
Oh,
looking to
Zen is
uniform the
dead.
belts.
Damn.
For others, they're trying to put the stamp on their
They go out at like 22nd place.
Talk about
Left side, left side.
It's not a bad
really
placement for how they've
showcasing
been
one of the
doing this
greats
whole
now of the
match,
new
this
era.
whole tournament.
First, you got
Pretty
to do
average
it.
for them.
Rapid and Cold continue to play.
I got
This
wins.
is
Their
also
first
low ground
major.
front side here. Now,
I did
this
see
Oh.
time they do
one
have
around.
low material
20
count,
still
so
alive,
they're gonna
though.
need a big refresh.
How do you
Is
also
enough
get
still
one?
alive?
Honestly, it doesn't worry me just
Yeah,
as
I'm not
much as
bad.
Curve finds one though. They're on 8 eliminations
Starting to get
already,
heated.
continuing the pressure on the
Easy.
lobby. Absolute
It's getting
destruction here on NA, and really
Foryou
have to take note. If
and
Venom
Peterbot.
finds himself in
Both
first place
pretty
when
low.
the tournament is over, he will be a
Getting
new
pressured.
2-region champion.
Foryou just
EU
got
and NA Central.
surged,
Arguably two
just
of the
got a
hardest
psych.
regions
Nothing I can
to
do.
win a
They're
healing up,
championship
not getting
on. He's
pressured
still
at
got
all.
a quarter of the tournament left to play.
All right.
Tyler forced by
Anymore.
himself, loses
You're
his
in
chance.
knockout zone,
Backs
bro.
out of
First-
zone. He's getting pressured
first
by
cash
Jack and
outs
Penn and a few
are
other
not
teams.
worth as
Everybody
much as
forced
the
to
later
rotate
ones.
in, finds a Fizz, trying to take advantage of that, but he runs into Peterbot and Foryou on the other side of the wall. Luckily for him, it looks like Peterbot and
Cold's
Foryou
still
have
alive,
their
but
hands
Rapid's
full.
down.
They
It's a
don't even look
solo.
back, but as we tune back
Cold's
into
a
Cold,
solo.
he's by himself.
In
No
19th
extra
place, he
heals.
cannot go down
Gold.
here.
This is what the entire
Lost the chances
lobby
for
needs
somebody
to
else
have a
taking
chance.
first place.
And they're only in top 20 right now, like
No,
barely
he has
holding
no,
on
he
here.
has
For
no
Cold to
builds.
fall,
He goes
the
down in
runway
17th.
really starts to become available now
Oh,
for everyone
man.
else. But look at this, Veno lost in the process.
That's
Curve
his
forced to
second
play high ground by
lowest
himself.
placement
Meanwhile, Acorn and Bolts
of this
find a
tournament.
two-set elimination now.
Foryou
And
tell-
now jump right
Foryou
into
and Peterbot
Foryou,
finding
who
two
also has a
eliminations.
refresh of their own, and
Curve
everyone
on
is
height.
going back into
he a
the
solo?
competition now.
Yeah, with first place gone, we got
Wait,
Curve
Curve's
by
just
himself,
on
we
height,
got Aegis Rich,
chilling.
Acorn and Bolts, even Peterbot and Foryou.
Peterbot's going for height. Max pump on Curve.
Ready to make it so.
Double.
Foryou and Peterbot take height.
Towards the top. Peterbot and Foryou, they send it up towards height, give themselves a huge advantage, and another
Crazy
4
play.
points for
One dead.
those eliminations, even more with the placement as it comes in. But down below, the counterparts, Aegis and
You're
Ritual
dead.
still
Last
running
one.
wild. 5 eliminations of their own. They have pizza, they have splashes, they have materials
I'm
on
head
top.
out.
So they don't
All right,
even
see you, bro.
necessarily
He did do
need
that.
the
He was-
elimination.
Thanks for
Alright,
dropping
bye.
by.
You line it
Yeah,
up,
just
they
wanna see how
will
you
knock
guys are
it
doing.
down.
Yeah,
Bolts and
yeah.
Acorn here, 4 eliminations now on the low ground. Peterbot and Foryou, we
Where's
already know have
RPG? Someone who's
solidified
like
their high ground position.
Kill for
Bolts
Bolts.
just continuing to do what he
It's
does
that
best.
siphon.
That's a monstrous refresh, and he picks up everything
What?
here. Gets the
Purple
target
here
as
for
well.
builds.
He's just living off
It's just
the siphon,
it's very
but no Acorn.
it's very useful.
Gets
tool.
caught there by Javi in a minute.
Tyler,
on your left, on
Tyler
your left, on
Still
your body.
holding on here
Oh.
as well. Somehow
he's
Oh,
finds his
no.
way into top 5.
Hey, he had 3 kills,
Right there,
though.
right there.
20th place, and Tyler is
That's
just
not bad.
catching
Top
up,
5.
showing us how badly he wants it. Bolts here on the
He
low
might go
ground,
up again,
Javi in a minute
considering
here.
Cold died in
That
19th
one,
place.
that one.
Force Peterbot Foryou pressure from
Bolt's
the top.
pretty low
It's
right
not
now.
looking too good here.
Yeah, Bolts just getting pressure
Bolts
from
goes
all
down,
angles.
Peterbot
Both
dropping
of
down
them do
on a
sandwich
Ministon
and leave
Zavi.
him alive, but there comes the drop
Peterbot
down
and
coming
Foryou
in.
might take out a
Peterbot
win.
realizing it's going over recycled builds. They can
They're
maintain
definitely
their
gonna be ahead of
presence, but
Clicks-
blessing
Clicks
for
and
them
Higgs
is
now.
same blessing from down
Pull
below.
away
Javi
from
and a
them.
Minish
Click,
are able
they
to
got nothing to
utilize
worry
that same
about in this
scenario,
rivalry.
and rightfully so. Look at their material count monster. They were almost out of mats altogether.
Alright, we could definitely
15
He's
builds on
just
for
gotta keep
Peterbot.
that
Bro,
relentless
This is a
pressure
big
coming
zone for
down.
only 2 teams to
Hopefully
be
he can play
alive.
for the win.
Zavi
But
gets a
Javi
big
comes up,
pump
finds a
on
little cheeky
Peterbot.
angle from the side there, but he's got no
Aminish
match. Peterbot
gets knocked.
also
It's a
punished
2v1.
too. Aminish got nothing, but Foryou's coming down and finish the job. Peterbot's already got the full conclusion there, and now Jacob, it's just looking like a 2v1.
Yeah,
Right here on me.
basically,
One,
Javi's
one. He's
living
one, he's
on
one.
borrowed time
He's
here.
good
You
RPG,
good
know it
RPG.
as well.
He
No
doesn't-
extra materials,
he has no
zone
builds.
pulling on over.
Shut that-
Yes, he
okay.
can farm up a little bit, but double Thunder Burst up above the mythic AR. They're gonna melt through those builds, and that's why you see layer by layer, Peterbot and Foryou dropping down. They
I'm
just don't
trying
want
to
to
do my
take any
fucking-
big risk here because they know this
There's
one
like
is
nothing
definitely
I
in the
can
bag. 9 eliminations so far, and
Ethan,
if
do you
they're
have two
able
on
to
the
clean
two,
this
right?
one up, get that elimination onto Javi, this could be
Yeah,
a
it's
double
GG's.
digit
Poyo and Peterbot
Yeah,
take
yeah,
this
gang.
victory royale. Nice.
They
If
catch
you can,
fire
remember, like,
at the right
when we're
time.
there.
Peterbot
And
Foryou
Cold went
are-
down in like
Like
20th.
a
They were
few.
due for a win.
Because
That's what
that's
we
really-
kept saying. We're
these
looking
containers
at their
are really bad, like,
performances. We're
finished
seeing them
recovery.
make these end games. But the biggest question that was remaining was, when are they going to get that victory victory royale. And you know what? They couldn't have done it in a better time and at a better game, right? When you have Cold and Rapid there, Jacob falling early too. That right there is going to conclude game number 9 now. Peterbot and Pollo Zeke have finally done it.
Ooh, we can third party this. We just gotta go in quick.
Peterbot Pollo! Okay,
Peterbot Hey, come on, Zeke.
Kelly, it's happening.
Probably in like
We knew
5th or
it was
4th place.
We didn't know when. We didn't know why.
Is that a good goo?
But it's happening right now.
I don't know. I'm
3
not near you.
games left to go. Game
Heals.
number 9. They finally decide, you know what, Zeke? You know what? We've been quiet. We've been under the radar.
need
We've been
heals?
consistent, but
I'm
on the
healing you.
DL.
If I
You know
can
what,
live.
Zeke? We're going to make a statement.
I
We're
threw
going
my
to perfectly
healing emitter
overdrive
down.
all the way up into height. We're going to shut that
Okay.
down, take that over, and you know what, Zeke? We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a victory royale.
Nice.
Kelly, they're doing it. It's
We don't
happening.
get this,
It's
but we can still
happening.
wipe them.
You know, they say that there's
No.
two inevitabilities
You see
in
the guy
life.
standing up
death
there?
and
He's the
Okay.
last one.
Yeah.
The
right
I'm
here.
executing the thief. I'm sorry.
in the final.
He just tried
games.
stealing
It
from
is
me
just
again.
Inevitable. Peterbot and Poyo, we've seen them do it
All right.
time and time again. The narrative is
I think we
popped
gotta
up time and
double
time again.
this.
They're washed. It's over. Peterbot
Ah.
done. And then they wrap up day one. Always still in the top 10, by the way. But day two is where they come to show how they do it time and time again.
We're
Peterbot
last.
doing this crazy height
We are
steal
last.
to go onto Curve, who was
This
a
is second
solo
round, though.
port guy, had no chance when you have Peterbot and Poyo flying up the sky.
I mean, you know, there's
Ethan,
kind
you're
of the
really quiet
conversation
right now.
amongst us saying, yeah, you know, they've been pretty quiet this grand, and they really haven't. I mean, their best placement was a 5th place. We're used to seeing these guys just
Said
win
to
get that
games,
box right
take
now.
high ground
They're
convincingly.
gonna let
This
us take it.
has not happened. But that
Yeah,
being
they're-
said, they
they
kept
can take
themselves
them
in
without doing
contention,
that.
right?
Defend
Even though
me,
they weren't having
defend
these
me, defend
pop-up games, even they weren't having those performances that we're used to seeing out of them.
Putting
They were
in my
still in
life.
like
Go,
6th
girl
place
boss,
going into
go.
that game, right? Just
I'm
close
dead.
enough. The first place was like, okay,
Stupid
technically
purple,
it's
bro.
possible
Let us
for them to
fuck
kind of
the
catch back
box.
up. You know, they're just always
Dude.
flying around, always
Oh,
buzzing
that's
around.
dumb.
And then it happens.
Like, just let
They
us
win
plug the
game.
box.
It's like, we literally
you're in
brought
first
it
place,
to
let us
fruition
the
by
box.
speaking
You're
it
the la-
into
the- like-
existence. These guys are back.
Yo, what's up,
They win the
Stozer?
game, and I
Bro,
saw
Whoever
how many
plays Rocket
points
League,
they
can
have.
you
I
please
can't wait
rank
to
up?
see the
Rank me
leaderboard
up.
after we come
I'm
back.
trying to get
Vivid.
plat.
You stole what I was going to say.
Oh.
185
I only have
points.
200 hours in
Okay.
Rocket
And you
League,
going
and this is
into
a
that Golden
Fortnite stream.
Rabbit had
So
446.
I don't know if you'll find anybody,
but
but
where did they
you
end?
can obviously
Have
try.
they overtaken that #1 spot? Let's find out after this short break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll see you right after this.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe you can go back. to
Upgrade again. Nice.
Me?
Now we have a 9x9 of each.
Unless you want to.
It's okay, but thank you. I'll keep trying.
Yeah.
Good luck, bro. I appreciate that. Good luck. You got this, bro. I got plat, and I only have 200 hours.
AJ.
Well, I didn't get plat in ones, though. Probably a gold player in ones. Plat in 2s and 3s. Plat 1.
I forgot how to change
Siege
again.
Workshop. We're going to move this. I'm going to put it there, yeah. I'm going to move
I
this.
forgot how to change my thing.
You click on contestants.
Put this over here.
Ah, right. I gotta go medium.
Can I put this over here?
And then you should probably go heal beam.
Yeah.
For at your specialization.
Storehouse over here.
And then for gadgets,
Make more dwellings.
go defib.
Go what?
Go defibrillators.
Yep. I can
Uh,
use the defibrillators, jump pad.
and
Hey, did we level up? No, we didn't.
and then
Black
basically
bang.
you just want to heal both me and Ethan whenever you can. The opposite for Ethan with like me and you.
Can I fit one more dwelling in there? No. Okay, never mind. What do dwellings even do, bro?
100. I'll go ahead. I'm popping a method.
Upgrade that.
About 6 builds. No.
Upgrade this.
You lucky ninja.
If you're mid.
Nice. Gotta get to level 11, Chad.
Instead, you can also change your name.
I can.
Yeah, you just go social, then account.
And I don't know how
No,
to
he's
feel
just a
about
lucky
it.
ninja.
And I don't know how
You're
to
not
feel
used to
about it.
losing.
Getting beaten?
Not like this.
just a
Not
lucky
like
ninja.
this.
These players are just so,
So
locked in.
locked in.
Could it be the milk?
Could it be the milk?
It's the milk.
Stop crying. It's not okay. Stop crying. Oh, we need an outhouse. Yeah. Over
That
here.
would be nice.
They haven't had a bathroom for like 2 weeks. Shit, where they've been going?
Just inside, you know.
Rotate. We'll put like. Nah, they haven't asked for an outhouse. We don't need one. Never
Welcome
mind.
back, Party Fam.
Never mind.
Game number 9. Peterbot Polly decide, you know what, Zeke? It's
Huge.
time
What
to
are these
get
few times?
We're gonna get ourselves a little
There are no
victory out
current
with 10
wounded.
points.
Well, then why is that a
They end that
quest?
game with 485 points. Kelly, of course,
castles.
it happens like this. I know I let you write the script for this major. And man, oh man, of course,
shit.
of course, with 3 games left to go,
I'm starting with
we get a
N.
VR
Oh, they're
out of
almost-
Peterbot and Pollo. Now,
We got 'em.
Now of all time,
Ladies and
Kelly,
gentlemen,
now!
we got him.
This is when they always do it. They always like to build a little bit of a story because we always go into every major thinking that Peterbot and Pollo are going to run away with it. And that's just boring writing, Zeke. So instead, they make everyone
Build
sweat
tower
a little
level
bit.
1.
They have a little bit of a struggle for day 1. And then it's day
I gotta
2
expand in
and the
order
second
to do
half of
that.
day 2 where they really start to show everyone why they are the demons of North American Central. Peterbot and Pollo now with just a 6-point lead over Curve and Venno. But more importantly, Vivid, I'm looking at Cold and Rapid dropping down. But again, that drop is not that far.
All of these teams are close enough. I mean, 30 points separates first and 5th place. But, I mean, Peterbot and Pollo, it may have taken 9 games for them to finally go ahead and take that throne up there in the #1 spot on the leaderboard.
Let's go.
But from an individualistic standpoint, Peterbot is still
using the
playing like we're used to him seeing. Like, I'm looking at the
maybe
damage
not.
dealt over the course of these 9
probably
games.
make more
He's
of
currently
these,
at
honestly.
8,300. In
Okay, I
second
guess you
place right
can.
now is actually Asia's
if you
with
want.
7,300.
Ethan,
So
Oh,
we're gonna have to
standing,
win a
standing.
1,000 damage.
Oh my
dealt.
goodness,
That's
Peterbot and
exactly
Pollo
what
are
we're
in
kind of
first?
used to seeing. Sure, he's getting beat out right now by
Venno
the
and
likes
Curve
of,
are in second.
Majors, Curve, Venno, and
Cold
the
and
Asians
Rapid are in
Curve.
third.
He's still up there with those guys, top 4,
No.
the individual
Wait.
elims.
Clicks and
They'll
Higgs
switch
are in
to
10th. They
light.
keep
So
dropping.
finally they get that
Will
win,
they
and
even
now
make the
they're
land?
I just
Where's the
can't
lead?
believe it.
Peterbot and
Yeah.
Pollo are in first. They're
The story
place
is
is it
just
gonna
under
be?
10 points
And
ahead of
course,
second.
Right now,
It's a
is
very
that
close
Peterbot and
race
Pollo decide
from
to pull out a win
all
and
the way
take over
from
the #1
first to
spot.
5th.
Well, let's start to look
What's
at
the-
this top 3,
What
right?
what
Curve
places go to
and
land?
Venno.
Till
We see
13th.
them in this last game get
Here,
a
let me
12
check.
with 8 elims, right? And it's
13th
funny
place
because
right now is
Levin
Reed and
joins our
Cooper.
call, and he's like, "Oh man,
They've been
that's
hanging
crazy.
on.
That Venno guy. Where's that Venno guy from? He's from NA, right? We're just like, okay, buddy,
You're supposed
okay,
to
let me
play.
move. Man, these
I can
guys are
switch to
going.
light.
Yo, there's so
crazy.
many lights. Yeah, you can.
57 elimination
Just
challenge.
click on
You
where's
called
the
out a number
heavy
not that
on
long
the left,
ago on
like the
over
very
on
left
EU what their record was.
Click on
We're
light.
right there. We're right there with 3 games left to go.
That is right, and we can imagine that if a little misstep happened over here with Venno, if that misstep did not happen, that they would probably even have more eliminations and
Alright.
not win that
I hope
game.
people like
But
swords
unfortunately,
going in
Venno
their
did
ass.
go down to this.
Get ready for some
right
2v3s,
here.
Ethan.
However, Curve was able to hold the high ground for just
Gamer
a little
dad
bit, but once some of
looks
the other
actually
teams noticed
good,
that
though.
Curve was a solo on high ground, obviously it was going to be stolen. But regardless, still having that many eliminations is going to keep them up in our leaderboard. We're going to ignore that, okay?
Levy Poo is
Oh,
wild,
what
by the
the
way,
fuck?
Zeke. But I mean, yeah, the standings are just going absolutely crazy. Would
How
be a
did you
lot
just
different
do
right
What did
there
you just
if
say?
No, did not get bumped off of the high ground. He's going to be
That's quick,
kicking
huh?
himself for that one.
No,
But close on their
it's
heels,
kinda
man.
show.
You know, I talked
I'm
about
not
this
putting him
first
in
through
quick
5th
check.
place, only separated right now by
It's
30
Why?
points.
I wanna
Cold
be like
Rapid for the
Feels,
first
feels,
time. We
feels.
kind of see them.
You do
split
not
down.
wanna
He
be
does, he
so
does. Quick
good
Cash
luck.
It's been a while
Quick
since we
Cash
have
is just
not
fun.
seen them
Not-
towards the top.
Quick Cash is just fun.
Rough little go for them in that game right there, but still, here's
that
the
over
crazy
there.
thing.
Just
All
clutter
5 of these
everything up.
teams going into the last 3 games,
Yeah.
any one of them could win it.
Move these
Yeah,
this
I
way.
mean,
Alright,
look
pink's
at
really
Acorn
bad.
Ritual, right? 467, right behind Cold Rapid, a single point. Even Acorn and Bolts, 455. And Acorn and Bolts
Where
get
you
in
at?
third place, 5 E-Lins in that game, right? Like, this
Down
is
here on me,
actually
down
gonna
here on
come
me.
down to the wire. Right now, there is no clear
Down here on me, guys.
way, like, hey,
There's
you
2
know,
of 'em.
this team is ahead by 100 points, and they're just
That's-
flying. It's like every team right
Bro,
now on
this
NA
guy's really
in
good
this
sword.
top 10 is shining, right? For different reasons and at different times. So I'm almost
Alright.
wondering, like,
Ah,
now that all
good.
of these trios, or duos,
Video.
excuse me, the top 5 are firing on all cylinders, where do we go from here, Kelly? Where do we go with 3 games left?
I mean, for Acorn and Bolts, I think that today,
Are
for
people
the
even
start of
living in these
two
dwellings?
games, it was a little bit rough. We saw them only place out of 11th yesterday, and then today starting it off, getting a 12th and then a 32nd place. And we actually saw them for the first time getting
Like, who is
storm
living
damage
in all
and
these
taking all
houses? I have 8
Below us,
houses.
below us.
No
So
one's
obviously
purple.
having these
I
tiny
don't think
changes
anybody's
that we've already
living
seen
here.
them make, and now seeing them back
Yo!
in the leaderboard, Vivid, that's what I want to see out of Acorn and Bolts.
Yeah, we'd love to see them kind of
Put
make
that
some
back
sort of
there.
resurgence, but no time to talk.
Hell
I'm excited.
yeah.
I want to get back
Look how
into
many
the games.
fucking workshops
Oh
I
man,
got.
Jacob here, NDF. We got a
Maybe we should
competition on
we
our
should probably
hands,
get
boys.
another.
Take it away. Bring the hype.
Should probably get
We
another.
definitely do, and I mean, we
They
have
really
the
want
best
sword,
jobs in the
AJ.
world. We get to sit here
That's
and
what I
watch
said.
this go down in real time. Y'all see it in about 3-minute
Another
delay,
bear
Jacob,
sniper on
but
pink.
my
I should get
gosh,
another barracks.
it is
Yeah.
so good right now.
No, it's definitely been exciting for sure. Our last 3 FNCS majors before this were decided by 4 or
God,
less
I really like the
eliminations.
FAMAS.
Yeah, the point is a little bit
No
more
one
spread
coming up.
than that.
Medium
But the
coming up
way
to you,
this one is
AJ.
edging out to be, we got another photo finish on our hands.
Another
I'm
one.
strapped up, ready to go. I'm literally at the
Light,
edge
light,
of my
light.
seat
Dead.
right now.
Yeah, that's right. You know, my attention is really starting to shift towards that top 6. We are looking at a
Going to heal, going to heal.
50-point difference between 6th and 1st place. Hobby
I
and
really need
Aminish,
to
one of the
expand.
most underrated teams now, are somehow finding themselves in the conversation for a
come
championship run, and no one is playing perfect so
Oh,
far.
I'm
But
so
I hear the
hungry. I
battle
need to get
bus,
something to eat
so let's
before the
see
bus
it
goes.
One more time.
Hold up. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Since it's early game, it's real boring to
3
watch.
games
but-
left, Monster. Just 3 games
Be right
remaining
back.
in this tournament. And already, for
I'll be
the
right back.
last 3 games that we've seen,
Bro, what?
we've seen that leaderboard shuffle
not ranked,
up
I guess.
so much. From Cold and Rapid
Up here on
being
me,
in
purple.
first, Curve and Veno having a chance to now Peterbot and Poyo being on top. And even
Purple's
that
here,
race
purple's
at the
here.
bottom for the bubble, the top 13. 2 points separates going to Dusseldorf and having to go and try
AJ,
one more
where are
time.
you at?
Yeah, it's so crazy, man. Teams like Clicks and Higgs now are
Oh.
suddenly finding themselves in a whole different type of scenario, right? Where they
AJ,
have
go
to
in
fight
there.
for
AJ.
being in the top
He left,
13
bro,
at
he
this
left.
point. Trying to get
He
the
really-
championship
why did
win
he
is starting to
leave?
be pushed
I don't
out of
know.
the question.
But you
had
left.
that.
Curve and Veno, though, switching
Oh, he
up
did.
their strategy a bit, opting to go a little bit more aggressively to the north side, trying to see maybe if there was
Buy a
something
sword
here
now,
to be.
too. It's nice.
But look at this, finds a little
AJ.
Lalo. You happy about that one?
Was
Oh, now
Kirk
he's back.
contested, or he
We
get
lost
those
it,
out
AJ.
of the sky? That's just my biggest
Might have been
question.
spooked. I don't know.
Yeah, either way, it's just a testament of like whether it's the
Arnie,
beginning,
Arnie,
middle,
sword.
or end of
He's
these
going towards
games. I don't know what they ate for breakfast, but I need to order me 2 of those because they are just firing on all cylinders. QK, Contrap, they had such a great moment to end the day yesterday. Most of us didn't even know where he came from. That first place, 8 eliminations, that bursted them inside of the bubble. Today, however, hasn't necessarily been going
fine.
their
It's
way.
only the
They're
first
still
cash.
so close to contention. They just need to close out strong.
You know, what I'm thinking about is Veno and Curve. Veno's probably telling Curve, like, bro, be on the lookout. Do not be surprised if Peter Von Polio land this, you know?
They
Because
do,
they were
it's
saying
a
he's
half-half.
technically big enough. And if you know Veno, he's got that main character energy, right? So does Peterbot. Like, Peterbot, the way he treats Clicks in a finals or any other rivalry that's neck to neck, he will definitely land on someone like Veno as well, just because the storyline will be so exciting. to
I have a
watch.
thing to drop.
And
I have
they're
a
all
thing to
that
drop.
close right now.
Yeah, 20. Neko just trying to go ahead and get out of a bad spot. Both of them kind of separated. Like, Flex got a good opportunity
Orange
here.
is
Took
also
too
here, I
long
guess?
to go
They
ahead
have
and
an
execute
orange
on that
ball?
chance, so they're going to be forced to disengage as Neko reunites around the 20, trying to push
don't
them
know
back
why.
further and further. And that's
Rifle
the thing
out.
about these
They dropped,
split
they dropped,
drops,
yeah.
to where
Coming up
if
the
you
stairs.
don't go ahead and get those eliminations on the contested drop, it makes
Sniper.
fighting that much harder.
Heals.
Mako Blaze
Heals.
went ahead,
Heals.
pressing on the Mus outside of the Riptides. They have a good
He's gonna
2v1
snipe me.
opportunity here, but they're continuously trading shots.
Yo, where's AJ?
Where's AJ?
Another chance
AJ,
there,
what are
and
you
that's
doing?
another
He's a
big
new
tap,
player.
26 HP.
He
Even
left
not
the
first place, he has a
game.
chance to
Oh,
2v1.
shit.
In comes Liquid. His duo finally
Why?
arrived.
Why would
They
he
clean up that
kick you?
elimination. That the
Because
party
I was
does
AFK.
not stop here.
Exactly.
Threats and Fear, who were once inside of the
Elon's
bubble,
not
fell
good.
out, are ready to make up for those mistakes
You
early
can
on. They have the
rejoin.
Fizz, they have the Shockwave. They're trying to close the gap and figure out exactly where he went. Heard the noise onto Mako, so they're just going to drop down and try to clean up this either.
Doing a great job chasing them down right now. He's got full sights here. Threat's got control of the coast as well.
I got this robust.
Should be another tag. And
3v3, all the
unfortunately,
way.
they don't quite find it, but this is still great damage, and they want these points right there. Again, found themselves in the top 10 and then fell within around that 15 place range
Dropped.
after slipping out. So
Yeah.
Veer and
Respawn
Threat still have some
available in
big
7
games to be out here.
One shot.
Getting more and more crowded over here towards the Riptide.
Heals. Okay.
I died
Nick
too.
and Skinny
There was another
Cat
one in the
moving
corner.
on over. Threads and Veer kind of gave up positioning, chasing
If I
for
jump
that
in like
elim.
that, just going behind me
Russ
heal
and
me.
Liquid on the
Yeah.
other side of
I'm gonna be
Riptide. So
taking
even though they
a
were
lot
able
of
to get the
damage.
couple of
I think
eliminations
you buy the
there,
wrong lady.
they advance their position all too much. Takes and clicks. They get the
I think if you get
legendary drop this
two
time.
Yo,
out
Robust.
of Wonky Land.
What?
Better
Can you
chance
update
at
me
those rare
after this
chests,
game
more
when the
goals.
season ends?
And already at their POI, they almost get
I think it's in like
out of
80
that
something
mini game.
days.
They have the
76
wonky wheel, so they have
days.
everything they need in terms of finding
Yeah.
success. And
Does
early
that
not
on,
look like
the
obviously,
name
it
tag
is only the
label?
first zone. It seems like it is moving on
No.
over the western
Okay,
side
if
of the
we
map.
do, it's a tap and maybe white.
The name tag
Last time
label.
we saw them pull a
About
zone
that
like this, though,
size.
Jacob, they did win the game, right?
Open
if
it up.
came this way. Clicks and Higgs
Don't rip it.
calling on some connects here to try to make something big happen at this point.
We're,
Alright, pad down here,
we're in the
pad down here.
knockout.
Look at your label
Jump pad
now.
down here.
Cold and rap.
My mark.
Have you gotten that feeling of deja vu at all?
I am.
can agree. They're not changing
Coming
up
up,
their
coming up.
strategy. They don't even
Dead.
go underneath
Dead.
Dark Dominion
Yep,
Heals,
heal,
I need
heal.
heals.
unless they have to. Cold just kind of builds up towards the top. Not only does he have the aim,
1v1 over there.
He's one, he's one.
They're not even showing it.
Nice.
Oh,
Surge.
They want to show rapid farming mats instead of the fight that we can see over
Right here,
in the
right here.
distance.
Right here.
Very, very well.
Let's see it,
in
let's see it.
Good portion of the
You
game.
bought
The last
300.
two,
Where is
those are the
AJ,
ones
where
that
you
hurt the
at?
most. 10 plays, 4
Oh,
eliminations.
what the
7
fuck?
AJ, where are
plays,
we doing?
1 eliminations.
Hmm.
Kind of
know
giving
what
up
I'm
that top
doing.
spot.
This
on
is
the
why I say he should play Quick Cash.
Yes.
Just till he
I
gets
wanted to
used
play-
to the game.
Rituals
Dude,
on the
just
They
so
were
he
like,
gets used to the game. You shouldn't be afraid. Look, you shouldn't be afraid of him wanting to play it all the time. That's his choice. But Quick Cash is the best way to learn the game.
I can't
Like,
lose him
you
like
know
I
that.
lost you.
You know that. You never lost me. I only ever played Quick Cash with you.
Bolts on the other side.
Luke, shut
Bolts
up,
is
I'm trying to
very
log in.
situated
My bad,
right
my bad.
now.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm just trying to make the game a little bit
you're
easier
proving
for you.
my point of why
Yeah,
we should play
He looks
quick
down
cash.
towards Wonky Land, but you can kind of see
It's just
You're
the best
putting
mode to
my-
learn the
towards
game. He hasn't really played ever
Blocked
before.
off for that direction, so no easy peaks for him there. Past the
Exactly.
elsewhere, over towards
I gotta
Latte
flip
Landing
this
though, where
stairs.
Power and Penta make themselves known. At the Reek and Cooper drop spot, back on over towards that launch
Do I
pad,
use my
typically
coin?
where the primary source of rotation
Yes.
goes through. Cooper down below, tries to go for a cheeky shot on the
Especially
Power,
since
but he
Quick
reps
Cash
that
doesn't
one
even have any
momentarily.
coins.
Pressure continues to fly his way, but
a lot
Reek
less
is able to find
pressure.
an opening onto Power, gets the shield on just like that.
But this is how the
so
game
much
is.
damage from the
Dodge.
storm.
I know, but
Yeah,
you guys are saying, where are you? Where are you? When you're putting a lot of pressure on a new player.
One Elam separates them from the top 13 lane spot right now.
Nice try.
So,
You don't
Ball
understand.
here.
What?
Alright.
Green and Cooper do enough to push this
yeah, this
team
one's
off, but
sticking
at
to
what
Fortnite.
cost?
I'm not trying to
Yet
say like
healing a
you
bunch,
guys should
but we
only
can't
play
even tell
Quick
if they're
Cash. I'm just saying he's a new player, and he have
Alright, we gotta work as a team.
found her time learning the game.
Well, they don't want to get the elimination code for free. They get the good damage onto Power.
Oh,
They
because
then
shockwave,
in
they
Quick Cash
fizz,
you
they
could
close
say,
the
like, where
distance.
are you,
Now
and
they
then
get
Nice
the
shot though,
knock.
guys.
Instead of cleaning up instantly,
Try to
they know they're going to take damage from the
teach him
storm.
that he has to
Let
play
the
with you
Siphon
guys
do its
more.
thing. Reed's going to go on the chase.
Catch
He's
out.
trying to run away, and he's just trying to follow
Exactly,
suit. Only thing
yeah.
is, he only has
Yeah,
one
I'm getting back
shockwave
onto
left, so
that.
yep, he's going to have to use
That's
the fizz
crazy.
to really make
Should
that
watch Major
shockwave
with
worth
me,
it.
bro.
Getting up on top of that mountain. That's going to give him a huge bird's eye view to try to figure out where
Let's get
Penta actually ran.
Cold was in first ever since
landing into the
all
water.
up
Yeah,
until
he's so
game
far
10.
Away from Cooper now. That
Let's
gets
go to
Penta a
All up
1v1.
until
If you
game
just
9,
figure out it
actually.
actually is a 1v1.
It was
There's
in
no
first.
way off. He's already going right back to the bodies
Ahead of
that they came together.
a lot of the
Cooper's here
teams.
waiting to catch him.
Way ahead. When he went down in sec
Now
20th.
this is starting to
Peter
track
Bot's in
what
first now.
seems to be other duos
With
here
Foryou.
in the area that are just
I got the
gonna stick
M11.
to their usual rotates right now, so you have to be careful. But
It is
there
cool to
Finally,
see
they
them
clean
come
things up here
back.
at the Latte Landing. It'd be a great two-piece elimination for
That
them,
Seagull
giving them
don't
that
look right.
little bit of cushion that they were looking for here. They're not quite safe again inside the top 13 just yet, but they are there now.
I feel like I'm gonna be. What are we? Visuals of braids? Why are we camping in a
Visual
cone?
braids. What is this? This is a completely different strat.
Replacement, bro.
Even the commentator said something.
You got me shaking my head, scratching it, trying to wonder what went wrong. Typically, we see a team like this spread out on these mountain ranges that you see there in the minimap. And that's how they get a lot
Are they
of their
AFK?
surge. This time around, they're
Like-
trying to wait for somebody to lurk in
How'd
late.
you go AFK in
Find
Grand
something.
Majors?
Hopefully they make
I don't know.
a
They're
mistake.
camping in a
Finding-
cone.
If it
in a
doesn't work
building.
out, though, might put them behind the rest
Nobody
of the
around them.
PK and Con.
Both
Find
full
themselves
health.
elimination over here towards Painted Palms. Instead of going on a wild goose chase, though, they're going to let that solo player run away. Maybe they could turn back and get the elimination.
Okay, this is the guy that
later.
solo
We know he's
clutched.
gonna go for a reboot
QK
eventually, but for
with
QK and Con,
Contrap.
man, this is going to be a good start to the game. Get that damage early, and once you got that Storm Surge damage early, it kind of opens up flexibility to be able to focus on the rotation.
Like, is it glitched? Peter Body in a solo.
Maybe
Where's
it
Poyo?
is.
Eliminations too.
Oh, he's down
gonna be
there.
keeping close eyes on visuals and breeds too, because like you said,
Yo.
that is such a massive risk for them to take here, waiting inside the base, hoping to ambush
So we're
someone.
playing quick
And then you
cash
look
or
at the
what?
map. Look at how much
think
distance
so.
there is between other players.
Yes.
Oh, we're playing
And
more.
from here looking at it, might not pay off.
It's good though. Trust
Y'all want to
me.
play
Just have
anything
to
but
think about
quick
Poyo
cash,
going
bro.
Back to the same trusty
Yep.
I
strategy.
want to play
Crazy.
quick cash.
Keeping this
No, you don't.
huge
Yes,
surge
I
tower. This
do.
just seems to work out.
It's just
a lot
it's
better for them.
basically
And then
Now you're putting a
just
bad
adding
name on
another
quick
team.
cash.
on the way.
Yeah.
basically.
Why are we
Agers
like
one of the few down here at the dark
It's-
dominion.
it's
So we saw them rotate
basically
past this.
just taking
They didn't go around the
another team and putting
actually
it in cash
contest
out.
the rapid course. And shots coming in from Peterbot's
It's
duo up
3
top.
teams in one game, so it's just like what you play when you first start the
That
game.
one out quick. Saw the surge base. Saw the window.
Just let my man play
Unlike
quick
some of the
cash,
other
bro.
surge bases where there is no
Yeah,
top
let me play quick
on
cash,
their
bro.
base, you can kind of, crouch, uncrouch, peek over, not really give yourself away.
Only
But
'cause
Peterbot
Point
built
Break
it in a
isn't
way
giving
to
us
where
a
it's
match.
impossible to get shockwaves
Yay.
on for free. So usually we
not
always
that
talk about
good.
Peterbot and Oil
And
hunting
it's not how the
teams
game
down.
is
I'm
made
getting
to
in the
be
back of my
played.
head.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay,
they're
Mr. The
prepared
Finals,
if
like,
worse comes to worse.
why
That
does it
happens to them.
matter?
They are the team to beat
Exactly.
after 8 games so far.
Like it's like you're
It's
trying to
game,
create
you're in
a
game 10,
ranked
see
team
how
out of
it goes
teammate
away.
out of AJ when he's not going to
Muzz
be
and
playing
Sphinx
this
over
game
towards
that
Humble
much.
Hills. Zone moving on over towards
At
Squiggly
least let
Shores.
him just
Talked
play
about
quick
last round,
cash and
Christian
just kinda
Higgs had his own move
fuck
over in
around.
his
Little
favor.
bro.
I think every
Like
player
maybe
on
he
this side
might
of the map has been
realize
gifted a little
what's
bit of
wrong
opportunity,
with the
which
game
includes
mode,
Muzz
but
and
like
Sphinx,
why
who's
do we have to
currently
point out
positioned
what's
eighth on
wrong
the
with
leaderboard.
game modes?
Done really good today too.
Honestly,
Second place
I
in that
think
first
I
Ooh,
game.
Bucky's
play
still
at
alive.
Evan.
So a lot of in game appearances so far from Muzz and Sphinx. Bucky and Zen. So on pace right now. Great opportunity here to find some patterns from nothing wrong. Zone's gonna be
AJ's
coming in
getting
shortly,
yelled at.
so gotta make quick work of this team here. And get going themselves.
Sounds like me.
Watching this sometimes you just gotta have a lot of patience because there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of moments to
No,
where you typically
honestly,
think, I gotta
patience
rotate
is
the
a
zone, I
virtue
don't
in
wanna
this
take
because
damage, I wanna
you
beat
watch a
other
whole
teams there, but
dead-ass
sometimes it's just more
dead-ass
beneficial, especially if you have the right
early
HP
game
heals.
until the end game. The end
Go
game
ahead
is
and
really
fight for
good.
your time. Let the
Like,
storm
you
do its
do
thing. Force other
capitalize
players out
on
their hands,
watching the
depending on
whole
what
thing
situation they're in.
because
Especially if you have a little bit more control of your games. Curve and Venom.
you don't just want to
A
watch
different
end
approach
games. They
already.
won't
The
feel the
last couple
same.
games we see
if
them
you don't
very,
watch
very
all of
early
the
on
early
try
game.
to be the team on the high ground and really condition the rest of the lobby.
Anything
this
could happen,
time around,
too.
just like we saw visuals and Braids, taking a whole different approach.
Holy.
Slowing things down and just minimizing the risk of them actually getting eliminated.
Already have 2 eliminations too, so they're feeling pretty good about their overall damage. But as we start talking about the way this zone played out, it's gonna be Clicks and Higgs who have this monstrous base set up here at the Wonky Land, as the zone has favored them for quite some time here. And with this plenty of extra heals to work with as well, so he's gonna have to pick and choose here what they want to
We're in the Higgs
take
skin.
on the road with them.
Plenty of time to wait. See, the zone is pulling towards the south. They have their wonky wheel. They have their combination of both the fizz and the shockwave to really dodge a lot of the teams at the earlier portions of that zone. You kind of move out of render distance, make it easier for them to move in. And you see the zone is kind of pulling off the shores of
You wanna
Squiggly
unready real quick? I'll be
over
like
into
a
more
minute.
of the mainland.
It's probably
This is
gonna
where
take
we
a
do
minute
have
to put
a
us
few
in.
different mountain ranges that
Okay.
will be in play. So rotations
why it's
being
taking
quick,
so long.
that is of the essence here. And that's where you see now for all those other players that have waited until this zone to try to move their way in. You're seeing Cold and Rapid, they're pulling that edge of the zone. Instead of going straight in, they know this side of the map is more than likely uninhabited by a lot of the players, so they're just going ahead, taking a slow approach yet again. They don't seem to be in a worry, and they don't seem to be desperate to make any big plays.
Yep, and they got little bushes to play with.
And
as
now
well
still
here. So
alive?
with the zone coming back their way. Look at that. They have a nice little ambush set up there.
Game
Both teams
10.
rotating in. Peterbot still finds himself safe in the positioning here. So long as they found
That's
their damage, they'll
good.
be just fine. Agers and Ritual haven't really moved either since rotating their last position here. They're only 83 above.
I want to
so
look
this
at
is
the
a much
map,
more
like,
precarious
of where all
situation
the
to be in.
zones have been. I wonder if I could find that.
It might look good now with the damage being
Wikipedia.
above the threshold, but you know as well as I do, the way that some of these games have been going, you'll be above in one zone and then instantly fall below in the next. We need to get down to a certain minimum of players for each and every one of these zones as the game does progress until it eventually does turn off down to 40 players overall. So they're really playing tiptoeing with that line when it comes to Surge. Cold and Rapid, similar situation, only 143 above, and it's not easy for them to rotate from point A to point B. About 30 damage is going to get taken off that Surge.
One thing to note, though, they were max material coming out of that storm there, so they are in a prime position here. Don't let that material count fool you. They are getting late into the end game here. A little bit of storm pull luck here, and you'll be in a great spot to be in. Overall, though, Peterbot and Foryou, the same could be said for them. They have this high ground base. They've had the zone this entire time. They're finding a tremendous amount of damage from this advantageous spot, and now they get to shockwave out and play into the Dark Dominion. So this is actually Cold and Rapid's draw spot. Again, normally when you get the drop, obviously, we've seen those teams turn these opportunities, if you will, into huge wins, if not better.
Yep.
But again, that is to be determined as now we're starting to push that end game.
That's actually a couple lock pull.
No pressure so far. They've just been sitting on the vending machine trying to see if anyone was willing to come this way. Clearly, some people got a little too close to the fire and got burnt here. It's Magma and G Monster. This is another Benno and Peterbot on the same team. They just can't
from height. They're not down. They're not.
Yeah, I know
they're not
still going
killed.
on, but with those eliminations there,
I guess
they
rotation.
take first place in the tournament. Placement points haven't set in. It's going to continue to jumble, but it goes to show how close the leaderboard actually is through and through.
That's a whole other team.
Am I watching a replay?
Yeah.
Am I watching
We're
another
playing
clip?
Peterbot
finding
another
opportunity
guy.
after opportunity, and it's on to Veer. That is going to be a heartbreak right there if Threats cannot clutch out some good points in this game. He is only 4 points away from that bubble.
Cold.
Yeah, they were doing so well after finding those two elims, and how to lose your teammate kind of here.
Right here.
Be that much more tougher. Well, you have to make at least 20 or 30 points.
He
As we
just
were
jumped
jumping away, I
off.
think I saw Venno find another elimination there too, so the rotates are clear.
5 kills for Venno.
Here it is. We get to jump in
was
with
half
that.
health for the guy
5
there.
elims now, Jacob.
Yeah.
Things are just starting to get really pieced together for them.
Oh, that's an easy kill for a guy. Oh no.
They get the elim credit.
Is N-Pen
It
still
just
up?
can't
That's what I
work
did,
any
Virgo.
better for them now.
Bucky and Zen
So
still
all
up.
that matters here for them is just going to be key positioning, playing for the end game. No one's in that base up top either. Somewhat of a vacant Storm Surge base from before. The zone is bounced back. 800 volts are still in this game as well right now.
Just looking at each
Barely
other.
holding on though, as they
20.
found themselves only 20 above. I see
20.
Clicks and Higgs
26
there in the
teams
distance
left.
too. Meanwhile, Peterbot
Getting close.
to find eliminations.
Yeah,
No,
they
he
start
just
to get
used
better
infinite
curves
quick.
to
Peter has
outspawn
the
Elims,
mythic
but
AR, I
first,
didn't even
Peterbot
notice.
Gets Elim, they take first back. Benno and Curve get a couple more Elims that pushes them in first, and now they take it right back. We're literally ping-ponging as this game goes on between first and second place, but you still got Cold, Rapid, Angels, and Ritual. Acorn and Bolts all still in the mix. You can't forget about Clicks and Higgs. All it takes is one moment to catch fire in these next 3 games to really kind of shut everything
Who
up.
has a harpoon
They
gun?
do
I
have
just
that
heard a
gold
harpoon gun.
chaos. They got the purple AR.
How much
they
damage
got
does the harpoon gun do?
pizza, They got Fizz. They got Shockwave. They got all the resources necessary to have a good game here. But the zone
Bucky.
might play a huge role depending on where it goes. I see it moving towards the
Bucky
south.
and Zen
back
still
in
up.
and
Just gotta
through
keep
Dark
checking on them.
Dominion. So even though we got those buildings we
25th.
need to worry about, it's not as
They got like
drastic
22nd
as a
last
North
round.
Pole.
He's
Am I
a
getting
bush
win?
running.
Am I
horrible
getting
goal.
win?
I also saw Visual Embrace still
They're on
alive as
height
well, so
too with
it seems
against
like their
Clicks
risky
and
play did
Higgs.
pay off there. In the bottom right there, still fully healthy. Clicks and Higgs opting to go for high
All
ground
major
here.
teams are pretty
Once
much
again,
still
this
alive.
time, as early as the 8th zone, Wild teams are playing pretty close to second height, so this is extremely
zone.
risky. Hobby and a minute still in the game as
What are we
well.
looking at?
But Clicks
Oh,
with that big
Clicks
Elim
got
offset
enough.
there. He doesn't
Clicks
get too
got I am
risky either,
enough.
right? He allows
Yeah.
the boot to fall
Alright,
there.
so he switched
Just
his
to back
dagger.
up his teammate
Unlucky.
Higgs here up top. It's Bucky and
I don't
Zen
even
who
know
are
what
trying to
happened
fight
there,
for it,
honestly.
Yeah, and this is another reason why
He
I think
wasn't
it's just
enough.
a little bit too early
Yeah, I guess
sometimes in the
not.
game.
Foryou's
Not
down.
only because of material,
happened?
but it's because of everybody
Enough
sending
got
it up
knocked
above.
all
You
of a
said
sudden, I
yourself,
didn't even
Foryou
notice
down,
what
and There's a
happened.
lot of pressure here on the Peterbot to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Quickly peeks up, steals some of that loot away. Curve and Benno are on the other side, literally first in place,
What are
staring
they?
at each other through the wall. And I think Peterbot
Zen
knows
still,
that
Zen and
Foryou's
Bucky on
right
height.
in the
Peterbot
corner,
going up to
tries
Zen.
go up,
Peterbot
shot
knocks
goal,
Zen.
makes the
Bucky
play
trying to
onto Zen. Nobody
challenging
does that
Peter
as
Bot.
a solo, and he's even backing down Bucky. They have the confidence to go up. The challenge clicks
Bucky
in.
gets a
and
hit on
now
Peter
it's
Bot.
falling short with Peter Bot
150
storming
HP.
him down.
Just doesn't get
Okay,
better,
nice
you know. He's just
200.
sticking
Holy
to the
splash.
game plan. He's
Why
like,
did
you
I-
know what? We want to come into these games
Bucky's
and
still
play
alive.
for high ground. It's
Bucky
what's gonna
rotating
open
at
up
like
the
1
journey.
HP.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do
He's
that,
still
but Clicks
he's
and Higgs,
safe.
of course,
Peter Bot gets taken down by Higgs.
Peter Bot tries
Oh my
to
goodness.
bail off, of course, but it's not gonna be enough. Clicks has just got his number this time.
Is that it for them?
This is an opening curve, and Venno
Yeah.
needed. Volts is by himself down below. Acorn
Is
is
Cold-
well. Another top team.
Higgs and Clicks both alive still.
Not only Curve and Venno's chance
Higgs
to
gets
increase that
tagged.
lead for first place, even with Cold and
Hey, Russ,
Rapid
you
still
see this
alive, but for
lag?
Clicks and Higgs to play
Oh.
catch up here. They have the high ground. A lot of the teams are already
Yeah,
out
like,
of
what
their
the-
Getting
path,
shot
but
from above.
another
Cold
one
and
sends
Rapid both
forward.
200
Another
HP.
team is trying to battle up above for the high ground. Meanwhile, Cold and Rapid has let
Cold are
all
trying to
the
get up the
dust
height
settle.
from below.
You guys can have it up
He's
above.
going
We'll
up
smoothly walk through that finish line.
Clicks and Higgs
Don't forget,
jumping
Javi
on
and
top
Minish
of
were
this
in
team.
6th place coming into
Javi
this.
and a
They
Minish.
have a chance to fight for first as well, and they're trying to
want
just
this height.
show us that they have life in them as they go up. But Clicks and Higgs is willing to battle it back on over into their head. They're really just
Higgs got
wrestling
the-
for high ground
Higgs
right
got
now,
the mythic.
and it's cost
Yo,
them
what's up,
so
Jack?
much material.
that
Clicks and Higgs have almost given
Someone
away
just
the
fell off
lead
the
position
map.
at this
Two people
point
just
if
fell
they
off the
can't catch
map.
this refresh.
Yeah, you see Curve and Venno just waiting in the shadows
So smart.
for a moment just like this. Everything up above
Oh
is
my-
suspended,
no.
but they're actually looking down below.
No.
Look at the material count, the lack of resources.
won.
They might have
Nice,
what they
whoever
need to
killed
take
that
the
guy.
high ground.
my-
So
I
Clicks and
did.
Higgs have to give it up. Hoppy in a minute. You said it yourself. From top
Flamethrower.
6 to start this
Oh my-
game, this is their chance to increase their positioning. But Venno's backs up against
No,
the
fuck.
6 builds, tries to find his way to the front side. of the
Clicks
zone
is one.
using the bare
Flamethrower
minimum.
Clicks is
Curve
one.
ends up in a scuffle
Lot of
against Clicks.
damage.
No
Higgs is
build
down.
left. He's
Clicks
gonna
is
have
one
to
shot.
reposition, and now Clicks is
He's
by
getting-
himself.
gets taken
Two
out by
HP.
Vino.
A quick peek from Venno. He
Venno.
returns back to the scene of the crime to take down his former teammate.
Unfortunately, he did lose Curve in the process. He finds
Yeah,
Prom
he
here
did
as a
that
solo, but no, Nut comes to back him up, and then he has to back off here completely. Look at this. Venno didn't even get to pick up any mats
Let me
either.
alpha.
So
I'm
now
Only
he's
4
down to
builds for
4
Venno.
builds, but hey,
Cold's
look,
still alive.
Inside the top 10 now, still earning points, but you have Cold and Rapid making
Cold
up
and
for
Rapid
time
top
lost,
10.
But Venno's still going. Down goes
Venno's
Taki
getting-
too, and now he's at
got
9
mats.
eliminations here, Jacob.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is a
Venno and
legacy at its finest.
Curve at
Venno
9
was really
elims.
trying to put on not only for himself, not only for Curve, but the entire EU region, saying, "Hey, look,
Cold and
it's
Rapid
not
still looking good.
easy." Cold and Rapid though,
They
still
both take
a
shots.
big
Rapid,
pain
dead.
in their
Cold,
side, but Rapid
dead.
goes down. Muzzin
8th place.
Drop down from
Why did you
above.
shoot
Muzzin
This is
Sphinx.
literally chaos
Come
at
out of
its
nowhere.
finest.
This is crazy. The points here being added up. Meanwhile, Venno's just soaking up
Right
placement
here,
points
Ethan.
because the lobby's
Venno gets a kill on Ritual.
And I'm lagging.
And the monstrous shot onto Ritual. Oh my gosh.
He gets the
just
siphon.
continues to do it.
Gets a crack on Osid.
And don't count him out just yet.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
another huge shot. The Fullberry miss drops too. Can he get
No,
some
I
time to
just
pop
gave
it?
him
There it is.
cash. My
Tries to
fault.
break out through the top.
No,
Look at the
no,
game
it's-
sense, the
it's-
awareness to
you
break
only
out
way
of
to
the
get
danger
cash in this
slayer.
game mode
Venno is firing
Gets
on
a
all
kill on
cylinders
Osid.
right now, and he is still going.
I can't
I
believe
did, I just
what
gave
we're
him the
witnessing. Venno is taking over in this end game, but he has to be careful. The only
Venno going up.
left, he goes up.
No, and it's first to get
It's a full pump.
No, if you look, if they
It's
get
a 1v2.
Finish goes down. It's a 2v1 monster.
How is he still doing it?
I know.
How is he managing to earn these points? He's trying to get it back in blood. He might actually get this elimination here too. Zipta falls down.
That was
Points
so-
all week,
holy
and
crap.
He gave us the
He just fucking-
performance.
oh my
we
goodness.
We're looking for there, Jacob.
What happened? What happened?
Venno had a
Oh my
crazy
God,
solo
Bugs,
clutch.
I needed a moment to breathe there. My heart is pounding. I'm not even playing.
He didn't
in
win,
this
but
game, but Venno
that was-
came
that
to
was
NA. He
very
is
impressive.
taking
Holy
over.
cow.
He picks up Curve, and this team is a bulldozer
guy
in
there.
these NA lobbies.
see
They're
that.
Wow.
single-handedly
I just
taking
missed
down
his winner.
top team after top team by themselves. But Zyped up Void, they deserve all the
GGs.
praise in the world.
We
Zip.
go on to
That
game 11.
chain thing that he just did to me.
That's the wind claw.
I'm at a loss for words. I wanted, obviously, we want to talk about Venno, but we need to highlight
Oh well.
Zytha
You
and
know
Void.
me so well.
Oh
If this will
my
make you
gosh,
wait,
the
I swear I
chaos
won't tell.
that
Okay,
was
yep,
that game.
Chat.
And literally Venno is just
They get this, they
mowing
win.
down players left and right. And at the very end, it is a 2v1.
Yeah, one of them dead.
Zytha Void, they take
Oh my
advantage of
God,
that,
dead,
right? They say, hey,
You don't
look,
have max
if
spread.
it's just
Let
you,
Pink in it.
even gods can bleed sometimes. We'll walk away with the victory royale,
Nice.
219
Oh, how is he?
points.
Someone
These guys
from
are
Void
looking
won a
to
game.
secure themselves a spot going to the summit with only 2 games left to go. This
Wait, let's look
puts
at the
them in a
leaderboard.
really good spot, Kelly.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
getting
I mean,
400.
considering how crazy the low ground
Oh
was,
my-
to have a
That's
full
what happens
duo
when you put
in
him on
that
Cook
moment,
Cash.
being able to take on Venno. I mean, 6 eliminations,
Slander.
definitely going to help them up the leaderboard. But my goodness, that looked like
11 kills for Curve and Venno, and they put themselves in first place. Golden Rapid go down to 3rd. Peterbond Polio go down to 4th. Agers and Ritual in 2nd.
That one was close.
Clifton Higgs in
What a
10th.
nail biter for the duo. Yeah, they were kind of
Reed
just
and
hanging
Cooper
out,
go
right?
up
We
to
saw how many
12th.
solos that were in that lobby. And
Visual and Braids in
amongst all of
8th.
the
Muzzin
chaos,
Sphinx in
amongst Venno just
7th.
mowing down all
Acorn
the
Bolts in
lobbies.
6th.
That duo there at the end, they just get to kind of look up and like, wait, where'd everybody
This
else
is some
go?
absolute
Right? We only
cinema.
got one player to take out for the win. All of a sudden, they go ahead and they clutch it up. They take the win as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that win right there shakes up the leaderboard.
Oh man, well, we're gonna go to a break. When we return, we are absolutely taking a look at Curve and Venno. That solo clutch was
Pretty great.
incredible. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Don't you go anywhere.
I don't know what I want to do right now. Are we gonna play the forest again, or is that just?
Yeah,
once?
yeah, of course. My dad actually is gonna get it. We're gonna play with him for a little bit. He might be on. As long as we have like 4 people for like most of the time, or at least as long as we have 3 people online every time we'll play. I don't think playing with 2 people would be very cinema of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ping the Discord just to let everyone know, or ask everyone. We all down to play the forest again tonight. Figure out a start time.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll go here. I'm popping a message. Wait, sure.
They're heading back.
Wait, if you're mid, wait. 100! 100! Oh my god!
And I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't know how to feel
You're
about
not
it.
used to losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this. These players are just so locked in.
Could it be the milk?
What is that top?
Bruh. Oh, we got espionage. Never mind. I attacked somewhere by accident instead of espionaging. Got a hell of wood from that though. Level 10. Loot castles belonging to other castle lords.
Fortnite fan, we're gonna get right into it. Venno and Carve, what the heck? Venno comes out.
Can't do that.
Game number 10. With
No,
one
actually
of
I can,
the
because I
greatest
have an
solo
espionage
clutches
going, not
we have
a
ever seen.
fight.
Guys, look at this leaderboard. Peterbot and Poyo just got a VR last game, right? We thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Peterbot, Poyo, they're taking over. It's crazy. In a
do I want to attack this guy?
Benno solo clutches here for a second place with 11 eliminations. Kelly Link, we are at 68 eliminations
what level
on
is
the
he?
day.
7?
I mean, and that is a solo clutch off of Curve
I have
and
0
Benno
honor,
having
he has
8 eliminations
422,
before
what?
Curve went down.
How do
So
you
it
have
wasn't like it was
422 honor?
just Benno in that game. But regardless, even with 8 eliminations, having Curve go down, Benno was not done yet. He is never done, Vivid. And to see him play that, for a second, I thought this was Game 11, Peterbot solo once again, because we've seen that in North America. But Benno wants to show that this is not just the NA show. EU is here to represent. And look at these eliminations, Vivid.
Insane.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, it's like he can't miss right now. If
No,
this guy
espionage.
has a shotgun out and there is somebody anywhere near him on his screen able to go ahead and hit, he's hitting the shot every single time. And how chaotic some of these end games are. I mean, he is just switching layers when he needs to. He's using overdrive grenades to fly up, and even mid-air, opponents are moving, he's still hitting the shots. And everybody that was watching this must have believed that it was possible for him to win this 1v2, right?
It definitely was possible.
Like he was unstoppable.
He was kind of freaking out, though. I think.
For a second watching
I think
that right there.
Vino was kind of.
I gotta tell you, the rest of the lobby right now is in absolute trouble. We kind of saw it after game number 7. We were like, wow, whoa, these guys look absolutely different. Take a look at the individual eliminations over the course
37
of the
individual
eliminations
eliminations
today.
in 10 games.
Is leading the pack with 37. What is possibly a little bit
I am
even
attacking
more
somebody. I don't want him to
that his duo is right
hate
behind
me, but
him
it's a quest,
with
man.
31. This isn't like a solo show. I mean, obviously, yeah, the solo clutches came out, but they are both just performing on an incredible level right now, Kelly.
18 hours.
I for sure thought that production was wrong, that this was incorrect, and that they misplaced Curve's name. That is insane. These numbers represent everything, and I feel like I'm gonna have to add a 4th star to this airplane real soon, because this is what I want out of North American Central. And you know what? Maybe NA Central was getting a little bland, and you just gotta add a little bit of spice from EU, and that's what makes everything just taste so much better.
Defeat Kingdom NPCs level 2 or
I
higher.
am just shocked by what we just we have 2 games left.
Luke Castle's belong to the other. Oh, okay.
Again.
Okay.
Wow. As we look at these standings as well, I mean, guys, even look from 1st to 5th, right? Only 75 points separating Curve and Benno from Javi and Aminish. I mean, I am just in awe. Again, this is why we call out, right? A single game of
I guess I'll just build more
everything, man. You just string together eliminations the way Benno just did, even in 2nd place. You don't even need the Victory Royale.
I can't.
You can find yourself climbing the standings. Oh my gosh. Agers in Ritual as well. Look at this. Jumping up 2 whole placements right now, Kelly. Off of a 6th place with 7 elims. Now, Kelly, right now, more than ever, these eliminations are so critical. There's so many points locked behind these eliminations. That's what these players need to be targeting.
I mean, Agers and Ritual, like you said, they got 8th place with, they got 6th place with 7 eliminations. Cold and Rapid that game only went down in 8th. They only got 3 eliminations, and that is why Agers and Ritual are jumping up. Literally, you could be doing really well,
like the
making
max.
it to the end game, grabbing eliminations. But if you are not just pushing yourselves above just a little bit more than everyone else, that is literally going to be the difference of tens of thousands of dollars and being able to say that you are the best in North America Central.
As I've been wrapped up in the entertainment that we have been presented with this absolute domination, I blinked and I was like, wait a minute. We've played 10 games. There's only 2 games left.
Shit, my
we are
bad.
approaching that point now.
I destroyed
where
it.
It is possible that some of these other teams that are in the top 5
Hold up, let's go look.
thinking about, okay, listen,
Let's go visit Castle.
I know we kind of talk about this a lot. We saw it on EU earlier. The attempt to potentially stop them early on. Does somebody have what it takes to land on Curve and Venno to stop what seems to be unstoppable?
He's speaking something into existence. Kelly, we saw this over in EU and it went a certain way. Do you think it's happening? Do you think it's happening in Game 11?
No.
Probably not, but we can hope.
2 games left to go here before we say goodbye. I cannot believe what has transpired so far. With 2 games left to go, all of these dudes are thinking the same exact thing. How do we either get in the top 13 or fight for that number 1 spot?
Oh, I don't have enough
Casters,
wood.
It is time. Game 11 is ready. Take it away.
Where's the wood?
Monster, I don't know if Curve and Veno will be contested off drop, but I don't think it's going to be a smart play. Because something you notice first off is when they were the best team in some of these lobbies, it usually starts in the early game. On day 1, it was the mid and end game where they lacked a little bit of preparation. But now that that's solved, I'm not sure.
Are you playing that game?
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to get Sky and Scroll here in game number 11. So let's see if things are getting hyped now.
Oh, I don't have enough slots.
I'm gonna go get some strawberries, cause I'm fat.
2 games left, Monster.
Only
2
needed to heal
exciting chances for anybody to rise up the leaderboards. And before this
So
moment,
if you
we had
close
a
out the tab, you lose all
very
your
close
progress.
tournament, 6 points difference.
No, I have an
You have
account
like a
now.
Curve and Veno is just phenomenal.
I just killed this
solo
guy.
How-
play. They have
How far
almost
did you
a
usually get before you had to make a
50-point
new
gap.
But
account?
apparently
That's
nothing
the
happened
thing, you know,
to
when
him.
you listen to Veno speak, he was actually saying Curve was due for the pop-off. Curve is gonna have his moment.
Okay, come
Little
back.
did we know, the wolf was in sheep's clothing. He has been playing so
Hey.
crazy. It's looking like young Veno, the Veno that we knew to
Gotta
be
heal
one of the
other guys
most
though,
dangerous
too.
fighters when he was up and coming. We're just seeing him just outperform like crazy right now.
You left
And
your
love
phone
to
up
see it,
here?
too, because it's well deserved. And the competition overall is extremely close. But okay, Jacob, let's get to some of this action here. Paper and Resi are still fighting for a qualification spot for themselves. That was a great 2-piece of look.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That side of the map isn't necessarily my favorite. Whether you're contested, uncontested, or simply just win the fight doesn't make it any easier at all. Blake and Preston still on this side of the map. Going against the Tick and Mafia on the south side of the Frigid Fortress. Good damage onto Preston, though, giving a huge advantage on over to the other side. But Mafia has a huge chunk of HP missing as well. And this is where the lurks are starting to come in. But the longer you lurk, the longer you fight, those third parties will become a huge factor. Empen and Jack already making their way on over.
Yeah, Empen and Jack have been all over these fights here. They've had success. They've had some failures. So has Mafia. Look from Blake's perspective. Just kind of leaving this one out, trying to see. This is the most important shot, though. Any little touch there, he could have sneezed on the Tick, and it would have been a big up. And Preston didn't even see him run past him either, so they just
Is
seem to be
Aviv
a little
even in
out of
top
it here for
13?
Game number 11. And Pen and Jack not too content with the extra shots they're hitting inside of there. I think they learned a lesson last time, so they're off to disengage.
3
now.
minutes. Collect coins. We did
Still
the
got
quest.
Scare and Osid
Whoa.
at the actual Frigid Fortress just towards the
Accept that.
north. They were the ones that
Upgrade
essentially
this.
the last one standing
There we go.
after everything had settled, but just literally one room away. Preston and Blake, I have to imagine they know each other are here.
move
Even the
this.
Tick as a solo, they only saw one elimination in the feed. It's about where is he at, and every single person in
Move
this scenario,
this.
Monster, is one shot away from going down or getting
Move
eliminated,
this.
and that's why you see the careful approach. But maybe Preston hears
Move
something on the
that.
other side of that wall. He's trying to tiptoe, take his time. There's a full window open, a clear
Yes.
shot. They double attack from both sides. That was actually a smart
go.
way to approach that from Preston and Blake.
I'm thinking Preston was looking through the cracks in the brick like, yep, I see an angle, bro. He's in here. Let's go for it. And it ends up working out. Squibbly on lock, of course, by Peterbot and Pollo. Let's see if they end up doing a big surge base or rotating out early. Try to get a fight for some surge. Maybe even some points, of course. All in all, though.
There.
Oh, they're going back
Tavern.
to that strat where they just
Move.
push Chris and Drew here.
There.
Who are kind of based down right
Perfect.
now.
Yeah, and honestly, unless you think something unordinary
Just had
can
a
happen
few
with Veno going
minor
down early
adjustments
and a
to
lack of
make
eliminations.
before I
One of the
started.
big ways to come back, especially for a team like Peterbot and Pollo, is through eliminations here. You talked about it yourself. They fought this one before against Chris and Drew. They got in eliminations, but they've also went down or down to low HP, making the surge not necessarily worth it. There goes another example. They're 100 damage gone just like that. Pollo having to slow things down, trying to heal up, but Peterbot's relentless pressure gets the double edits towards the top, forcing Drew to fall down yet another layer. But we've seen this happen a few times throughout the weekend. Eventually, Peterbot and Pollo do disengage, but I'm not sure that's going to necessarily be the case. They trade shots again. Another 100 damage landing onto Pete.
Yeah, one thing Chris and Drew have done is play defense very, very well, right? Like every time we've watched the spike go down, they actually haven't fully eliminated this team. They have managed to defend themselves more than well enough. And Peterbot and Pollo say, you know what? You got it, bruh. Once again, and they just give it to them because they know too that going back and forth is not worth it. They wait until they're ahead and they say, all right, we're gonna take the surge positive.
They're getting so many eliminations. He just solo cuts for second place.
Got to take the little victories.
Killed like 4 people in final zone, basically.
A massive victory at the end of the game. So jump on board Threats and Beer. To start the day off,
he has
they were
like
inside
37
of that top 13.
kills by
they
himself.
Fizzled out, but as it stands now, 14th place, 264 points. 13th place is only 6 points away. So if they were able to clean up those eliminations, they would move inside of the bubble as the game does progress. On one side of the map, you can kind of see what is on the line for some of these players, and they're really just trying to put it all out there, and they leave no regrets left on the table. Carillion seems to be by himself. Not sure where Jargon's at. Possibly eliminated by UK. They break into the same box. UK almost goes down.
Oh shit, he's being
but
toxic.
Not only survive, but get the elimination onto Carillion, and basically tell him what he really feels.
Yeah, I was trying to find Carillion on the standings. Definitely is one of those teams on that bubble area. They haven't had enough time to really focus in on their performances, but either way, getting eliminated now in game number 11 is going to be a massive setback for any team here. And now, jumping back to this right here, Peterbot. Boy, I don't think we've seen them actually fight Skittles' team at all. So Skittles somewhat caught out of position here and into the drop. Okay, this is exactly where Peterbot wants to. They know they're not going to have teams here, not this early. And just like that, Skittles rotates out of one problem and into another one.
Ah, that's just unfortunate. Literally, Peterbot and Pollo went from finding Chris and Drew. I don't know why they disengaged, but Chris and Drew went one way, Peterbot went the other, and basically attacked 2 different players on one team, sent them right back to the lobby. Another heartbreak moment here in game 11. Basically leaving it all to the 12th and final game for some of these teams that have been eliminated early on. And as you can see, 74 players up, Monster. This one looking to move at a little bit of an accelerated fashion than some of the other games we've seen so far.
True.
Okay, I did
Cold
find
still
Carillion
this
and
third
Jargo
game.
on the standings. They're actually
Third
in
game.
13th,
They've been doing this
the line
as
with
what I know.
270
Not
points
switching up
there,
the tactics at all.
Now the jump above
I mean,
them
it's
is
been
Rhea
working.
Cooper, who
They've
have
probably
a
been doing that the whole match,
point
honestly.
cushion, it seems like,
the whole
for 12,
tournament.
But it is super close from basically that line up and down.
Looking for tags.
Really watching all the teams below you, probably even some of the teams above, just hoping they go down early, kind of ease the pain. But you can see the big difference here from Rapid and Cold and some of the other teams. Rapid literally buying out the mending machine, and then they kind of bring all the heals up towards Cold, so he can kind of watch them, kind of leaving scraps essentially for anybody else that tries to rotate through and grab that mending machine. Just jump on board Void. Looks like he's getting chased down by a Beeb. Nowhere near his teammate just yet, but he's trying to use those shockwaves to close the distance.
Like I won the game last game.
Points too.
This team.
Overall today, having quite the performance here. Obviously, after that last victory royale, in a 5th place before that, they have just propelled themselves right into a potential land qualification spot. Now, they still have a little bit of a ways to go, but if they can continue to play well, they will be up towards the top here in the next 2 rounds. Visuals and Braids slipping down the totem pole. They were holding that 3rd strong for so long. These last few rounds have just been a bit tough for them.
Yeah, they have a bit of a cushion, almost 100-point cushion going into these last 2 games. But
yo, what's up, Hockey Bear?
Scratching your head. They vastly changed up their strategy.
You're 9 subs away from what?
Day 2, where they would typically set up here for a long time, just get
10K?
little tags that adds up to a good amount of surge. By the time they rotated towards those moving zones, it made it a little more free to do what they want. But more and more teams rotating over,
3K.
even closed the day out yesterday, lurking on them, getting those eliminations, forcing in the back of Visuals and Braids' minds different things to go out. But they're going to go ahead and get that drop early on, just at the edge of zone. And this could be a blessing here with the zone moving towards the north. They're already set up on one of these mountains, and every team south of that line has to rotate either through Visuals and Braids or to the left or the right.
And this is definitely the better spot to be in. And, you know, this is arguably the best spot to have a monster surge base, but they seem to have gone to keeping more of a low profile. They're trying to mix things up.
If I
had to guess, teams just changed their rotation strategy, right? Coming into day 2. Maybe that's why Vision Breed is having a bit of a harder time, whereas yesterday, while everyone was caught off guard, strat worked a little better. Peterbot and Pollo They're fighting for points here. It's the Squiggly Shores. Obviously, their domain. Doing a good job so far.
Peterbot just using a couple of resources that are around. Taking that spicy fish, getting a little bit of a movement boost that can help him try to break into some of these boxes.
Ooh,
they pressure out Must from 2 different angles. One shot can connect from foryou. Peterbot still holding it down, leading some of those Thunderbird shots through, getting him down to just HP. And with the zone here, yeah, it might only be a 1 tick, but it's going to increase the worry for Must. Liquid tries to go up and make a play onto Peterbot, but he gets cut short as well. He has no choice but to try and disengage. He basically gave up any hope of him and his duo either taking down Peterbot or surviving, so he moves towards the north, saying, hey, if you're going to eliminate him, I probably already have the goal. Let's just start working on plan B.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. And little did they know that he actually fully dipped on his team.
I still gotta finish that battle pass.
He could have stuck around and finished it, but not worth the risk. Really showing you too.
No, I'm hitting Ruby. What are you talking about?
Foryou are really trying to play for an end game right now. They know that, hey, the points will come.
We're
You just
sitting
gotta
here.
keep winning.
And quick path.
But it speaks, you know,
And we should be
Must,
growing.
at least, you know, in the last
Yeah, I don't know why.
major 3 in trios.
That was
qualifying
Luke's
in
idea.
the last game of the
It was
day
your
to make it
idea.
to globals.
What do you
Much
mean?
better position,
How is that
7th
my
place,
idea?
430
What's
points on the
the
leaderboard.
idea?
Just needs to be able to close out.
It was your idea.
It was my idea, bro.
Aloe
It
in
was
the
my
mix
idea.
as
No, it was
well.
your
Just
it was
trying
his
to
I know
idea
he
to
can't.
hit.
one of these teams. They're going to be in
No offense.
23rd place, 214 points. I want to say roughly like 56 points away from getting inside
doesn't
that
want it
bubble.
enough.
That's definitely going to help him tenfold. Raven does go down. Aloe already trying to shockwave over. CDZ realizing the shockwaves are coming in. He's going to try to disengage himself. Can't be the hero in a situation that started so fast.
Unfortunate turn of events here for CDZ and Raven. They find themselves at the bottom of the standings here, but hey, all of this is experience gathered and efforts learned.
You gift me.
So Ager's there find G Monster in the feed. So Ager's continuing to do what he needs to earn himself some points to continue to
was like a
fight his
both
way
idea, I
back
think.
into first. It's neck and neck up at the top. No teams can make a mistake now. If you're Acorn and Bolts, you're going to need to have those big game wins as well. Otherwise, the dream is out.
Acorn
Just
and Bolts
surprising
are
start this
really
day.
low.
We're talking about the phenomenal play from Bolt, solo
points.
impact,
Those are
him and
their total
Acorn's
points.
ability to remain consistent
Acorn
in
and
each and
Bolts.
every one of these games. It's just something went wrong today. You know, compared to yesterday, they had a 32nd place, 19th. They did make up for it in a moment with a 3rd place with 5 eliminations, but now they're 98 points away from first place. 2 games left.
481.
Almost have a little bit of control over their destiny. They really got to hope for Curve, Benno, H, Ritual, Cold, and Rapid. A whole slew of players to have a much worse performance than they've had so far, even on average. As Ages and Ritual rotating back on over towards Sandy Strip. Another team, uncontested drop. They really have conditioned a good portion of this lobby to stay away from this mending machine.
You know, and I'm just thinking, Javi and Diminish actually jumped up a placement point last game as well. Their average placement so far in the tournament is 8.6. The best of all the teams right now inside
Well,
of the top
that shit
5.
heals.
That is a pretty impressive stat. Just kind of
Sprite
taking a surface
heals.
glance at it right now. Everyone else, though, clearly, though, has way more elims. That's why they have the higher points overall. But still, Javi and Diminish playing exceptional right now. It's a great time to just start checking in with them. What's going well with them? Why can they keep making it work here? It seems like the Frigid Fortress is treating them very well.
Yeah, and honestly, an unlikely duo coming into this one. You know, at one point it was Reet and Javi, and Minish with a whole other player. And
What was
Reet
that?
goes ahead and says, "Hey Cooper, you want
This?
a duo? We're not playing as well as we would hope." So he goes his separate way.
Uh,
Javi and
Liquid-
Minish,
look
they
up
formed
Liquipedia.
just in time to have a phenomenal performance in play-ins. They followed up with a good performance in heats. And already continuing that trend here with a top 5 position on the leaderboard, 75 points
Liquipedia.
away.
Oh, the
from
link
could
is
be
the
both
full
of those
res
players'
stream.
First FNCS championship. But again, when you look at the leaderboard on the right, it's just so close, not only for the actual first place on the leaderboard, but the top 13 overall, where you see 13 and 14th place have already been eliminated out of this lobby. And honestly, you don't want to look back at this moment, Monster, saying, hey, I had the chance and I wasted it.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm actually looking at the standings just for like Javi and Diminish's, you know, placement performances. They actually have 2 second places in there, and last game obviously pulled that 3rd. So they have come close to a win multiple times now. We will be keeping an eye on them. But with Cold and Rapid here from the Dark Dominion now to this new draw spot so far.
Yeah, you'd have to get Bedrock.
Relatively well. They have 400 damage above, plenty of material, and they actually pulled it.
AJ's a console player.
This is really good for Cold and Rapid right here. They actually needed a little bit of luck, and it seems like it's playing off.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head, the only thing they're missing
And
is
Penn's
a little
still
bit of
alive.
high ground, but it's Cold and Rapid.
He's on the bottom of the leaderboard. Oh, they're getting fucking pushed by Peterbot. Oh my goodness.
Just like Peterbot and Foryou, relentless pressure throughout
Jack
the
Jick's
entirety of
absolutely
this
beamed.
game. They're almost 1,000 above the threshold, but you wouldn't think that to be true. They only have one elimination so far, so they're going for it. They're going for these high
Pen down.
games. It's just they're not finding
Jack's
any
probably gonna go
success
down
with the
soon.
actual
Yeah.
eliminations up until then, where they take
Jack
out
and
both
Empen
Jack
get
and
absolutely
Peterbot
apart.
They gotta
my
rotate
long
to
lost
the next
brother.
zone. So that's going to replenish a lot of their builds. They can pick and choose what resource they want to take with them before they finally make their way on out.
This is crazy because they're really playing to their strengths right now. Goes the Fullberry miss, so they're just going to be shock waving their way all the way into the zone. They might even end up on some high ground here shortly. They have the mats to play for. But Peterbot gets caught in the spider's trap right there. Got to be careful. On the other side, as we were watching that though, we missed what was happening over here. Flex, buddy, you're looking the wrong way. Venom knocks him upside of the head, and then they get the follow-up in the finish.
Cold's still alive. Of course, of course.
Off in the distance, 8-corner bolts, quickly rotating in towards the zone. And they're using that as a quick second here to look back. I haven't seen anybody that still has that journey to make, like Dolzier and Ishu outside of the zone. They're just pressuring, trying to make it harder for them to not only make it in, but even if they do, they're not going to make it in healthy. Another elimination towards the side. Slepsy and Wage was able to pick up one. Maybe push Paper and Resi back as Curve looking like he's trying to approach.
My God, I have a day at 9 hours.
Gathering vital information for their team. And you can see Venom and Curve are the only team who haven't been hit by any surge so far in each and every one of these games. It's just going to show that that early game presence by Curve and Veno is paying off tenfold.
They've just been the most aggressive. They've, again, been clearly the most successful in the early game. This game's a little bit slower for them in the early game, but their mid game is just taking off right now. They are in another prime situation to play for high ground here in the end game, and we know what they do well. They play it late.
We're already playing the forest right now.
You know, little taste.
Good idea.
And then they come in and put their influence to the test. Rapid and Cold, though, much different strategy for them.
It was good when
we've seen them play low ground, time in, time out, front side, dead side, you name it.
That is fair.
They'll be there.
We can get it back.
Comes the rotates though. This is still a difficult terrain to play with, right? They have to go up and over this mountain. Which you have Peterbot and Foryou now completely positioned up, and then you have Clicks and Higgs already basing on the opposite side.
I don't know why.
So many times we've seen teams take it early. Clicks and Higgs were able to hold it early on in day number 1, but since then, honestly, it's been changing hands for each and every one of these zones here in the end
Rapid
game.
and Cold,
They
trying to rotate.
Above. Peterbot and Foryou have the luxury to stagger themselves back. Look down, rain fire from above. Not necessarily getting eliminations here, but they are just hurting every single player they connect shots with as they rotate on over. Curve and Veno positioned down below. Hop gonna diminish towards the side. Clicks and Higgs. We've seen in previous games them try to go ahead and claim high ground as their own. They don't necessarily have that luxury up until now. They pull zone in their favor, and they immediately build up saying, hey, if you want high ground, come take it from us.
That's crazy. And that's so different than anything else we've seen from Clicks and Higgs. They've been building single straight standing towers, but now Higgs is putting up this huge flex right now with a monstrous base. Veno and Curve here have no issues fighting their way to the new zone, though. That was almost a fresh elim. Oh, actually, it is an elim as things catch up there. Veno finds another one. And he was already in the lead, Jacob, with the most amount of elims, and he's continued to do so. But look at this, not looking good. Foryou's down. Peterbot comes through to clutch up. He finds one. Can he get the follow-up here? He's doing so much damage, but he can't quite get the finish, but it's okay. He's bought Foryou enough time to get saved here.
Yeah, and they have the splashes. They're going to have to stuff to use those along with pizza, but the zone is moving in. 10 ticks of damage. Instantly pops the big pot. Really trusting Peterbot to get those splashes out in time. They have to be careful, though. Right above them, Clicks and Higgs. And even in front of zone, we got Curve and Veno. We got Muzz and Sphinx as well. Honestly, the storylines couldn't be any better here in this game.
Man, all these players really locked in.
Now, Curve and Veno could be the first time a player has won in both EU and NA. Two of the hardest hardest region, and they find a big elimination on the Peterbot, taking one
Holy
of the hardest
shit.
teams out of their path to
Wait.
the finish line.
Venno just took down Peterbot.
The full elim comes through right there, Jacob. And
No,
he gets
Peterbot's
the finish
what?
as well.
What are we talking
And
about?
just like that, they're
Commentators?
up in the lead now. Clicks
Huh?
and Higgs, though, on high ground, doing exactly what they need to do. They have
18 teams
solidified
remaining.
the positioning here.
He's doing a good job sacrificing a little bit of HP so that way they can go deep into the zone, reconnect on that high ground. It's going over towards Frigid Fortress. That gives them the luxury to look towards the backside of zone, seeing players
Venom
late
Curve
the
still
shot
full health.
but they think it's all smooth sailing. But Curve and Venno wait for these
Colt's
perfect
still alive.
moments. They've elevated themselves step by step, and they're waiting until they least suspect it. But Peterbot's still going on his rampage. Big down
Reed.
onto Dragon, trying to pick up an
Knocked.
elimination. But Curve
Cooper.
and Venno, they're matching
Knocked.
him blow for blow.
8 elims now.
A minute.
Venno
Knocked.
is really starting to heat up here. They're not even interested in jumping down for Max. Notice that. They want to maintain
maybe
this
in a bit.
positioning, and they're still trying to time for high ground here,
Venno's
trying
still
to play for
alive.
another win. Higgs, though, is the
Peterbot's
only
still
one
alive.
up top.
Peterbot
They send
goes
Clicks
down,
down
gets
low.
beamed
Clicks
by
finds
Venno.
Peterbot,
Or
finishes
Clicks.
him up, sweeps him under the
See.
rug. And
Damn.
now, Venno and Curve. Here comes the setup. Off they go. Curve's got no mat, so they have to concede to go lower and
Curve's
lower
got 10
here.
builds.
And this terrain's not
Clicks and
helping.
Higgs
Look
has
at all
height.
these old builds as things are moving back and forth, but Venno, Curve are still neck to
Luke,
neck
you
with
should
Clicks
be
and
Venno
Higgs
has
right
7 kills.
Yeah,
Their
Curve
team
and
has
Venno, I
10.
feel like they know they don't even necessarily need the high ground. They don't even necessarily
Venno's
need
low.
the win. They just need to remain
Rapid.
consistent. That slows them down a little bit. Big
It's a
shot
good
is
shot
gonna
on
land
him.
Venno. Pressure coming
been
from
robust.
up
You should be
above.
out there
Thank gosh
playing.
that Curve is there to alleviate some of the pressure, holding on to the build. But if you blink, you might have missed it. Higgs
Trying to get
has
the
went
res.
down. Clicks trying to go for the revive.
Oh
Curve
my.
and Venno
Curve and Venno
realize
get height.
nobody else is up there to contest it. They use the fizz. They use the shockwave. They instantly take away that high ground. 6 teams left, Monster, and everybody at least has the duo by their side unless it's cold. He goes down. Rapid is now left by himself.
And he has the awareness too. The awareness to keep shooting back at them. Venno tries to keep the pressure, but the shockwaves put Clicks and Higgs up on high ground, and they know
Clicks chug
we
jugging.
don't have enough
They're both
mass to
chug
hold this
jugging.
one down. Clicks and Higgs managed to
Rapid's
have just
still
enough
alive in
HP,
6th
though,
place.
to go ahead and heal back in this game, but then you have Rapid. Look
Trying
at
to
this,
solo
just
clutch.
solo surviving right now as
How
a
do they know he's there?
player here in the mid ground right now. Trying to evaluate what he wants to do here, but he's got pressure coming in from potentially Venno and Curve here on the layer. Right behind, he
Curve
comes,
gets
he
knocked.
actually finds Curve. It's gonna be Muzz who jumps in, and they get the full finish.
Yeah, but still, that's no worries to me. Venno's just taking this time to heal up. Quickly go and scurries outside of the zone. Still,
Oh,
almost
no,
a
he-
full
Higgs
chug
goes
jug
for the
left,
kill.
But Higgs quickly on the chase.
Venno's down.
Gets a good amount of damage until the zone
Higgs
does
gets
the rest. Clicks and Higgs have finally woken up
Siphon.
from their slumber. From day
It's
1
Muzz
to day 2, they
versus
finally
Clicks.
found their form back. 5 eliminations here, but Rapid is still up, trying to close
Rapid
the gap.
gets a
Hands
kill.
down onto Sphinx, separates him from Muzz, but you see he has no builds. He probably feels in the back
Rapid's
of his mind
down
he
in
has to
4th
get this
place.
elimination, but underneath, Braves
14?
takes him down, gets the elimination, and moves one step closer to first. Oh,
Muzz in,
down.
Muzz in fourth place. Muzz got fourth.
Down low. Now
Getting a
the
hella
Sleeping Giants
push.
starting
Bolts
to
and
wake
Acorn.
up here, putting their influence in the mix, but you have a lot more players to worry about. Braids and Visuals are here to mess around as well. They also need the refresh too, as they're out of material, so they're going to be forced into this fight here, whether you like it or not. And then, of course, Clicks and Higgs have to come down and jump in this battle as well. Bolts uses the shockwave to go up. Someone gets eliminated in the sky.
Oh
It's
my.
actually Clicks. He
Braids.
couldn't touch down in time. And Bolts and Acorn all of a
Bolts
sudden
and
now
Acorn
find
get the
themselves
win.
in a winning position,
Nice.
and the shot goes through. And just
That's
like
also
that,
another team that I
Bolts
kind of like
manages
want
to
to see
do
do
it
good.
again here.
Acorn.
Yeah, Bolts and Acorn pop off in the second to last game of the day. Becoming
Yo,
the
Hockey Bear,
second
thanks for the
team
jewels, bro.
To win 2
Appreciate you.
different games
GGs.
this weekend and in a leaderboard, Monster. In a world that is so
It's at the
stacked
end.
and
Last game
close,
coming up.
This one is surely going to move
Oh.
them one step closer to contending for another FNCS championship. Zeke, one left game to go. Let's do it.
One more game.
I keep thinking, man, like I've got a handle on it. There's like, you know, Zeke, just follow the action. It's all cool. And no, man, we literally just talked about the top
W
5
Hockey
right
Bear.
before this, right? And Acorn and Bolts were that 6th place team. They were the team on the outside, and they said, Zeke, I'm sorry, did you forget about us? We can now be in the top 5. Why did you forget about us? And now they are fighting for our love and affection. I cannot believe this. Game 11 with so many Titanic duos, all doing the same thing, thinking, bro, we can do it. This is our chance with 2 games left. We can fight for an axe. Acorn and Bolt say, you know what? We'd like to toss our name in the hat. Little name in the hat. There you go, Zeke. Go ahead.
Glory.
Shuffle it up. I don't know. Kelly, I'm losing it. I'm freaking out.
Castle expansions.
I mean, this really was the game for
military
our
espionage.
teams in that 6th to 10th place
Can I
spot.
espionage
Everyone
them
that
while I
was in
attack
our
them?
top 5 having some issues, either going down to a solo situation or going down early, you know, unless
Hey.
you're Venno.
So who won?
But this Acorn and
Nobody
Bolts
won
that
yet.
were just right outside of that edge, making sure that they're just playing the low ground. They're playing what they do best. They don't need to be disruptor. They don't need to be getting all these eliminations. They just need to make it to the end game right
Who the
there.
fuck?
And Bolts once again going to a solo, improving that he is going to make sure that him and
Fine.
Acorn stay at the top of our leaderboard.
So funny. Game 11 there. I mean, we're
Level
just watching
9.
all the chaos kind of unfold on height. Oh my gosh.
Upgrade
Peabody trying
farmhouse to
hold
level
it.
3.
Glitch and Higgs, they go up for it. Venom and Curve, they start to get active. All this stuff's happening. Elim. And then we take a look at where everybody else is at. Acorn and Bolts on the low ground. 100, full, healthy duo.
What are you
And
playing?
they
It's
finish
called
the
Good Game
just
Empire.
like that as a duo. Incredible stuff for them to kind of re-enter the conversation, not only in that game specifically, because they didn't even know they were alive in that game. All of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, they're chilling on the low ground. But now I can
10
only
minutes.
imagine how close they are to keep themselves back in the competition
This.
for the win.
Oh, hey.
Oh my
thanks.
gosh, that little angle, that tiny little corner was the difference maker.
Scaling ladder.
574 points.
Bro.
Fortnite fan, we have
I need more
one
wood.
game left to
Wait,
go.
how much? 2,200
We're gonna go to a break.
wood just
okay?
for a
I need
freaking
a
scaling
moment
ladder?
to breathe.
What?
Okay, I need a
Oh.
moment to breathe.
I'm making 80
When we
of
come
them,
back,
that's why.
we start
Eh.
setting up because this is a close
I
run.
don't need 80
Okay,
of them.
go find some popcorn, find a
Need,
drink,
like,
use the
what,
bathroom. We'll be right back. Okay, we'll be right back.
Upgrade stone quarry. Marketplace level 1. That's a perfect place to put it too. Just gotta remember to do that. Build stronghold level 1. What? Bruh.
Yep.
I put it right here. I can't because I don't want to spend rubies.
Yep.
Supposed to do. Military espionage.
Season 2 of Battlefield Red Set ends in 83 weeks.
That's like almost 2 years. What?
I'll take that.
It says 82 weeks. Let me look it up. How long is 82 weeks?
I'll take that. I'll take that.
1 year, 7 months, and 3 weeks.
Mom said when I was born.
Ah! Oh, I speed up the process. Ah, whatever. We'll just
Yeah, but
naturally
you
do
kinda
it.
got me on. You kind of got me on the engineer.
I know, right?
Yeah, you should join me.
100. I'll go here. I'm popping a message.
You don't want to.
Go six, Bill. Go. Back up.
Prepare to watch the game.
Wait, if you're mid, wait.
100. 100. Oh my god.
Bart.
And I don't know how to feel about
I
it.
don't know how to feel
You're
about
not
it.
used to losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this. These players are just so locked in.
Could it be the milk?
Ethan, bro.
Ethan, bro. I can hear it.
That's not me.
Then who is it?
That's on me.
It's on.
Why is the screen black?
That's yes.
Playing in video.
moved it to another tab, probably.
Okay. All right.
Luke,
I'm fine.
I can't
What?
see.
I'm calm.
He's not. He's not.
Everything is
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
In case you're joining us, welcome. This is the FNCS.
I'm doing
Grand
something
Finals.
different.
No big-
Bowman.
One of the most important moments in the FNCS. We have one game left to go. You know, hey, crazy stuff happened in that last game.
What?
Acorn and Bolts got themselves a victory out of that last game. That's crazy, right? Yeah. Why don't we go and take a look at the standings, because it gets crazier.
It's Bolt.
Because right now,
Isn't he from
Curve and
OCE?
Veno are in first place with
Oh,
659
Curve and Veno.
points.
Oh my goodness, yo, they winning this shit.
They have
They win it. Curve and
78
Veno win this shit, bro.
more than double that.
They're over 100
Acorn
points in the
and
lead.
Bolts. Veno
Are they
and
really?
Curve
Why is he
have
have two
showed
assault rifles?
today what they do
what are we doing?
best. Those
Isn't
early
AR
eliminations, going into mid-game, making
Obviously,
sure that
they're
they don't
doing
have to
He has
worry
an
about
AR
the
because they have
surge, and they're
78
controlling
kills
the
and they're
mid-round, either
first.
chopping people from above
Like,
or
it's
eliminating
not
people
chapter
down
3.
below.
What are we
They
doing?
do it time
Chat.
and time again.
G-
And you know
Curve is
what?
the
Maybe
IGL,
one
this
wasn't
guy's
their
the
day,
fragger,
but
he
it's
doesn't
better
need
late
to-
than never. Veno showing everyone why he is not just
How can
moving
you-
Real
states
spoiler.
like we see a lot of these players do in North America.
Why
No,
are you
he's
even-
moving countries
This
to
is
claim
first
this
place
as
right
his
here.
own.
Obviously, he's doing something
Manifesting
right, bro.
destiny is all
I
about
know, but I'm
American
just
history,
asking, why
and
is
he's
he
showing
doing
why
that?
Britain did it first over here.
Why are you?
It's like a thought
Please
question.
put an absolute
Like,
huge exclamation
he's
point on the
using
fact that these guys
two
Why are
assault
you-
rifles?
He's using a pistol and
Like,
assault
what's-
rifle.
coming into
Yeah.
the day. We
One
have
for getting into
5
people's
teams.
boxes, one for tag for
and they now have an
search tags.
85-point lead over second place. I don't know what kind of
85-point
crazy
lead.
stat or how this is going to look on paper, but this
Wow.
has to be
78
one of the most
kills.
incredible day 2
Another
performances,
bow?
day 2
Oh my God.
comebacks, whatever you want to
650
call it,
points.
that we have ever seen.
Everybody
I mean,
after them is very
78.
close,
How
so we
in
might
the
want to look at
What's
Ager's
even
Ritual,
going on?
Peter
These
Bot,
guys, every
Poyo,
single
Cold
time I watch
Rapid,
the game,
Acorn
it's just
Bolts.
a highlight reel for them.
Maybe a minute,
Dude,
But
well,
Clixon
we
and
were
Higgs
talking
and
about it during the
ninth
break
place
there, and
aren't
it's like
even
at a
close
certain
to them,
point, this
bro.
is going to become mathematically impossible, right? Like
They get
at a
height
certain
and then
point,
they
we've
get
tuned into them
once they get contested, they
at
die.
like the early stages of the game, and they have 4 or 5
Clixon
or, you know,
Higgs.
even 3 elims, right? They
Yeah,
just
they're
have to
low-key
do what they've been
scrambled
doing
in this one.
all
I'm not gonna lie.
all day long, and they will walk away
I could just be
as the
muted.
winners.
That's
Now, we
what I
only have a
think.
minute and a half. I really quickly just
One
want to
more
flip on
Bowman.
over the top 13, right? Yes, we are absolutely playing for a first place and an Axe of Champions, right? But we also can't forget top 13
God, I
are
can't
right now
see.
playing for their spot at the summit. 298.
Veno and
Do
Curve
not
in the
forget
beginning of
that
this
number
tournament
going
did
into
not
this game.
look like they were gonna
298
do
is the
like I
current
thought they would do
cutoff.
like kind of
Seek
average and get
Taki are
13th at
holding that.
least.
But guys, we have
My
one game left
God.
to go. Let's like even just look at Scare and Osid, right? We saw Scare and Osid pop off
Mm.
earlier on, like not even just a few weeks ago. They could try and play for that spot. Look at Jargu as well, right? Even Zypto, we saw them get a victory royale. I mean, Kelly, there's so many players. This goes down on down to 20, Kelly.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It's literally like 42 points that separate 13th from 20th place, and I'm guessing it's even closer down below. So we could probably get to page 3, see teams in our 30th place spot. And if they have that pop-off game, and we know that there is a possibility of some teams just kind of sliding by, making it into the top 5 and just grabbing a handful of eliminations, that right there is 90 points and could be the difference maker of going to Dusseldorf or not. Vivid, this is what NAC is all about. We have so many big names in the top. All the teams that we have been talking about are finally showing up right now, and this is the final game.
It's crazy. I mean, there's so much stuff going on that leaderboard, so much we could break down. But there's only one way to find out who's going to walk away. Not only champions, who's going to get second, who's going to get third, who's going to qualify to the LAN event, and that's just to play the games.
Stone Court.
Vivid, the last game of the day right now. Fortnite fam, lock in every single
Fortnite
thing
fam.
that these players do. Whether they get an elim or get eliminated, this is it. The last game
Gotta
to
expand
make
this.
the impossible possible. For the last time today, MDF, take a PR.
394.
Take it away.
Honestly, Monster, I've never seen so many storylines go down the leaderboard so far. Curve could win his first FNCS champion. Venno could win 2 titles on the hardest regions with EU and NA and add his 4th overall. Acorn could win another major one. Bolt could be a West and Central champion. Cold back on top. Rapid wins his first. I can keep going all day, but it just goes to show the stories are endless today.
This is what makes NA one of the best regions to watch. It's
this
really the
game,
pinnacle
like 30
of what
minutes.
Fortnite's all about, and we of course have the privilege of calling all the action here. You've been watching it go down. Let's see if
I don't know when we got
enough
enough people.
So we need 4.
We don't have to have
Coming
everyone
into a
on.
game 12.
Yeah, well,
honestly,
I would
the
like
most
it if we had
recent
4.
FNCS is almost
Yeah, I
a
think
year
that's
now.
good.
People
4.
always have that same
have to have
conversation. Who
So we
will
need
land
either,
on first
Robbie,
place? And
Elijah,
right now,
right?
it
Where's
looks like
Robbie?
we have
Who's
an
Robbie?
interesting
Yeah, Robbie
situation
says that
breaking
he can
down.
play.
Peterbot and Poyo
Probably.
look to contest Curve and Venno, but Curve and Venno already seen that one coming. They leave, they go to Squibbly Shores,
when we
and they
play
get
tonight, we
another
should've included that
early
other
game
kid.
elimination. Zeke
One by
said
the
it,
big
Monster.
hole.
Eventually, this will become mathematically impossible for
hole.
anybody outside of Curve and Venno to win.
I do not need.
Called it. I already knew this was going to happen. I knew that Venno was
Decorative
someone that
items.
Peterbot and
That's
Poyo like
crazy.
respect
Just
at such a
fills up
competitive
space.
level. They would be willing to contest them. They would be willing to try to throw their tournament off. But Venno is one of the
The
smartest
game
players we've
he's
ever
been
had, and he will
It
see it
was
from
just
a
watching
mile
him put
away.
in
So
like
even
a bunch
now,
of decorative
them
items.
just mixing up.
I don't even
just
have
to say
room
this
for that.
Is to say, hey,
It would
we're
look
on
so
battle
bad.
lines. Come bring it. We're not afraid
Wait, let
to
me
mix
see your
it up.
face. Let me
We're
see
not
your face.
afraid to stay dynamic here in the last
Alright.
game.
Robust, have you played it?
Peterbot and Poyo going into this game,
Yeah.
though. With that elimination, of course, with Venno and Curve, they are 98 points away from an FNCS champion, and that's only playing catch up to Curve and Venno.
Are
They
you,
still got
Caleb?
so many big names
I'm
in
out,
their
thanks.
path that they're looking to take it. They probably noticed that Curve and Venno weren't at the Battlewood.
Oh,
they
wow.
immediately turned
Very
around and went,
organized.
what's going on. Maybe they think this
Yeah.
is them, but it's Raven and CDZ, a whole nother team. This gives a huge moment here for
So,
Curve and Venno to look on over,
already attacked
possibly
one
engage,
dude.
possibly disengage. The choice is definitely theirs, especially
this
since
guy.
it's taken a little bit longer
But-
than we'd hoped. Peterbot lands a shot,
not
Poyo
you,
goes
dude.
down. Raven
No, I
is
won.
escaping back inside of the building. That puts Peterbot in a 1v2.
Oh no, and the finish comes through as well, and that is not
160
the way
on it.
you want this to
Oh, it
start
had
going
0
down
now,
right here if you're
160,
Peterbot Poyo.
cool.
You need so many more points. You cannot afford to be get set this far behind. Peterbot though, in a world of trouble here, plenty of enemy builds. He's gonna have to back off.
I wanna
Shot through
get
the
to,
wall
like,
as well.
this. Look at this guy.
is, of course, Raven and CDZ's
Oh my.
one chance to go
Yeah,
to
that's
pounce on him.
crazy.
Peterbot's back in the mix here, fully
So,
healthy.
how many hours
This
of
is
his
an
life
important
went
shot
into
here,
this
and
game?
things are
It's honestly,
looking
it's just like
pretty
an idle
south now
game,
for
right? So
Yeah, the biggest thing here was Peterbot was able to get the materials
They're
from
kinda like
Poyo, but
Clash of
Raven
Clans.
lands
Yeah,
another
sort of.
monster shot,
I gotta
getting
really
the
get
shields gone
Like
out
this guy
from
here.
Peterbot. He has the mini still
do,
there.
right?
He's running
It
out the
does
build.
require,
CDZ and
like,
Raven
you to
really
be
don't
there
have no
every, like,
materials down below, so they
day or
cannot
two.
fight upwards, so he has to drop down low. Peterbot again trying to take the fight to them as CDZ gets dropped to this. Less than 50 HP, but a third party's coming in, Monster. A third party from the east, from Dark Dominion, looks to interrupt this play.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's you know who. But give it a second here. Raven CDZ being a little too passive now. They had an opportunity to finish up this Elam. They
Barracks
back
level
off instead.
13.
Rapid and Cold show up, and they are cleaning up house faster than ever.
oh
They
damn,
find two
they
quick
mad,
Elams.
they mad, they
Even shooting
mad.
the down body.
Go
just
Cold,
to
go
show
Cold. Oh my,
and
wait.
flex that they're here as well. And look at this. They are hunting for poor
They just
Peterbot,
hunted down
who's now
Polio. They're going for
hiding
Peterbot now.
inside of the factory.
Valid crash out.
Like
Just
the
unprecedented
Polio.
type of end game right
No
now. You
Polio.
never see this
yeah.
level of clash go down here. Definitely not for the likes of Peterbot.
Did they
He's
land on
normally the
them?
one hunting. Yeah, he's being hunted.
Yeah, they probably saw in the feed that Poyo did go down, so they immediately left their drop spot to beeline it on over. This is a team that's on their tail. Cold is in third place. You see it there. Peterbot and Poyo
Shit.
in
Watching
fourth
each stream.
place. And it really was asking the
laptop.
question, is anybody going to be brave enough with the point gap so close? You would really risk your spot on the
See this.
leaderboard if you were looking to go on the chase. But Venno, Curve,
Venno
they not
gets a kill on
only
Electro.
left their drop spot at Battlewood, they left their
Finish
second
off
drop
that team.
spot at Squizzly, and they're already going on the hunt for these elims. They don't want to win after Game 12, Monster. They want to win during this game so they could take a much-needed victory lap.
Well, this is crazy. You know, if you just allow them to continue to get elims like this, which they have done extremely successfully, way more successfully than any other team here on the weekend, they will be too far ahead. We would be asking so much of Cold and Rapid. We're talking upwards of 10, 15 elims and a victory royale. Give this a second now. So from one team wipe onto another now, Dozier and Escher trying to fight the fired up Veno and Curve here. Meanwhile, Curve has been live this entire time, by the way. Do not sleep on him. This is, again, nothing like we've ever seen before.
Yeah, especially
yeah, he's like really, he's a really good IGL from what I can tell.
He is eliminated by Cold and Rapid. Peterbot goes down in 4th place, tied with Agers and Ritual going and push from there, but Veno takes a big shot.
In-game leader.
Backing down.
And then there's usually on a team of 2, there's an IGL, and then there's a
Curve not slow it down, trying to alleviate the pressure. Lands a huge shot on the Zozier, and the elimination one as well. 5 elims, Monster. 5 eliminations here. This is domination at its finest in Major 1 on NA Central.
Looking so good for them right now. Rapid and Cold right now on the hunt too, just trying to figure out what is going on here. They're already at 3 elims as well. So Rapid and Cold are playing so aggressive too. You gotta give them credit right here. We know what the task at hand is. We know what needs to be done. And it really does feel like the impossible. It's asking them to pop off right now and go into the upper double-digit elimination
they completely switched up their strat as soon as it was game 12. Now they're actually going for like kills and shit.
Championship victory.
This is for all the beans.
Jargo though playing a little bit of the storm fight right here, keeping us busy right now.
Like every time I say something, I'm getting.
Yeah, I know.
Two sides of the coin.
It's AJ,
Watch the
bro,
battle for first. Oh, Veno's down. Veno is down, but
Veno went down.
Saves the day.
How'd he go down?
Storm?
Witnessing. This is a montage performance. I don't want to call it too soon, Monster, but this is beginning to look like a victory lap for Curve and Veno.
The writing's on the wall. You just have to read it, brother. All right, it's whenever you're ready, just let us know. They're at 6
Bolts just sitting in a house away from everybody.
A little cheeky here though, trying to see if anyone's willing to kind of sneak on by to find a couple elims right now. And let's just paint the bigger picture. Obviously, Kurt and Veno off to the races right now. A 100-point gap separating them from the rest of the competition. And then you have so many
you know
other teams
Veno's
trying
about
to
to just
fight
trash
for a
on
land
NA
spot
after this.
to the global summit. It's right around the corner. Who is going to be in Germany? Only the top 13 will make it.
And as it stands right now, in order for Cold and Rapid to win the tournament, this is as it stands right now. They need Curve and Veno to go down outside of top 25 with not a single elimination more. And then they need to win the game with 10 or so eliminations in the double digits. So it's going to show how much of a runaway this is turning into. And that's where you see a lot of lurks going down, because it's not only the battle for first. If you look at Tyler and Chance here, 391 points on the overall leaderboard. They're in 10th place.
Misses every shot. Wow.
They can kiss their summit spot goodbye.
Could have just tagged him once, man.
Definitely be really close.
I've seen you
holding
on to
I'm
joking. On the other side.
It happens to everyone.
208 points on the tournament day. So you are seeing moments of greatness here coming out.
I think it's
some of our competitors
Game
here
of Thrones.
on the 2-day format.
It's not gonna make a quick, clean glide here. They're just trying to dodge all the noise down below, having to worry about surge, having to worry about others rotating in your path. Be a good plan for C Kentucky here, 13th place. They just need to hold on to their current spot on that leaderboard. Quick Snigs though, a moment ago, did see them in the feed. They picked up at least one more elimination here. They too have a little bit more of a cushion than some of the other counterparts. 430 points in 9th place.
Everybody just sit in Storm, bro.
They just need to make sure to finish strong. It's more of a confidence thing than anything else. I feel like
one team not sit in Storm.
Yeah, gotta find their.
Then they're the only ones not.
Made it this far. They had such exceptional moments of greatness.
We make
but in the end, everything has to come together. And then how do you account for having
not enough. Don't kill enough, please.
Not enough, man. Seen.
It's just
Tough
how it
task.
is.
All things have to come together. Cooper and Rito, they're still fighting for their qualification seat. They're not fully safe just yet. Not at least how I feel. Let's take a look at the standings here. This is gonna put them at 12th place there, Jacob. So close.
12th. To
Yeah, I
be
would say they have a
13th.
22-point gap from 13th, which is actually the line, and then about a 44 or so point gap between them and falling outside of the bubble, which means anything could be possible. If they go down, let's just say 15th place, and anybody else kind of is able to secure a top 8 or better, they can certainly overtake them on the leaderboard. But definitely so many different possibilities here as the tournament continues on. Threats in Beer, a team that started inside of the bubble on the day, shortly fell out of it and is trying to work their way back. Aviv and King, another similarity here, 17th place coming into this game, which means those eliminations, 8 more points, is definitely going to boost them up the leaderboard just a little bit. I think that almost puts them on the line outside of that bubble around 14th place with those.
You mean you got it?
Aviv and King, the last 2 games have played really well, actually making it to endgame, and this time they actually have 4 total elims, so just a monstrous performance so far, definitely stepping up and doing what they need to when it matters most. Enough and Saul kind of see what's going on here. They end up backing off.
Jack and Npen's still alive.
And Scare, another team that's very much in the conversation right now. Looking at how they've played, we have a 4th place as far as their best performance so far in last game, roughly 15th for them with a single elim. So not too bad, definitely earning some placement points. If they can keep that up, they might just be doing enough to jump up. And in.
This is going to be an interesting lobby slash end game, because if you look at like day 1, we were getting what, fourth zone surge, sometimes even earlier because how stacked the lobby is. To start the day, we were getting 5th zone, maybe 6th zone surge. There's only 60 players up. There's only 30 teams left in this lobby right now in the 4th zone.
Wow.
So it's rather thinned out, moving at a much
The
more
last
accelerated
2 games
pace.
have been really
So you
thin
have to be
for
careful
players.
on some of these rotations. So instead of being able to rotate, stack with a bunch of other teams, hoping they choose them instead of you, now some of these rotations would be a little bit more bare.
Easier
with you
wins.
and maybe 1 or 2 other teams being the only one rotating in that direction.
I mean, when you have Cold, Rapid, Acorn, Bolts, Irvin, Veno looking for elims, right? Trying to either push the gap, close the gap.
My teammates
this is what happens. The lobby will tend to thin out.
He's got
And
26
then everyone else, of
points.
course, trying to fight for their qualification spot.
That's what happens, man. Mad cause bad, you know what I'm saying?
Veno curve inside the storm right now. They surely
That's all you gotta say to him.
Right? So now it's just time to chill out, hang out,
I
enjoy
didn't know he was Nick,
the
bro.
storm for a little bit. Here on the beach, have no reason to really put themselves in any danger here.
6 kills.
The zone moving on over towards the south. They know they can essentially
solidifying.
ride
You were in a
shoreline,
game.
whether they try to make a little
Fifty-
shorter.
How was
they
that
can
50
go on
grand
top of the
each?
mountains, they can
Kick
go
you out of your
all the
game.
way
That's some
towards
crazy
the
money.
south. They do got one
That's
zone
crazy.
that they
That's
really have to worry about.
That's
So going from
$10,000
zone
been
1 to
better
zone
prize
5,
pools
one
like
tick
this.
of
I'll
damage
leave
into
it.
2.
50
From
grand
zone 5
each
to
player.
zone 6,
Just
they move from a
for getting
5 or
first
2
place.
tick
Oh, you were
damage
in a
into
game.
a 5. So even though
This
they
for
do have a
playing
lot
a
of time
stupid
on
game.
their side, they don't want to use all their resources just getting into zones. So you
It
can kind
doesn't
of see
tell
on the
me
map
you're in a
there
game.
on your left side that some of
just
the other
says-
teams are also
just
outside of the
says
zone
active
and
foot.
inside of their path that could certainly cut them off.
Yeah, definitely. They're moving really quickly. Wagers and Sleepsy, though. Look at this. A little bit of a high ground position right here. Still, though,
How are you
no
higher
surge
level?
warnings
How are
inside.
you a
This
higher
game is
level than
moving
me?
so fast right now as the
I
lobby
played
starting to
this
thin out.
for
And this is a pretty
longer than you?
congested
Oh.
north side of the Battlewood Boulevard, so
I've literally been playing the last.
kind of a
days
new site for
nonstop.
us, if you will.
I've
Looking at the names that are in play here.
I've
Jack,
played this when it
N-Pen,
came out.
Acorn, Bolt. On the
Oh,
other side,
that's
Osid and
funny,
Scare. Scare, though, gets fully finished right here. One of our bubble teams is out to the
N-Pen's
hands
still
of
alive.
Kentucky.
And then
This is
Full health with Jack.
super important. Actually, it was Wagers from up top.
Acorn
It
Bolts.
wasn't Kentucky, but they're right next to
I accidentally
collateral
run into a
damage.
teammate. He decides to not move.
Same though, Kentucky, that 13th place Scare and Osid, or I should say just one Osid by himself. Is going to be in 14th
What's the
place.
score?
He has a bit of a gap to overcome. Anything is
4-2,
possible. 29 teams
30.
still up, so 4 more go down. You'll
That's
start to get
ranked?
those
That's pretty
placement
bad.
points, and they'll
Oh.
cascade in with
Okay.
each and every team that does go down. Contrapt's going to fall, and already
Tell
one
'em
less
to
team
chill
to
out.
worry about here. 55 players left in this game, so there's only one solo running around, and that's going to be Osid.
Your party leader almost.
Gotta do what he gotta do, though. It's really close, yet so far now. It's all gonna come down to
I don't know how to ping.
can you earn your way towards the positioning placement points there.
You ping
Still
with your
see
mouse,
Reed and
bro.
Cooper up in the distance. Agerson,
You know what, bro? Like, go.
Pretty.
You ready for this, Robust?
Box
Ready?
open, eyes on Acorn and Bolts.
I hit a tree.
No.
Hey, bro.
No,
You're
you
not
go
supposed to hit it.
solo.
Oh, look at the zone though. It pulls north. Okay, so this is gonna be working against the likes of
I like how
Curve and
they
Venom,
scream like,
obviously
"Oh,
trapping
it's
far
solo."
on the outskirts.
And Pen getting
Oh, yeah.
tagged.
Trying to get
There was nothing in this
not
house.
necessarily damage for Surge as it does turn on. 14 players do need to go down, but you can see where they stand.
I'm literally
400 above the
scavenging.
damage threshold. Since they're right next to the zone monster, they don't have to do much movement at all. Just kind of focus on getting that damage while not receiving much. Acorn and Bolts try to land
Just
some
wanted to
shots
check
onto N-Pen and Jack in the distance. Inadvertently kind of alleviating some of the pressure. N-Pen and Jack could have looked to get aggressive. Acorn and Bolts 132 above the
Look, you're
damage
playing
threshold. They sit in
Fortnite?
third place on
No,
the
I'm just
leaderboard.
checking
A
something
mere
with my
6 points
skins.
out of second. Huge chunk of money differential. And I'll talk about Bolts. If somehow, some way, a miracle can happen, Acorn and Bolts keeps the major one magic alive. Bolts become
sure.
another player on that short list of 2 region champions. I know
Oh, yeah.
Venno is certainly in line to becoming another player on that list in 2 of the hardest regions in Fortnite in NA Central
where am I?
and EU.
There's no way this is an assault
Looking to make
rifle.
history here and now.
Hey, bro, it's an assault.
Reed and
rifle.
Cooper
It's
sitting
literally
pretty
an
strong
SMG.
right now,
You're
guys.
engineer, right?
340 damage above.
Oh, I didn't see
Safe
that.
in the zone,
Battlefield?
plenty to work with right
Yeah,
now.
we're playing
That's the type of
Battlefield.
position you want to see Reed and Cooper in if they're going to land. See Kentucky on the other side, same can be
Thank you,
said for
Robots.
them.
Aha.
Still have a couple shockwaves to work with. Not too many to make
Wait,
it
no,
towards
no,
endgame, but
no.
hey,
What do you think
enough
you're
to at
doing?
least stay in the race here for
What
quite
do you
some
think
time.
you're doing?
Getting my gun.
It's all gonna come down to refresh.
Okay,
to
I
see
You're
how
a
Kentucky
gun.
go.
skin.
Yeah.
See if they can time the rotate.
Alright.
Looking at who's positioned
Wait,
up though.
let me
Clicks and
upgrade it.
Higgs trying to end this one with
Yeah,
the
upgrade it.
splash. Already you can see them poison
Hip
up for that
hard.
high ground here, Jacob.
Yeah, just
I'll give it a
still, no
suppressor.
matter what's been going
I had 2
good
blaze
or bad in some of these games, they're just continuously one of the teams that you know if they
More
make it
for
this far into the game, they're
more
going
bugs.
to contest for that high ground.
bro.
King and
It's
Aviv
really on.
just outside of that bubble. Sees 2 teams with a little bit of a scuffle
Wait.
going on. They try to
We're in-
land some shots
Robust,
before they
we're in
go ahead and
Vietnam
make
right
their
now.
way on
You can
over.
play
They're
Robust?
just trying to pressure them so that way they don't
Oh,
make
yeah,
any
right,
peeks,
that's
makes the
fine.
rotation that much
one second.
safer.
Yeah.
That was Reed and Cooper in that distance. They're 193 above the damage threshold. Inside of that qualification ring, they just need to be able to hold on here,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
more
Alright,
so
we're getting
now.
congested.
Bobby in a minute is looking to
53
lock them
people
down.
left, 28
Really close
teams.
now to earn some positioning points here as well.
Last
We'll go-
game,
we'll go one.
28 teams
Game
still
12.
standing. Curve finds King
Yes.
Oh, that's
North
North
NA Central Finals.
Off the rotate here,
Day
that brings
2.
them up to 7 eliminations.
Is this Robust?
And
Oh.
Curve.
Curve and
finding
Venno
his
still
moment,
alive.
finding
Venno's a
his
little
footing now.
low.
These last couple games, I mean, it's been the
Okay.
Venno show, but
They went for
Curve
this
has
kill.
stepped up when it mattered most. Even
go.
in this game, clutching Elam after
Which
Elam, and
what do I
now
do?
Can I kill on
finding the
Kingling?
follow-up
go
and the
Clicks
refresh
and
that they
Higgs
need to
on top
succeed
of everybody.
We're 5.
Clicks and Higgs,
Ooh,
though,
there's a
Cold
just want to
Rapids
do
still
what they
alive.
can
EMR
do
here.
best.
Wait, this means. Okay, wait.
Not the best
Venno
spots
and
to be
Curve
in
are
for
still
a team in
alive.
second place,
If
below
it
the
goes down to
damage
top
threshold.
25, like
Persistence there.
Venno
so
and
they
Curve
can
win.
shots through underneath
I mean,
that
against
cover,
Cold
get
and-
them above
and-
the damage
and Rapid
threshold
in
with
the
the near
win.
5, but at least it's something.
got
They're not
one,
taking
5,
active
4.
surge for the 25 damage
Nice.
every 7 seconds. Blake and
Nice.
Preston trying to put down some pressure,
800
but only for a
points.
short moment.
Second
Bolt's
mid
going to be
had
able to hold off.
3.
Into the cone though, getting this information is going to be vital, but Buzz gets
So
the
you had
down
4 and he had
onto
1.
Clicks. I see it in the
Go
feed.
this way.
Sphinx even gets
Bruh.
the cleanup
Enough
here.
is still
High
alive.
ground changing
Enough
hands,
is-
but it's not Muzz and Sphinx.
Enough
Right
might
now,
be
it looks
dead.
like
I just
Aviv
saw
looks
him
like Curve
go
and
lose a
Venno
lot of
are all
health.
fighting for
Enough
it.
is
Yeah,
dead.
if you
Never
look at
mind.
it,
I just
Curve,
cursed.
Venno
I
coming
just
out of
cursed.
nowhere, just trying to time that high ground.
Higgs
and
gets
up they
that
go.
knock.
Meanwhile, Threats
Oh,
and
I
Beer
still
still fighting to stay in the tournament life as well. Higgs on the left
It's a
side
siphon.
clutches up a nice little Elam for himself. That's gonna drop G Monster and send him back to the
Oh, what
lobby.
type of guns
He
are
might
you
not
using?
have enough to make it to land.
I
Meanwhile,
usually use
high ground
assault
is
rifles
solidified
and
by
a
Muzz
sniper.
and Sphinx, but Higgs
Muzz
gets
and Sphinx
wiped out
gets-
the sky.
Higgs gets
Hanging up
LMG
for a
carry.
little too long.
Alright,
Acorn and
I
Bolts
usually use
fighting for second at this
sniper
point.
and
If you can't take down
I have
Curve and Venno
Venno's-
now,
Venno just
it'll
won.
just be too late.
I'll take it.
Venno won.
Literally, this is the moment right here. As soon as they get into the top
I don't know why I
15,
keep
I almost think it's a wrap. Mathematically
I guess it's
impossible.
good.
Threats drops down low.
Veno and
outside
Curve
the bubble.
won.
I'm not sure he secured enough points before finally going down there.
like, what
Muzz
level are
Sphinx
you?
up above. Reek and Cooper
Yeah.
sacrificing
17.
the HP,
He's
staying
15.
outside of the zone. So that way they
We
can
haven't
fizz, they
played
can
it that much.
shockwave, and hopefully get to the
Who's
front
gonna get
side.
top
I played it when
13?
it
That's
came
the
out.
So
question.
much damage.
I'm
They
around
don't
the
have the
same.
heals to get up to full
Last year.
HP and shield anymore.
Nice. If
Muzz
you
and
wins
Sphinx
this
still
game,
putting
watch.
pressure from up top. Cooper trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a
That's what we're gonna
qualification,
get.
and teams are
Rewards.
dropping faster
we
than
are?
you can even realize.
Yeah.
We're already up into the top 17 now. Curve and Veno are not stopping,
that
though.
siphon.
Another team falls to
Nice,
their
good
hands. It's a
LMG.
mission
Another
hobby.
LMG.
A top 5 performance was
plates here.
valiant for them on the standings coming into this.
There's 2
But it's
plates
Curve
there.
and
You need
Veno
them.
who are fighting for the championship win now.
Oh
And
my,
look at
Veno
this,
gets
Jacob.
beamed.
I mean, they are breaking away with a huge lead.
Yeah,
thought you were
even when
somewhere
it looks like it's bleak,
Bolts
Veno's
is low.
down a sliver of
LMG.
HP. They're surviving. Bolt's trying to do the same thing. 5 HP, loses Acorn though, so we need another big solo clutch performance. Almost
One
runs into
hit.
Curve Veno all along the way, but he's able to slip
For what?
past them.
Veno
And
goes
Curve
down.
and Veno find another elimination.
Curve's
before
still up
Veno
with 100
comes
HP.
down.
For
Curve
Ivan.
is
You
out
need
of
one.
builds here, trying to use the shock to
Yeah.
splash to keep himself
How many?
as full of HP
One
as
per one
possible.
eye.
Even finding a
No,
fizz
no
to
shit.
utilize here
How
on the
many?
side. Curve,
It's
I
good
think, has done
Gets a
enough
kill.
inside of the
Oh
top
my
10. He
God.
finds another
Curve is
elimination
down.
onto
Roger.
Cooper. Curve might have gone down.
Right
but
here,
they
right here.
are
Guy,
your
gliding in,
FNCS
yeah.
Major 1 champions.
They've done it. They've done enough to be up at
They're
the
showing on
top,
the
to
other side of
sit
this.
on the throne now. Veno
This
is
guy I'm
the
playing.
conqueror
Let's do this,
of
let's
two
Crack, crack, crack,
regions
crack.
here. In
Let's
Curve,
go.
his first time ever, gets to taste that victory here.
Damn, bro.
For
Curve got his
now,
first FNCS
Muzz and
championship.
Sphinx are trying to find
Good
their
shit, brother.
victory lap. This is all a battle for money. This is all battles
This is
for
just-
seats
yeah, it's
at
just a
the
battle
LAN
for
event
money
where
now.
the story will continue.
And
Jargu
a
needs
seat at the
this.
LAN.
Jargu needs this game here. They were 15th place to start it all.
They need to
and
win,
Now he's the
yeah.
only solo left in this game. The 2 teams that are left alive, Monster, both of them already have their spot secured. So this is everything for Jargu. By
Oh,
himself,
no.
Tries the shockwave
He goes
in.
down.
He gets tagged up left and right. Down.
How many builds did he
in
have?
3rd place. Did
Yo, Muzz
he
and
do
Sphinx
enough
might
to
actually win this one,
qualify
too.
for Dusseldorf?
Well, it's going to be really close for now, though. The action's
Dead.
on. Muzz here who finds elimination. Ritual gets tagged up big time. Sphinx looking for his moment, and he does it
That's
in
it.
the end.
That's
and
it.
that's going to be a nice, wonderful way to end the
GG's.
FNCS there.
That was more than just a wonderful way. Curve and Veno's complete and utter domination of a region. Congratulations for Curve, his first FNCS champion. We always
GG's,
remember our
let's
first,
go.
and Veno, probably the
Hey,
most
I mean,
important
Curve and Veno
FNCS
really
title,
showed up, bro.
dominating
I'm not
a
gonna
whole
lie.
nother
Like
region.
they
Muzz and
really
Sphinx win
did.
that game,
They did
but
really
see,
good.
Kelly and Vivid,
Like
we have a
in the
new
next half
champion.
of this whole tournament, day 2,
Let's
like
go,
they.
Muzz! Let's go, Muzz! That's right, baby. Let's go. Sorry, I had to get that out of the way. Sorry. Anyway, first off, really quickly, MDF, Jacob, thank you guys so much for the cast. Fantastic day. As they called out, it is true. Veno and Curve are your champions in NAC. A 4th title for Veno and a 1st for Curve. I mean, Kelly, Vivid, you know, we call Vivid called this out right last game. They came in today 10th
Damn,
place.
bro.
I think for most people, you probably look at the standings at that point. You're like, okay, yeah, like maybe they're probably not gonna get a 4th. They might could end like top 5 or something. But Kelly, Veno turned it on, and there was just game after game where he's solo clutching, getting, you know, at one point a 2nd place with 11 elims, a 2nd place with like 7 elims. He's just firing on all cylinders, and no one can stop him. No one. And on the back of this carry right now we're looking at Veno and Curve being FNCS champions.
I mean, you're saying no one can stop them, but we saw at the start of this game that a few players did try to stop the run of Curve and Veno. They tried, but they failed because Curve and Veno were prepared. They were aware because Veno, he's not just an incredible fragger. He's also incredibly smart and aware when it comes to Fortnite. When it comes to the mindset of other pro players, he has them downloaded. And so he knows what these players are going to do, and he knows exactly how to respond to it. Curve and Veno showing everyone that they they deserve this spot. They deserve first place. And honestly, just watching them climb up the leaderboard, not necessarily through placements, Vivid, but to get elim after elim, to get so many. I honestly don't even know where they are at the end of the day. I'm excited to see our leaderboard.
Socials are going crazy, talking about, oh my gosh, Veno has entered his second prime, his third prime, his fourth prime. I mean, whatever you want to call it, the guy is absolutely popping off, and I couldn't agree more. I once regarded Veno as literally the best player in the world, and so did a lot of people, right?
Wikipedia L.
Chapter 4, around that era where
not even showing game 11.
Doing this guy and being like, oh my gosh, everything he does is just so perfect. And listen, I don't know what he did between day 1 and day 2. I don't know how good of sleep that he got.
Probably some really good
overnight.
sleep.
But I gotta tell you, he looked like that Veno.
He
once
fucking
again,
locked in, bro.
And you know, we're giving a lot of credit towards Veno. Curve was right there with him up there.
Okay, get ready for a Reese Hub video, guys.
I mean, this was a duo competition, and they together just stomped everybody else.
I mean, it's crazy to think.
Get ready for a Reese Hub video.
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say that it's crazy to think that a few weeks ago this would have been a very different story, because it was gonna be Veno and Cold
Get
for
ready
a
for an
while.
Aussie Antics video.
Ended up playing with Rapid, that Veno ended up picking Curve. So the fact that that is how this came to fruition, and then they end up winning the major is just so amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Cold, you're thinking, did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? But you know what? It is what it is. We were talking with Lev, and Lev was saying, you know, man, I'm so happy for Veno. You know, for a moment he forgot who he was.
Like my
today,
SMG is like
today
really
he
bad at barring,
remembers.
and it's not the best at close
Congratulations,
range, so,
Veno
like,
and Curve.
Congratulations, Veno and
champions.
Curve.
We can take a look at those standings, because man, they just put on an absolute clinic. Let's look at this:
727
points ahead of
Agers and Ritual, and yes, that's over. That's like just under 100 points ahead of second place.
Shout outs to Agers and Ritual,
Yo, Peter got
Cold and Rapid, and Muzz
yeah,
and Sphinx,
and Clicks and Higgs got 10.
In that last game to sneak their way into that top 5. That's why I'm freaking out.
Cold and Rapid got 4th.
Kelly.
It's okay though.
And it's so funny too, because they've kind of just been like hiding in the shadows a
old
little
duo
bit.
got
They
third,
haven't
Acorn and
necessarily been
Bolts.
playing poorly, but it was
Agers
these
and
last
Ritual got
few games
50th.
where I start to see their
second?
names just a little bit more. They're staying
and
alive,
Jack
they're getting
got 50th,
eliminations,
bro.
and they're just playing what they
So
want to play
sad.
best. They didn't really worry about pop-off games. They didn't worry about making a showing for hype.
Who got
Muzz
top
and Sphinx
13?
played what
Go down.
they did
Go down.
best.
Go down.
Vivid. This is just the top 10, though. We still have a few more teams to look at.
Yo, Caleb, you like my profile picture?
Absolutely, and that'll be the big question, right? Who
I do.
actually went ahead and clinched up that qualification? I mean, Jacob was
Here we go.
screaming, he was yelling, Jargu
Cooper.
needed that game. He needed that
Jarg,
game for
Jarg.
sure.
Oh my goodness.
Jargu and Carillion.
Jargu and Carillion got 13th through a solo clutch.
To top 13 by
Aviv
just
did not
2
get top
points
13.
to
He's not in the
knock
land.
Zeke and top
No.
to go ahead and qualify
So sad.
for Dusseldorf. We can also see up there Cole
was
and
stolen
Matic clutch
from
up. They
his
were hanging around
grasp.
10th place throughout the entirety of
Alright,
grand finals.
GG's.
It kind of felt like
See you,
bump down
chat.
to 12th.